live. Here we are.
We blew up the other set.
It's amazing. There's no guitars on these walls. Oh my God.
I can't. It's too cold.
There are guitars on the other wall. Don't worry. Nobody panic. We're here for a very good reason this morning. We're going to cut right to it. There's no comments yet, but that's okay. I can see them. So we got to talk about this Rolling Stones list. And I know that other people have done it. Like we've seen the Rick Beato rundown of it. We've seen, I think there's been a few more.
I want to put it out there though that I think this coagulated before the Rick Beato video. We
were talking about it before. Yeah, we wanted to make jokes. Yeah. Derek, I said there's a bit of a squeal. Hopefully that's better. Okay. All right. Hopefully we're unsquealing now. But anyways, we are not going to just talk about the list. We're going to go through all 250 spots on the list because that seems right. So that's what we're going to do.
There you go.
Sounds like a bee flying around the mic. Johnny, is yours rubbing into your beard?
Let's unbeard me. Could be that. Could be that. I don't know.
Is it me?
Guessing, man.
I'm just going to do this. It's going to be fine. You're probably hearing a bunch of noises now. Probably my beard. Probably was my beard. Maybe. I don't know.
Wait, there's no Dan Auerbach on this list?
It's hard to be.
Let's
what?
Not even spoil it.
Somebody commented.
Someone
I
said
missed that. Oh my God, we're gonna get into some shit.
But anyways.
All right, I'm gonna test the audio.
Still squealing. Cool. Derek's going to fix it. Don't worry. Well, everyone gets in.
EMF feedback of some sort. They're attacking us, Derek. Just like you said.
Hey, I love that everyone already has their crazy, like, good opinions on the list.
I do get it.
Is it my mic?
I don't know.
That's weird, man. Okay, so we hear the squealing now, and we have no idea where it's coming from. Sean, where's your mic at? Oh, did it go away?
Yeah, just keep muting your phone.
Let's see.
Got worse.
We're so good at this.
Let's see.
Did we reroute anything weird? Not really, do we? Nits is coming from inside the house. That's hilarious.
What could it be? All right, let me switch something up here.
Bear with us. It's okay. We're going to get it right, though. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. In the meantime, me and Johnny can just make fun of Andy Summers for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Derek fixed it.
Derek, you're the man. All right. Thank God we didn't get killed by bees. I believe that was a spy from Rolling Stone sent to kill us before we talked about this. Because God knows nothing else is going on in the world
I'm
right
lost
now.
2 minutes.
But anyways.
Go ahead.
No, I don't know what it was. All right. Back to business. We're back to talking about this god-awful list from Rolling Stone. So obviously you guys have seen it at this point. So yeah, let's just start going through it, Sean. I feel like I'm going to look like an idiot because I don't think I know who half the people on the list are.
I think here's what we're going to end up doing. We're going to complete each other.
Okay.
Like we always
All right.
have, baby.
So you're not going to know the old boomers.
There's some of them I'm going to know, but there's some of them I'm going to be like, they probably shouldn't be on this list. And you, I think, will have great.
I'm going to yell at the clouds.
Yes. You're like, but But
Gosh darn you.
so I can fill you in on the majority of these, and
Okay.
the same to anybody else who out there needs it. But I went down some of the lists, so I know some of the characters that
You've
will
looked
be
at
odd.
some of this.
Yes.
I've looked at very little. Baxter at some point is planning on like tagging in.
Yeah.
And I think the whole idea is that he has like looked at none.
Yeah.
Except he knows that our good friend Andy Summers. is
Andy
250.
Summers got the big FU, the big get out of town.
So let's just start there. Let's just start with old Andy.
That's right.
That's ridiculous that Andy Summers is 200 on a list of 250 great. I mean, like, if you've learned some Andy Summers guitar parts, and I think some of it falls in that like deceptively simple category.
Oh yeah.
And like, some of those songs you can just kind of play like dumbed down, right? But
I mean, is there any other guitar player, not to cut you off, any other guitar player that has done syncopation in such a, like, it sounds so easy, but
it's not.
It is on every time. And this is before the grid, baby. This is before computer.
yeah, no, he's doing it. Like he's playing it, right? Plus it makes me really want a Tele Custom with
God.
binding and a humbucker in the neck. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of, I mean, just seeing this. Here's my question though, and like, it's only because I know some of the earlier spots on the list that I'm offended that he's 250. Like if I looked and he was 250, I would think, wow, this must be a kick-ass list. You know what I mean? There's going to be some like great folks on here.
Yeah.
So
But I agree with you. As we go down this list, we will probably continue to reference Andy Summers and kind of the fact that he has been just shunned to the end here.
Yes. So I'm reading your guys' comments and I'm seeing the like glaring omissions you're listing. I'm not going to call some of those out yet because I just want to get to them, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to kind of ruin it.
Yeah.
But
As we go,
no spoilers yet. I mean, obviously people can see the comments, but anyways, I'm rolling the sleeves up. We're going to keep going. So Andy Summers, Andy Summers.
Wherever you're at.
I'm coming, Rolling Stone. I'm coming. No, they're like, we don't care. Who? What? Who are those people? But yeah, Andy Summers at a 250 is a travesty.
It is. I think.
I mean, it really is.
This may be. There's some bad things on this list, but this may be the worst thing on the list. That's why it's so whoa.
Well, I think the worst things are the omissions, but also, someone said SRV is in a spot he probably shouldn't be in as well. So
God, I hope it's like 175.
It was only 250.
all right, let's keep going.
Okay,
So Andy Summers should be on the list. I think he should be much higher. Now, is this 249?
249.
Brittany Howard.
Brittany Howard.
Who is Brittany Howard, Sean?
So, if I'm thinking correctly, she plays. Is it the Alabama Shakes or the other band? Yeah, Alabama Shakes. That's
Okay, well, I've heard of the Alabama Shakes, but I don't think of them as like, wow, groundbreaking guitar work.
not groundbreaking guitar work. She's somebody I could see on this list. I at least enjoy that she is a guitar player in the sense of like a Black Keys kind of situation,
Okay.
Maybe not as inventive because the Black Keys have been doing it for 20 years, but at least she is like very much so a guitar player.
Yeah, but like if you're say like in the Black Keys way, right? That already means
it's
a dumbed down, like, like if we're saying the Black Keys way, then I think that means the Black Keys should be, Dan Auerbach should be much higher in the list. And I have it on good authority. That's not true. That's not what happened.
Well, and that's a part of this list right now.
And like I don't understand how they're doing the list, right? Like, because it's the greatest guitarist, not greatest singers who happen to play guitar,
yes.
Greatest artists who are influential who happen to have touched a guitar before.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the greatest guitar players. All right,
yes.
Carry on. That's why that was a dumb pick. So carry on.
Also, once again, Andy Summers.
Yeah, there's no universe where Alabama Shakes girl, who's amazing.
No.
Alabama Shakes are great.
You're great.
There's just no universe where they're better than like as a guitar player than Andy Summers. Okay.
She's the bomb.
248 it is.
All right. So let's see. Here we go. Robbie Krieger.
So I'm okay with him being way down there.
I agree. I think at the time that the Doors came out and he was playing, fine. He was on that edge of like putting slide guitar in a different realm, just the way that he played. I think that's a good listing. They did fine there. It was fine.
Seth Lover says, remember, this is Rolling Stone. That's a great point. We all need to know that Rolling Stone is kind of trash at this point. It probably has been for a long time. And I said that what I said, so it's out there. It's out there. Yeah, Roddy Krieger. All you got to do is go listen to him play the national anthem with the slide, and you're like, oh yeah, 248.
Easy.
Thank your lucky stars, Roddy Krieger, that you made it.
That's right.
Ned's Donut Shop said my favorite member of the Doors is their bass player. If you know about the Doors, you'll get that. If not, you'll whatever.
Funny. That's a good insight.
So, all right, keep it rolling, Sean. Keep it rolling. We got
Ricky
247 more.
Wilson. I'm already there, baby.
Okay, Ricky Wilson.
The B-52s. Rock Lobster, anybody?
I mean, again, I just don't think of guitar when I think of the friggin' B-52s.
I don't either.
I think of a Chrysler as big as a whale that's about to set sail. That's what I think about.
It's a Chrysler as big as a whale.
About that. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, that is like I get it, like the deep cuts and stuff, but also it wasn't groundbreaking, especially like they're talking about post-punk, and we'll get to other great post-punk artists on this list, so we won't stick to that right now, but I wouldn't, I mean, I guess 247, but whatever.
I mean, can you think of a B-52's guitar part and hum it and be like, yeah.
Down, 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 down. But I feel like that's from another song.
It's from it. I mean, yeah, it's just right. Okay. All right, keep going. Still, but I'd still be okay with this, right? Because we're at 247. And I'd be fine with this guy being on the list at 247.
Right. I'm like,
but it all depends on who's there.
That's right.
All right, now Paul Simon. This is interesting. I mean, because again,
okay. So here's what I think, because I remember trying to learn Me and Julio down by the schoolyard whenever I first started playing, and I was like, damn, that's fast as hell. Now, it was just chords, though.
I'll tell you, for playing fingerstyle, he's definitely influential.
Yeah. I'll give you, well, that's what I was going to say, right? Like in the songwriting fingerstyle sense of like playing guitar. And also when they started, I guess I try and think of that in the world music stuff, how that was all incorporated. But I also don't know, is he more of a great songwriter composer than guitarist?
Well, yeah, I mean, and it says right here in the thing, all that folk finger picking is what I did with Simon and Garfunkel. But here, talking about his newest album, it's on top of this rhythm with Indian musicians playing 12/8. Like, that's cool. Again, Paul Simon's great. I'm kind of fine with him being like way down the list.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah.
At least Paul Simon's not like at number 5.
Yeah.
Because Paul Simon's amazing. You can't say he's not amazing, but I don't know that he belongs on a list of greatest guitar players.
Well, I mean, Jonathan, he's playing what looks to be almost an L6.
Well. All right, keep rolling. I want to get into some controversy.
Here we go. Leslie West.
Leslie West is a badass. I mean, he just is.
I mean, that guitar looks
like he is such a good player.
That's like the most insane guitar I've seen in a minute. That's pretty cool.
Mountain was a great band. That's a great riff. It was like sort of Cream 2.0.
So
well, dude, he's killer. I mean, and his tone. He could be on his list just for his tone.
The Mississippi Queen guy.
Yeah, dude. And there's a recording where like Hendrix is playing bass and they're jamming, and it's like, I mean, it's really, really good.
If I remember the story correctly, Cream's manager ended up managing Mountain and wanted to turn Mountain into like Cream 2.0, like a heavier version of Cream.
They definitely were that. I mean, Leslie West absolutely deserves to be on the list. I'm going to say he deserves to be higher than 245.
There you go.
I dare say he could be in the top 100.
I see that. That Mississippi Queen song's pretty big. Because I hear that and I'm like, yeah.
He's just a great player. All right, we're moving on to, oh, God.
Idilio Paredes. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who this is.
I'm reading the thing. See, like, I can understand. Okay, let's talk. Pull it back down to the pic. Okay, you got the picture up, Derek. Like, okay, dude's holding a classical guitar. His fingers are in a funny way, so I'm like, man, okay, he's probably a great player. And I'm okay with players being on here that are outside of my genre, right? Like, and I'm like, okay,
this is one thing that they did that I appreciate. I'm like, okay. Clearly, this guy is a guitar player. Like, it seems that way, at least, right?
I mean, when you say he's a prodigy, the thing is, I don't trust Rolling Stone's definition of prodigy.
Bingo.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
So
Yeah.
back to Mississippi Queen.
Mhm.
Should you get extra points if you had a song in Guitar Hero?
You absolutely should.
Oh yeah.
You should automatically be top 100
Yeah.
if your song is in Guitar Hero.
Well,
Well,
and
because that means that,
inspiration level wise.
well, and then it's like it's reached that like sort of collective like
Yeah.
the pantheon of great guitar
Yeah.
songs. You know
Well,
what I mean?
and Guitar Hero, what a metric, dude. What a metric to like base something off of. That stuff's great because all the songs in Guitar Hero. Now, Edilio Paredes, I ruined that. Oh, here you go. Jonathan's going to love this. The National, dude. These guys are actually pretty good. I enjoy this.
Yeah, but how can they together be
Well,
number 243?
I-
I don't understand.
this is another thing that Rolling Stone did that
Are they really a
do.
virtuosic twin guitar duo?
I mean, you know, they're very inventive. You know, like it's not what you'd expect from two guitar players. Like it's not like power chords and lead. It's kind of like a, you know,
Like two like lines going together.
It's like a Tom Verlaine, Richard Lloyd.
Like I'm sort of fine with that. I don't know how I feel. Let me know in the comments. How do you guys feel about on a list like this, squishing two guys together or two people together? I don't know if I'm okay with that.
Me personally, I love it. I think it's great because there's guys that were magic together. Then you split them up, and it's like, who cares?
Yeah, but does that make you one of the 250 greatest guitar players? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's totally valid, and I'm into that, right? Like that's great, and I totally believe in like synergy. That sometimes like the sum of the parts is greater, right?
I'm trying
Like
to think of like an example I can like.
but I don't see that makes you. It's kind of like saying there's so many great artists. And we've seen this, right? Who are amazing. They're amazing on stage. Their songs are awesome. But you get them in here and you say, hey, just play a demo. It's really a different thing and it's hard to do, right?
Yeah.
Like that's, and I don't even think every great guitar player can play a great, intriguing demo off the top of their head necessarily.
Well,
but
yeah, that goes to as well. Being a great guitar player doesn't mean that you're a great songwriter, you know? I guess is like another aspect of that, you know? And in this, yeah.
Andrew Knox said Rolling Stone has about as much credibility as the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's probably about right.
Lindsey Jordan. Here we go. 242.
All right.
Gen Z guitar hero, Lindsey Jordan. Took lessons from fellow 250 guitar. Great.
See, I don't know who either of these people are. I'm sure this person is fantastic.
Okay, so she's in this band called Snail Mail.
A casual virtuoso. What does that mean?
You know, I like to play really balls out.
And a serious
That's
shredder.
in the thing. I'm not making this up.
Have you listened to this person?
In the
Sean?
thing.
Have you listened to
So my girlfriend, this is why I'm also hip to some of these bands. My girlfriend is a huge Snail Mail fan. It's cool, actually. We almost got to open up for this band. So it's not like they're, massive. They're, they're relatively
the cool
small.
Part is she's more influential than Andy Summers.
Yeah.
That's to take it all back.
She is playing a
More
Rick.
influential than Andy Summers
That-
is what we got to keep
That's
reminding
got to be our
ourselves.
litmus test. Like, hey, this person better and more influential. Because I don't think this person is better or more influential than Andy Summers. And this is not to take anything away from Lindsey Jordan. Like,
Yes, you're great.
you're awesome.
Keep
We love
rocking.
you.
Don't stop. But also, Andy Summers, has done. I don't know. It's just it feels like such a slap in the face. It's not good. I feel like I'm on CNN too. It's cool. It's like I got the, I'm like, it's my hot take.
All right, next.
Okay, next. Here we go.
Keith Urban.
Woo!
Okay. I mean, Keith Urban is a monster of a player. So, I'm happy with him being on the list. Maybe he belongs this low if every guitar great that we know is above him, but not if it's more people like the last one where we're like, who, what band, what did they do? And I mean, it's weird too, because I'm also okay maybe if it's like a band I've never heard of and then I go to listen to them and it's mind-blowing. A lot of people hadn't heard of Guthrie Govan, and I heard, I don't think he's on the list, but he deserves to be on the list because he's amazing.
Could you name, as far as country guitar players in the last 10 or 15 years, maybe Keith, Brad
Brad.
Paisley, Brent Mason. It's a short list of influential country guitar players
Yeah.
Yep.
that you hear. So it's sort of surprising from the country, from that perspective, he's this low.
This low.
Yeah.
I mean, well, and I feel like he influenced a lot of folks for a while.
Well,
Not
that's what I
even
was
country
gonna
guys,
say.
like rock guys
Let's
too.
also not forget his awesome COVID at-home playing
With old the wife barefoot in the background. I enjoyed that.
dancing around like a crazy woman.
But I mean, I don't know.
Again,
I go back and forth. I'm like, because I've seen the influence that he's had on so many people, and then also whether you love or hate his guitars from Walmart or whatever, he is like pushing that out there, trying
play guitar.
to play guitar,
pushing out there like, hey, you should play guitar, which I think is cool. And again, not that necessarily qualifies you as
it doesn't.
the greatest.
That's right. But the chicken picking thing, I think him and Brad Paisley had a lot to do with that coming back into more of like a full swing, with the solos.
Ned's Donut Shop. I just have to say this really quick. Ned says he writes a lot of songs about growing up in America, which is weird. I think what a lot of people don't get about the country is that they're not writing a lot of their songs.
Yeah.
Like he's not necessarily writing any of those songs. I mean, he does write some, but country is like the last one where there's artists and there's writers, and it, not necessarily all like introspective. Like these are songs that are autobiographical. They're just songs that someone wrote. He's like, wow, this is a great song.
Scotty McCreery sings a song about back in '83 and stuff, and it's like, dude,
you weren't there, bro.
Alive.
Yeah,
it's like
I was too. You're younger than me. Yeah. So,
but once again, somebody else wrote the song, right?
Steve says, how about session guitar players? I think it's tricky for those folks to get on these lists because people don't know their names, although we're starting to because of YouTube, especially COVID when we had like Uncle Larry and all these folks. There's the Ostrander guy I love his videos. But, so there's session players are getting out there. I think we've known about Brent Mason for a while, but I think it's tricky for the session players to get on there, even though they probably should be. John says, are there any YouTubers? I don't know. Let's keep going and find out. So Aaron Smith, YouTuber extraordinaire. That's not true. That's not what it says. Apparently from pioneer band Bratmobile.
And
I don't know. What in God's name is a cuddlecore band? A primitive cuddlecore band. Like, I'm sorry, it's probably not politically correct, but I just have a hard time.
We're about to turn
oh my
this-
God, I love cuddlecore.
I'm gonna have to pull up Reddit. I'm gonna have to get into the lore of.
I don't want to know it. This is where I'm an old grumpy man, and I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this?
To make it simplified, just before grunge. Think before grunge.
No.
Kind of aggressive.
No.
What I love, and this is a little just like. This is me really getting molecular about not liking Rolling Stone. But if you look at the photo that they have here, they put Aaron Smith and they put an R next to it to let you know that he is to the right. He's the only person in this photo holding a guitar.
I hate everyone.
I'm like, what? Like, you had to specify? Like,
it's Aaron Smith. I was thinking it's the girl.
Yeah. Well, maybe they should have then. I guess I'm proven wrong in the same moment because I'm like, what?
Wait a minute. Go down.
Wait a minute.
Go down. Scroll down, Sean, where I can see the thing. Keep going. She's a girl too. Aaron is also a female.
Aaron's a
All right,
female.
we're all very confused.
It doesn't matter.
Here we go.
Again,
Next
trash pick, Rolling Stone.
Dwayne Eddy.
He probably awesome, but probably should be down the list quite a bit.
Yeah.
But a pioneer for sure.
Pioneer. It's one of those situations of like, how many people know this name kind of thing. I've heard it. You've heard it.
I mean, you get extra points if you've had or have a signature guitar with a company currently.
It depends on if the criteria for the list is like most influential or if the criteria is strictly you're the best player, right? Because there's a lot of people with signature guitars like Kurt Cobain who aren't necessarily the greatest guitar players ever, right? Yeah. So I don't think that having a signature guitar means like virtuosity.
I don't think so either, right? But this goes back to the same thing we brought up: is what is ranking on this list based off of, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that they specified that, and we don't do enough due diligence to have read things like that from the beginning. So no one cares.
No one cares. Doug Gillard, Mr.
All right.
Guided by Voices.
Who?
Baxter loves this man. He should be here for this one.
I mean, like, if you had, I just don't understand.
I'm
Does
a-
he? He probably does.
He does, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not much of a Guided by Voices guy. Not because I don't like them, just because it's not really my.
Is he a good player though?
I mean, it's all right. It's,
John, you got to take the gloves off. Is the man good? Is the man good?
no. No. I mean, it's like it's more experimental, you know.
Clyde Broadway says, "Read the Ford." That's for chumps, Clyde. I don't want context.
I wish you had your sunglasses with you so that you can put them on and be like Macho Man glasses thrown down. All right, let's keep scrolling.
Yeah, let's keep going. Okay.
Jennifer Batten.
Is a fantastic player. I'm okay with her being on the list, and this is probably right around where she should
Okay.
be. But I mean, she's done some great stuff with Michael Jackson. She's got all kinds of cool
Well, I mean,
solo stuff. I mean, she is like, yes, objectively a virtuoso player.
The most influential rock and roll female guitar players, right?
Yeah.
Would you argue?
I mean, for that sake, compared to the other people we've seen on this list and knowing what's coming up, I feel like she should maybe be higher, just for like female rock guitarists. Because I remember seeing,
Just from skill level, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Well, I saw those Michael Jackson videos from the '80s where he's
You're like,
playing and she
"Damn."
comes out and is just
She kills it.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
she is like an amazing player.
Oh, yeah.
But odd that like she's the shredder who made it.
Yeah.
They left so many of these instrumental like shredders off, but she made it's just kind of weird. I don't
It's
know,
weird.
but I'm
Basically, if you get invited to be in the band of the best selling artist of all time.
you were probably
You
amazing.
made it, yeah.
You
And-
might have made it.
And you
Yeah.
know that he had very high standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right,
Yeah,
keep on going.
completely agree.
Greg Sage, the Wipers. I keep thinking, man, I should know these people. Then I read their band name. I'm like, no, I shouldn't. It's fine.
We
Rolling
learned-
past punk orthodox.
Here's all you need to know. We learned everything from the Wipers,
Oh.
said Kurt Cobain.
Okay. I mean, fine, but
I mean, listen, we got some stuff to listen to.
We do. I'm going to go listen to the Wipers.
I
We'll check it out.
Come on.
Look at the guitar he's playing, boys. You see that? You see
Yeah.
what that
The
is?
Southpaw, too.
Yeah, baby.
or they
baby.
just flip the picture. Selfie.
Laura Marling, 235. British singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist Laura Marling is a subtler kind of
What does that mean? Employing complex. I mean, okay.
She
Complex
did-
tunings and voicings.
She came up with dad tuning.
I love how it says they sound. Usually we say things sound simple, but like they, are actually way more complicated. This says they sound far simpler than they really are. I don't know what that even means.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know this one.
I mean, I can understand like that. I always was thinking Joni Mitchell and it says influence, primary influence, Joni Mitchell. Okay, again, I don't know that this pick makes any sense. This pick is fine if you're doing 250 and then you got every other great guitar player that we all know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. John McGeoch. Who is this? Manchester. You probably know about this.
Yeah. I didn't know this is who it was, but I do know this band.
Okay.
I've never known how to say their name.
Shot by both sides. Yeah, I have no idea how to say that name either. But,
Once again, like a this is in that post-punk, era of like, gothy kind of things. If you've ever listened to bands like Wire or The Damned or some television stuff, anything like that, this falls into that category. Echo and the Bunnymen, very much like that stuff.
I feel like I've read miasmic on every one of these things. That must be Rolling Stone's favorite adjective. Miasmic flange.
Oh,
So
But-
guys, definitely feel free to tell us how to pronounce the bands or the names in the comment section phonetically. because-
yeah, that'd be great because this one, like I said, I've always said like Sexy and the Banshees. I know I'm screwing it.
Someone said that Joni Mitchell belongs, and I would agree with that, but we haven't seen her yet.
She might be on the list.
So she might be on there,
That's right.
um,
Here we go. Boom, baby. Just what I wanted.
her. I kind of like her. But I don't know. I mean,
So she just did something with the Foo Fighters.
Yep,
you know,
SNL.
SNL.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this morning.
It looked pretty good. I was like, oh, okay. She's got a great voice.
she's obviously she's a good player.
Yes. It seems to me like I'm okay with. I think her should maybe almost be a little bit higher on the list in the sense of like influence lately.
Well, it's relative to the other people on the list, right? Again, it all comes back down to who is on the list. So, like, as we get higher and there are sort of conspicuous names missing,
yeah,
I think that's when we have to go back and judge. Like, should her be 233 or higher, right?
And it also goes back to Andy Summers being 250. I'm like, Andy Summers should be above her, but her should also be higher on the list as well in influence in my mind. You know. Here we go. Who's next, baby? David Williams.
A lot of calls for Esteban, boys. And I agree. Esteban should be on here.
Oh, he's on here.
So this is another player for Michael Jackson's band?
Let's see. His greatest impact on a style of music not known as an instrumentalist. Showcase 80s pop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, just the fact that he played on Billie Jean and Dirty Diana. I mean, yeah. Okay, cool.
He played on
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks' Stand Back.
But I mean, like, to me, that's almost enough to be on the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
stuff,
that's
man.
pretty awesome. I mean, I'm familiar with some of these songs. I'm not familiar with this guy, but
Brother.
that's cool. And I do think it's kind of cool. Like, guys like this, I'm 1,000% okay with them getting some recognition.
He was the Tom Bukovac of the
Yeah.
80s.
I mean,
Damn it.
you heard it here first. You heard it here.
David Williams.
Dirty Diana.
Someone said they
Let's see.
should have just grouped all of MJ's guitar players. I mean, God, if we're going to group folks together, maybe.
Etta Baker. Here we go.
Etta
Piedmont Blues, baby. North Carolina. Here we go.
We happen to live here in the Piedmont,
Wait a second.
right here. And I'm going to tell you that
Went
I
to
don't
a
know.
multiracial
I mean-
family in North Carolina in 1913. That's cool.
that is cool.
This once again, what I do appreciate about this list, I have something to go listen to now. I'd love to,
Now, like, this intrigues me, right?
Yeah.
So, like, this doesn't seem like, oh, I play in a weird punk band and we make strange noise with absent guitars. This seems like, okay, Etta Baker.
Well, and
I wanna go listen to Etta Baker.
You see the influence being like Bob Dylan and Taj Mahal. It's kind of like, oh,
And I love Taj Mahal and Bob Dylan.
yeah. So I'm kind of like, ooh, Etta Baker. I will be listening to you soon.
And it looks like Taj Mahal did an album with her. So that's kind of cool.
That is
Okay.
cool.
So, so we're going to listen to One Dime Blues and Carolina Breakdown
That's what you're listening
when we're done
to. Make a
an
list.
hours from now.
Hours from now. Don't worry though, because Gustavo Cerati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He single-handedly transformed the sound of Latin rock, Sean.
Once again, we probably have no idea who this is, so I don't want to speak out too much.
In the mid-'80s. I mean, that's, I guess, okay. So probably cool. I just don't know.
I think I saw. It is easy to forget what an extraordinary guitar player he is.
Sure.
Okay,
All right.
I'll take your words for it.
Good-looking Telly.
Barbara Lynn.
G&L, Johnny.
Man,
Was it?
It's a G&L.
Oh, my God. More Fender than a Fender, Derek.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say these things.
All right. Next.
I'm really digging Barbara Lynn. She is.
I'm
smoking, dude.
gonna agree with Clyde Broadway right here. He says, "I dismiss you if you have no iconic riffs, solos, or songs." I mean, that's true. I mean, that's
Well,
kind of.
mean,
people might have influenced the people that
That's
brought us these.
well,
like,
that's the other thing too. I think about like the Kurt Cobain one. I'm like, well, without that, you don't have.
Well, you think about a player like a Sean Lane, and maybe he has iconic riffs or solos, but I just always see him shredding. But obviously, he is like objectively amazing. Do you know who that is? Sean Lane is probably not. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. I used to really want a G&L Comanche too. I don't know if I care anymore.
Wrote songs for some serious,
This is Barbara
serious
Lynn,
music.
number 229.
I kind of want to hear Stank.
Smoking hot, dude. Smoking hot.
Sampled by the Beastie
Well, that's
Boys
true.
and Moby.
I like that. Moby's the man. You'll lose.
I
a
mean,
good
okay,
thing.
hold on. Been covered by the Rolling Stones, Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding, and Robert Plant. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Influence, baby.
But again, is she a guitar player? I mean, obviously, she wrote songs.
And she's by her guitar.
She is by her guitar.
I like to think she would.
I mean, I'm sure she, lots of people could play.
I bet she killed it.
All right.
Okay, someone, Mayor McShee says she is largely unknown but deserves to be on here. I'm going to take your word for it because I always enjoy your comments.
All right, here
So.
we go. Steve Jones, the New York Dolls.
Probably deserves to be way down the list, you know?
I mean, New York Dolls are super
Well,
influential.
so he was in the Sex Pistols.
Yeah. Which again, I say,
He was in the Sex Pistols, guys. I read the beginning and then I just stopped. I was like, ah. When New York Dolls turned Sex Pistols manager Malcolm McLaurin gave Steve Jones a white Les Paul Custom that had been played by the Dolls.
okay. I don't care. Let's move on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's not
I'm gonna be
Leonard
honest.
Skinner, Jonathan, right? Not
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner.
Where
Hell
I'm
yeah,
a-
brother. That's what I'm
Where I'm
talking
a
about.
bad punk is the fact that I really have never gotten into the Sex Pistols hardcore just because it was like I get it. I've listened to it. It's good, but it's just not. I don't know. I like a little more. Glenn Branca, number 227.
A pillar of New York's post-punk no wave movement. He committed himself to establishing the guitar. What is his trademark harmonic series? Okay, see, like that
Interesting, right?
That is interesting.
Oh.
totally up to 100 players. Good Lord. Droning Heavy Symphony #1 recording. I mean,
Oh,
I kind of want to
okay.
hear this.
I've heard this before, actually. It's been a long time. I was in high school. The two guys from Sonic Youth played in it, and the idea was it was like a guitar orchestra, but it was like, I think it was comprised of like 6 guitar players or something.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
I'm reserving my judgment on him. Someone says a lot of punk, Mayor McShee's, a lot of punk guitarists. Yeah, there are a lot of punk guitarists. And I mean, not really a genre known for its like crazy guitar playing.
Well, that's, yeah.
I mean, obviously it is very guitar driven, but I don't know. All right, let's go.
Let's go. El Kempner, an indie powerhouse project that opened for Yes. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, once again, cool, but also if your thing is like, oh, you just opened up for a band, it's like, all right, cool. I guess, a band that is fairly recent too.
I mean, just what makes El Kempner one of the 226 greatest guitarists of all time? Equally at home rocking out on their beloved Stratocaster doing pretty acoustic finger picking, or swirling arpeggios? Nah, I don't know. I just don't know if you get to be.
And it goes back
on the
to,
list.
once again, Andy Summers.
250, right?
And
how is this person ahead of Andy Summers?
Somebody that, and I mean, even like a Paul Simon, even
I'm shaking my fists.
the girl from Michael Jackson,
Someone said it's Spanish for the Kempner because it's El Kempner, and that's kind of hilarious.
Now this I can get behind, dude.
All right, the next one.
The MC5, Fred Sonic Smith and Wayne Kramer.
Again, I
number
just don't love
225.
the team up. I don't love combining two people.
I'm okay with this. So I'm a huge MC5 fan. But what I'll also say too, the reason why I think this one should be on here, and it goes to the same thing like with the inspiration factor, I guess. These two guys inspired a lot of what was to come, because they were doing this in the 60s, which was nuts. All that loud rock, it's like right on the verge of becoming punk rock. It's pretty sick.
I'm cool with both of these guys, and I think Wayne Kramer is super cool. I just,
I bet you do.
I bet you do.
I mean, look at that, dude.
guitar.
Look at that.
Pretty legit.
I mean, that's badass right there. Coily cable and all.
It's awesome, dude. Marv Tarplin.
Okay.
Get Smokey Robinson down there.
Okay, here we go. Here's my great obviously good player.
Mm.
You just don't think of man, that's the best guitar playing in the world
I know.
when you hear Smokey Robinson.
And it goes back to the good old fashioned what the hell, all the guys. Andy Summer. You know, the people we've went
Andy
by.
Summers is 250. We're at 224.
Oh my God, man. It's okay though. All right, Joseph Spence, number 223. Let's see.
A lot of people talking shit about Rolling Stone on here, and I can't disagree. That's all I wanted to say. Can't disagree with it.
They're an authority in music, Jonathan.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Anyways, so Joseph Spence. All right, Rick, go on so I can read the thing because I don't know who he is.
Yeah, no, that's kind of where I was
That's
at.
the other thing, right? Like, I just feel like in a list of the 250 greatest guitarists, when we're guitar players, we should know who they are. Like, right? I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
you know.
Kinda. I mean,
How many guitar players were there in the Allman Brothers, John?
how many
Yeah.
originally?
I'm just saying, is that your list? Just those guys that were in the Allman
Hey, there's a lot of those guys.
That's just
lot of spicy comments from the editor chair over there today. I'm sensing some anti-Southern rock sentiment over there.
Baxter's just in
Oh
time.
God.
No, don't even get started.
Okay, Joseph Spence. I'm probably fine with Joseph Spence. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it looks like he's like a legit, you know.
it seems like he influenced some people. Similar thing to like the punk guitarist stuff where it's like it's cool.
But see, okay, he often seemed to be improvising in the bass, the middle strings, and the treble at the same time. Like that is a virtuistic. Like that's cool. Like okay, if you can do that and you sort of pioneered that, and that was in 1958, cool, awesome. Be on the list.
There you go, rock and roll.
Um,
Here we go, 222.
there's girlfriend.
oh my God.
Whoa, Molly
Now-
Tuttle.
Molly Tuttle is amazing.
She is.
So again, I'm fine with Molly Tuttle
Name me
being on the list.
a female acoustic guitar player
Who's better?
currently in bluegrass that is more influential than Molly Tuttle.
Billy Strings.
They did.
Daniel Donato.
They just had a great picture of them being old, like 80s wrestlers. For
I saw that. That was great.
Billy Strings was Hulk Hogan, which my son was Hulk Hogan, and it was pretty.
If you
pretty
don't
good.
follow Jonathan on Instagram, you missed a hell of a photo.
Maybe I'll put it back up.
Jonathan's
Yeah,
son looked amazing. He had
It
a
was pretty-
mustache and everything.
The weird thing is he just looked kind of normal. I was like, oh God.
I know the mustache looked like appropriate. I was like, oh,
Even the weird long blonde wig, I was like, oh wow, okay, son. You know,
it's time to grow that
I'm
mullet out.
seeing into your future. But no, I mean, yeah, I got no qualms about.
deserves to be on this list.
She
Molly
might
Tuttle.
deserve to be higher.
Maybe a little bit
Um,
higher, yeah.
You know, like again, that's relative to who's on there. I don't
Yeah.
think Molly Tuttle deserves to be ahead of Andy Summers.
No. Yeah. Well, I think there's
I
a,
mean,
and here's something
Yeah.
else too. I want to put this out there. I think a lot of times people get like knocked for being like, oh, you just hate girl guitar players. It's like, no, we love girl guitar players. But if you're going to be a girl guitar player, like put somebody on there that like, brought the hammer down, like a Molly Tuttle. She brings the hammer down, dude. Rip.
Yeah, she flat picks like
Oh,
nobody's freaking.
oh, dude, she would, yeah. Yeah. James Blood Ulmer, 221. It's kind of funny because this looks like an old MySpace photo.
but he looks cool.
He does look cool.
I want to hang out. I want to like jam with.
I wanna
James
hang out with this
Palmer.
dude.
First place, Soul Jazz. Okay. Where do you think they got this list? How do you think they cobbled this list together?
Well,
Like,
you know what is cool to think about is like how you, like there's guitar players on here I've never heard of. And I'm like, okay, well, at least they like seeked out a lot of names. Like they went in depth, it's pretty cool.
no, I'm cool with James Blood Ulmer. That's good. That's a good pick.
Seems cool, He is a rock.
He is the blues.
I like that. That's cool. If anybody can say that about you, I'm like, maybe.
Yeah.
But it is Rolling Stone too, so it's like
I don't want to give. Him
I don't want to
Rolling
give
Stone
them
too much
credit. Yeah. I like to hope that it was just the guy listening, Courtney Barnett.
She's one of your big influences, right?
How
I
do
mean,
you know?
she's playing to a lot of people. She's got a cool rug and a pedal board. So,
She's a guitar player.
Got the makings.
melodic finger picking to frenetic garage rock inspired solos.
Now, from playing in the North Carolina music scene for about 3 years now, I will say, influence-wise on what is happening right now musically, and I'm not saying the North Carolina music scene is like the, the billboard of great guitar playing. But what I am saying is for the influence, I can definitely see it. I hear it, whenever we go out. I know a lot of people. Got a local band called the Frozen Charlottes. A lot of influence there. So there you go.
Derek, I just need to point this comment out to you. William Robinson said the Mount Rushmore of guitarists is Dwayne Allman, Dickie Betts, Warren Haynes, and Derek Trucks, otherwise known as the Allman Brothers.
Well, bam.
So there, Derek.
Vindication, Johnny. Get
There.
Vindication.
But no, like one more time before we move on to these guys, right? Like, I feel like you could go to a scene like we have here in North Carolina,
Yep.
almost anywhere, pick out a band who's doing pretty good, find the guitar player and be like, oh, okay. And throw them on the list. Like that's my problem with this one.
Well,
and with a lot of these picks, right?
And
Because there are lots of good guitar players out there. I mean, there just are.
It's once again, this would be something like if I saw Courtney Barnett on here and I haven't seen some of the names that we've already seen, I'd be like, okay. But the fact that she's at 220 and we've seen some of these artists.
Andy Summers.
Well, Andy Summers just being the name that we can really hit, there's so many before that. Once again,
Like, why is this girl ahead of her?
the Michael Jackson guitar player.
Why is she ahead of Molly Tuttle? I just don't know. And someone on here said, it's,
Grammy winner.
I mean, okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
All right, keep it rolling.
Here we go, baby. Glenn Tipton and KK Downing. Let's see.
I mean, he's Judas Priest.
Breaking the law, breaking the
We know
law,
that one. If you can sing
breaking
it,
the law,
if you
breaking
can
the
sing
law.
it, it's a part of your
Yeah,
musical vocabulary.
dude.
It's influential.
Anybody who thinks that song isn't good, they're insane. I remember being like 13 and hearing that song for the first time and being like, this rips.
Ooh. Someone says the list is AI generated. That's interesting.
Really?
I don't know if they're just joking or if it really is,
Now,
but
here's what I think we do, and maybe we don't do this during the live stream, or maybe we do. But Derek and I have, especially Derek, has dipped his toes in the Chat GPT. It would be interesting to see what happens
if you ask
make us a
ChatGPT
list.
to give you the 250, like we should do that, Derek. Because I'm okay with machines making all my opinions for me.
That's right.
If I didn't have to think anymore, that would be great.
Well, and it
Great.
wouldn't surprise me if Rolling Stone was just scraping. Oh, Lizzie Hale. Lizzie Hale. I've
She's
seen more than I've
amazing.
ever
She's
thought.
incredible. I'm sorry.
You know.
She's a goddess of hard rock.
I mean, as far as I guess inspiring people, sure, guitar playing wise it's never been my thing, It kind of falls in that butt rock territory.
She's
Sorry.
got some cool guitars, though. I think
Yeah, yeah.
signature model Epiphones are pretty.
Well,
Yeah.
all of
We
her
had a
signature
couple of
models are cool. It's weird to me that like she caught on and Gibson was like, Lizzie Hale, we're gonna make her the greatest ever. The people at Gibson keep telling me the demographic that buys the most electric guitars right now are female. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a lie. And you'll hear companies say that. That is absolute the biggest crock of what that I've ever heard. And I'm sorry, I haven't said anyone. You can show me fake statistics. You can show me whatever bullshit piece of paper you want. That's just not true. It's just not true. I wish it was true. I think it'd be awesome, but
Here's what I think.
it's not true.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just realized Jonathan Robinson is the Maury Povich of the guitar YouTube world.
I've been saying it for years.
It's true. It's true.
It's true or it's a lie.
Or not.
The best guitar.
Not the father of butt rock. I'm sorry. No, I mean Lizzie Hale's great, right? Her band's great.
Yeah.
There's a lead guitar in her band.
No.
But I mean, like, I just don't know that she belongs on a list of the greatest, the 250 greatest. I mean, she does compared to some of the other junk we've seen on here,
Well,
but not in like reality land.
Once I see
Yeah.
that, like I said, it's like influence based, bigger than a lot of the names that
Yeah.
we've seen, more influential than a lot of the names that we've seen. But, here we go.
She's got a
Thomas?
signature guitar too, so it's just extra points for signature.
Derek loves signature guitars. That's his
If
biggest
you got a
criteria.
guitar,
Oh, no.
You get a guitar. You get a guitar.
Throw them around like candy, baby. Thomas McClary. I'm bad with those.
His
The
first instrument was the ukulele, or the ukulele, as we hear sometimes. Okay.
Uka Snaley.
Okay. He formed the Commodores. That's cool with Lionel Richie.
Well,
all right.
Listen, the Easy solo influenced the hell out of me. I love that sound.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah, I'm okay with this. I didn't know his name, but pretty cool. Brick House.
Yeah, it's on
She's a brick. Yeah, I'm not, and yeah. All right, we're good. Keep going.
That's right.
Keep it going.
Steve,
Oh my God, it's Steve Hackett.
Genesis, anybody?
A great player. Deserves to be on the list. Does he deserve to be ahead of Andy Summers? No. Nothing else needs to be said.
I just wanted to name a bunch of Phil Collins songs. It's like just Phil Collins songs.
Oh, think twice. That's a great song. Phil Collins is amazing. I don't care what anyone says.
I think Steve Hackett should be on here. Steve Hackett should be on here.
I'm totally fine with
good.
Steve Hackett.
Yeah,
Hey, that
he's
was kind of that like prog, like lots of cool chords, lots of cool playing.
Well, especially early Genesis into pop-related Genesis. It's just, yeah.
He says he's very happy to have freed up guitars to play dazzling solos and come up with things that would only be dreamt up at one time. Okay.
There you go. That's the way to do it. He left the group in 1977 to pursue a solo career.
But no, he belongs in the list. And I think he belongs here or higher, but probably not ahead of.
That's kind of like that other
different
Nirvana
voice.
guitar player that left and joined the army. And then Nevermind came out. Damn it.
Good morning, Uncle Left Eye.
Kurt Vile. So this falls into the same vein as a Courtney Barnett. Some might even say you could confuse these two.
Yeah, but who is this dude?
Same thing with Courtney Barnett. Just very influential.
So no one. Was he in the Allman Brothers?
He was in the Almond Brothers, Jonathan.
The Almond Joys. No, seriously, who did he play for?
Just himself.
I mean, he's got a song called Pretty Pimpin'.
Once again, I view this as one of those guitar players very influential in the scene right now to a lot of people coming up. The same thing, all the bands I've already listed, North Carolina stuff. And I'm sure just around, I know what's going on in California right now too with some of that punk scene. Same thing.
Andy Summers. Andy Summers. Moving on. Moving right along. I'm glad you're here, Sean, to tell us these things.
Speaking my voice in that one.
Okay. I'm not even going to try to say this one.
Kiji Hano.
But there's three forms solo
Wrong.
performances. Sean, you're going straight to hell for that one.
Okay. Here's what I want to say before we say anything else. Key tracks. A shredded coiled cable within the cable sincerity could not be contained. That is one of her key tracks.
I think this is it's wait a minute.
This is like the guy
this
that's
is a dude.
wait, what?
It says it's not clear whether he's playing or actually performing an exorcism.
Oh,
Yeah, Sean, don't be
look at me
Going all crazy.
assuming people's genders.
you piece of trash. Rolling Stone would be mortified.
I thought I was the youth here. Clearly not.
You're not, obviously.
Okay.
Obviously.
This next one, I want to preface. Okay. Lucy Dacus. Let me explain.
Is that how you say it?
Let me
Not
yeah.
Decis.
No, it's Dacus.
Decus.
It's Lucy Dacus. Trust me. I've seen her live. All right. Before all you guys get mad. Lucy Dacus is an incredible songwriter. A great songwriter. I will give her that. Her guitar playing is just guitar playing.
Okay, I want to read this first line. Scroll up a little bit. Even if her playing doesn't get as much attention as her piercing lyrical insights.
Well, that's what I say. Whenever your songwriting way overshines that, and seriously, fantastic songwriter. If there was a list of 250 greatest songwriters, I would say, sure.
Well, you know my
Guitar
answer
playing.
to that, though, right? You know who's a fantastic songwriter? Vince Gill is a fantastic songwriter. He is. And we still talk about what a great guitar player he is. Because you know what? He's also a great guitar player.
Yeah.
So if you're a great songwriter and you're just a meh guitar player, you don't get to be on the list of the 250 greatest guitar players of all time.
Now, with all that being said, too, her, they say her passing rhythm part, it's like,
Someone said, just say it. She's mid. We're sorry, Lucy.
well,
Yeah, your guitar playing is probably mid.
Well, and here's something else too. She's in a super group, right? And within that super group, she isn't considered the guitar player, the main, like, at least from what I've seen, like Julian Baker is the lead soloist in the, she at least rips the solos.
I mean,
man.
again, Lucy is fine. We love her as a person,
Yeah.
not as a number 213.
No.
Thumbs down.
Go listen to the songs, but don't,
She doesn't want to be funny anymore. Yeah, and I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what's great is this guy is just the Hispanic version of your bass player.
Oh my God.
That's Joe's name.
It's any kind. I mean, I can
And he
see
kind of
the
looks
resemblance.
like him.
Like, imagine if he grew a beard, he'd be Joe. Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
Hair and everything.
The hair and everything.
I mean, yeah.
Feliz Navidad. Everybody knows that song, boys. Come on.
Did he really become? I mean, I don't know.
Feliz. That's my favorite Christmas
I
song.
feel like
it is.
I mean, it is
like,
amazing.
you
Feliz
know,
Navidad is amazing.
you
I
just
just
come and hang
don't
out.
feel
You
like
can sit on the couch and
you could.
Yeah.
You could
Derek's
cuddle up
been
close to
chiming
me
in.
and
We've been having
they
fun,
can hear
dude.
you on my mic as well. I just don't know if he deserves to be a 212.
yeah, I mean, Feliz Navidad, super dope.
I mean, he's awesome, but again, you got to remember, we're not being mean. We're talking about like their guitar
Yeah.
playing,
It,
right?
It definitely didn't. Feliz Navidad didn't inspire me to like say, you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
Go play guitar.
I mean, I don't know, and maybe we're missing. Maybe we just haven't heard the right things. I don't know. Nick Zinner.
At 211, come on. That used to be way higher than that.
Oh, yes. There you go. Look at that.
Come on.
I mean,
Should he?
Yeah.
higher than that? Okay. Well, since you're here too, Guided by Voices. Is that guy a good guitar player?
I mean, yeah, and like in sort of like a special way.
In a special way.
We got Baxter yelling from off camera.
Up on the couch, man.
Johnny. By Johnny. I was on the couch.
Nick Zinner. Yeah, because we were talking about it. I was like, I know you like Guided by Voices.
Well,
I haven't listened
to
to
talk
him.
about Nick in a personal way because, like, I personally knew Nick back in the day. Nick is a phenomenal guitar player, and the soundscapes he created, and he's not just that. Like, so it's just him and a drummer and Karen O, Brian Chase on drums, phenomenal
That's a great
drummer.
point.
Played with him for a bit, but Nick, I thought he was so good. I had like a friend crush on him. I would just follow him around, like, man, that's the coolest guy ever. He's little, but his power on stage is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Should he be higher than Andy Summers?
No one should be higher than him.
Okay.
That's not right. But some of his guitar, he doesn't bring riffs like Andy, but he brings serious riffs.
You're saying he at least is good enough that he can be on the top two.
Well,
He shreds.
it's a bit of that too, and then I think, like you're saying, there's something about that trio thing, covering that much ground and making it sound really good without just playing power chords. That's pretty
Especially a
dope.
trio with just two instruments.
Yes.
You know, it's just like him and Brian.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
no bass player. He's working other things too.
Just,
Nick all the way.
Okay.
There you go.
I put him higher.
I'm gonna go listen to Gold Line later then.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you've heard Maps, dude. That's a good one.
Have I?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm old enough now. Sean has to tell me what I've heard. I have to do that to like my father and grandfather and stuff. Yeah, no, you've seen
heard it.
You know it if you saw it.
Johnny Cage, phenomenal.
Khaki King. Oh no,
What's wrong?
John Cage.
I like John Cage. Oh, it's 33 seconds. Come on,
Silence, baby.
I like it. I don't know enough about this artist.
But I feel like this
We've had
artist.
a few of those where we're like, oh.
I don't know.
I'll just jump in from Rolling Stone to do this. Like, that is hard because they do like
Oh, yeah.
250s, like top
Yeah.
100. Well, and then should we do our own top 100 list where we actually
Probably.
I think that
I would love
250
to
is
do
a
that.
little bit obscene.
Where we're just open. We're just gonna ask Chat GPT.
Well, Jonathan's already decided all the Allman Brothers are in the top 10.
Yeah, sprinkle.
I would agree with a lot of that.
Sprinkle them in.
Hey, listen, I didn't decide. The people in the chat have spoken.
They said.
That's all. That's all.
I don't
Um,
disagree. I'm just saying. I love that.
I mean, I've heard of this person. I feel like she plays like cool, like tapping and junk. So okay, I'll allow it. But again,
What I love, I've never heard of this person. Both of you guys have. That's awesome.
that's because we're old.
We're nerds.
You're not old.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gary Clark at 209.
Zach Person.
Ah,
Love you, Zach.
That's just maybe
It's just- yeah.
okay, let me tell a story about Zach now. Oh wait, we're talking about Gary.
Yeah.
Gary Clark deserves to be on here.
he does.
He does.
Do you think this is the right spot for him? Should he be higher? Should he be lower?
Lower.
I'd say a little bit lower. Like with
What do you mean lower as far as like lower number?
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Not well. So higher number means closer to number one. Lower number means closer to two.
Like higher on the list is closer to number one.
That's right.
You think he should be down the list a bit?
I mean, from some of what I've seen so far, I think he should be here or higher.
It's all relative, right? Because like for this garbage dumpster fire list, he should be higher. But yeah, I think
In
if
that
we
sense,
went
yeah.
through and made our own lists, he maybe
he would
maybe
probably be in the
lower.
top 100. Maybe.
I don't know.
In our list, like
I hear Gary Clark and he's got so much like attitude when he plays,
yeah.
but he's not like the crazy like shredder blues guy. You know what I mean? Like you see it kind of when he sits in with the guys. Like he holds his own, but from like an attitude. I don't know.
No,
I don't know if I'd put him in.
He's tricky, but he's done a lot for the guitar
He has.
playing and brought more players.
And his songs are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think him and her live in the similar
that's a
vein.
fair equation
Yeah.
in a weird way. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought.
Kind of is.
Uh,
We're gonna need. Do you guys remember Celebrity Deathmatch? The
Yes, of
claymation.
course.
We need a
Yeah.
Gary Clark Jr. versus her.
who's next? That's who's blank. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead and say that one, Baxter. Baxter, how do you? This is one of your favorites. How do you pronounce it?
I have the box set. No, this guy can play. I know who this is. I just can't say the name. It's kind of like the guy that does on the ukulele song. I can't say his name either.
Wait, is he blind?
I think.
Anybody blind
Yeah.
needs to be on the list.
Institute for the Blind.
If you're a
in
blind
77.
player,
Magayoko. No, there's
so we got to put Johnny Highland on there too.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
love his style of playing though, because it is, it's like when the most generic things, you're like, I hate saying it, but like when you hear like stuff from Graceland from Paul Simon, ding, 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 like that
Oh, yeah.
great sort of guitar lines, I'd say akin to Johnny Marr in a strange way, like an
Oh,
Afro,
that's
Okay.
cool. Yeah,
like sort of Johnny Marr
All right.
style.
We're good then.
that's cool. I like
I
that.
can play.
Once again, another one that we're gonna have to go and listen to and kind of feel out as well, just because this is cool. That's been the cool part.
Look at this guy. Hell yeah.
Justin Broderick
Broderick. That's a very aggressive
Serious
headshot. It's very aggressive.
created his own guitar lexicon
Oh man,
between
Godflesh.
industrial metal crushers, Godflesh, grindcore pioneers, Napalm Death, and the
This is not
psychedelic
cuddlecore for
post-metal.
God's sake. I don't know what. I'm still confused by that.
Hardcore thing.
Yeah, it is a thing.
I
It's in
mean,
the article.
I guess if you're in Napalm Death, you deserve something. I don't know. It's good, right?
On everything his does, his guitar sighs, groans, and weeps, but nothing else sounds like it.
Can I have a quick question? Did Rolling Stone do this list so big just to get people to do this?
Probably.
Probably.
Like, there's-
Those bastards.
And Rick Beato was smarter than the curve, baby. He said 6 minutes. That's all you get.
Oh yeah.
He did kill
list is
Tony, but on
trash.
a guitar for him.
But we said, we have commitment. We're gonna go the whole way. We're gonna do it all.
That's right.
All of it.
Like rats, silver
Hey,
and stone.
we're almost 50 in.
He
We're
tried.
almost
Keep it moving.
Hugh McCracken.
The name is just so good. Oh, I love it. I mean,
Okay, the opening to like Brown Eyed Girl and that. Okay, that's cool.
He enriched Paul
Amy
Simon's 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover.
I mean,
I love that
if
song.
you wrote the lick to Brown Eyed Girl, a song that everybody learns,
Everyone, like you deserve to be on the list.
You're on the list.
Yo,
I still don't know if you deserve to be higher than Andy Summers.
50
but
Ways
it's like-
to Leave Your Lover is one of my favorite
well,
songs.
he's like the Brent Mason of this time
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
ways. He's like a monster. Like those licks are unreal. So it definitely deserves to be on this list of the top 368,000 guitar players ever.
I mean, yeah, that's cool.
This man turned down
You know what?
the opportunity to play with Wings. He told Paul McCartney, hell no. That's kind of baller. That's punk as hell.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I don't, turn down wings.
Yeah, he did. He said he turned down, he
Can't,
was
He
like
turned down Paul McCartney's offer to join Wings after
playing on
playing.
Ram.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's kind of cool,
Are
dude.
you ready for the next one?
Stay home, sleep in his own bed. Eric Johnson.
205?
Could have
Yeah,
been
man.
lower, gonna be honest.
Yeah, he's mid.
I mean, Andy Summers? Come on.
What? Are you kidding me?
He doesn't have one song, guys, Not one song.
Well, I mean, let's just talk about his one song that everyone can sing that's ever picked up a guitar. Eclipse of Dover, obviously, and we all go. My wife can go.
My wife would be like, "What is that annoying noise?" She wouldn't get that at all.
The fact, I actually feel like Rolling Stones is trolling us to put Eric Johnson at 205. The fact that he's not top 50 in
I feel like
universe makes no sense.
I feel like I was just playing a pinball machine. Like what?
I feel like this list is a pinball machine. They're just like,
It
all right,
is.
here's all the names, and give some names and throw them into a.
Well,
I mean, it is weird that Eric Johnson is so like, it's just
somebody
It's weird.
had an intuitive thought: is this AI generated?
Possibly, or did the person who come up with this list are they a guitar player? Have we researched that at all?
No.
If you don't play guitar at all, or if you,
Supposedly, there's a thing called a forward. It was like the first paragraph of the article that.
yeah, but we don't care about that.
I don't
I'll
want to
read
read
that.
that.
Like I said, that's for
No.
chumps.
No.
For chumps.
No.
Eric Johnson not being like Eric Johnson lives in the world of Steve Vai and all.
He should be top 100. Eric
It's
Johnson.
a top 50.
I think you can make an argument against that, but I'm going to say top 100.
I'm going to go top 25, man.
I mean, the fact that
Reactionary.
they put his name up there with Stevie Ray Vaughan, Joe Satriani, and Steve Vai, it's kind of like
lives
he's
in
not
that world.
higher on the list. That's kind of
He
disappointing.
lives in that universe.
Yeah. She's not anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Move on.
keep going.
Mistake.
Lynn Tate,
Yeah.
born in Trinidad.
Um,
I love that we're having to read these because we're like, who?
Says everything.
Yeah, well, I mean,
let's
you
just
know.
move on. After the Eric Johnson thing, I'm just
Like
Sure,
that,
he's
well,
good.
the thing about it, right? Like, why is he higher than Eric Johnson?
And
just to
Andy
make
Summers.
this controversial.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Grant
I feel like
Green?
that's not the
I mean,
thing.
Greg Green can tear it up a bit.
I love how you know who he is.
I mean,
It's great.
Whoa.
On Green
Oh,
Dolphin
okay.
Street. Okay.
What's funny is I know more of his stuff from the samples that's been used.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's where he's getting pulled in this list. I think is probably because of the samples.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Good
but
Kid, Mad City, dude.
Yeah, he
Great,
wrote
great.
some cool stuff, and he's a great player.
So he died at only 43 while in New York for a gig at George Benson's Breeze and Lounge. I don't believe George Benson is on the list.
George Benson's on the list.
He's not on the list, dude.
He's on the list.
He's totally not on the list.
He's going to be on the
I
list.
guarantee he's not on the list.
This
He has
is
to be on the
sad,
list.
He's not on the list. Maybe
Is
because
that
he
Vince
killed
Gill
this guy.
202? Ha!
And you know who he beat out? All those other guys that were like,
No, but the fact that he's only at 202 as well makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, because Vince Gill
He should be higher.
is ridiculously good.
He's. I like that they chose a nice young picture of him.
Yeah.
He's pretty
It's
good.
a skinny Vince Gill.
Skinny
well,
Vince.
what I love too is
Before 80.
right underneath 202 and Vince Gill, it says, it's almost unfair. It's like, yeah, no, it is. This is sad.
Vince Gill at 202. I mean, yeah, you were talking about the girl from Boy Genius earlier, like songwriting and stuff. Like then Derek chimed in, like his songwriting is like it's beyond like the sort of faux supergroups of today. It's
Yeah.
like this is like platinum, multi-platinum, diamond selling songs
Oh,
of back when CD units were sold. And then he shredded the guitar like Keith Urban
Yeah.
style, but like he
And-
taught Keith Urban
and-
everything.
Like it says on there, he's brought countless other artists' albums. Like he's been a session player from Randy Lambert, Emily Harris, Patty Loveless, Kenny Chesney, Dolly Parton, Don Henley. So I
He's
mean,
in that small
Boys-
little band.
22 Grammy Awards.
I know.
22 Grammys.
I mean, just go listen to like the solo on Oklahoma Borderline.
Stupid.
Stupid good.
Grammys are great. That doesn't mean you're a great guitar player necessarily.
That's right.
But he is one of the greatest.
But turns out he
He
is.
should be.
Turns out he's
turns
what
out-
they call a triple threat.
He turns out
can
he's-
sing, play, and rip. And
When I,
Yeah, he should be up there
When
more.
I saw him play live here in Pinehurst, it was funny because he's like, a lot of folks used to make fun of me for my high voice, but bought me these mansions.
Look at him now. Look at me now.
Bought me these mansions and these cars I got.
I'm living like the Tiger King.
Okay, move on.
I will say Vince Gill, he's also a ridiculously nice human being
He's
a
great.
heck of a golfer.
and a heck of a golfer.
And just
All right.
awesome.
Keep going,
Go,
Sean.
baby.
Keep going. We'll never stop.
Yes. Gary Diaperman Scheider.
Any man who wear a diaper.
Pause. The fact that he's right next to Vince Gill, perfect. Love it.
Listen.
When you say right next to, you mean a spot ahead of.
I mean,
I don't know though. He's in Parliament, Funkadelic.
No,
I was going to say,
I do love Parliament and Funkadelic.
I do too. This is super inspiring for me. Like, this is one of those.
He's like
groups.
the original Corey Wong
I mean, he's
Yeah.
bad to the bone.
with a
dude.
diaper.
With a diaper. And to get on stage, and dress like this and be a total badass.
What did you? Can the quote that God loves babies and fools and I'm both? That's pretty amazing.
And the fact that he
Um,
was microdosing at most of his shows with some proper LSD with a milkshake. It's called the Orange Fizz. It's a long story. If you want to know more, just call us at Casino Guitars and ask for Jonathan.
We're gonna
I think
make some orange
There's
fizz.
there's a good what's his name? Our buddy JD Simo's got a good story about that.
that's
Orange
what I talked
Fizz?
about. Yeah, I talked to JD about it.
Oh baby, I want some
Go
orange
go
fizz.
find his video about it.
It's off the
That's all you need. I think he's got a video out about it.
It's really funny. I talked to him on the phone about it for a while. It was great.
Load more, Sean. Load more.
Load more.
Sean doing this?
Sean's doing everything.
No, I'm not.
Someone said he wasn't even on Maggot Brain, and that is true.
God, gee, that's crazy.
Oh baby,
Kingfish at number 200.
Crisco.
So Kingfish has beaten Eric Johnson and Andy Summers.
Well, of course he is. Come on, Baxter. The man can play, but yeah, I don't know if he belongs ahead of Eric Johnson.
I mean, well, I guess
Or
the
Andy
list
Summers.
is obviously made to like sort of get people interested in like the news. And Kingfish is bad to the bone.
He's
man.
good.
But
He's good. Well, and here's the
Sure.
thing too, though. Like I see this, and I think in that world, Gary Clark Jr. And do we think Kingfish is greater than Gary Clark?
I think he's a better guitar player.
He's a better player.
better player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there we go.
But
I was just curious.
Gary Clark is the coolest thing. That's why.
I'll be honest.
How many Grammys does he have?
Nah.
Okay, well, then-
Listen, Grammys are made up.
And he wasn't even in the Allman
How
Brothers,
many
Derek.
MTV Mood Mans does he have?
But that's the same argument. You'd be like, how many Grammys you have, or how many great songs you write. We're not talking about. We're talking the top guitarists.
Yeah.
That's why we got to
Yep.
focus on that too. So it all leads in some, but
How many Grammys does Jimi Hendrix have?
yeah,
Dun dun.
I know exactly.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Smash.
You're stepping on some
No.
toes over there.
I mean, I do like that as another metric though of our talk being
Kingfish is
Grammys,
pretty-
you know.
Hey.
Bombino.
I mean, it's
Come on, Baxter. This is your boy.
Yeah, I don't know about Bombino.
Desert Blues. I mean, okay, this makes me want to go
I'm gonna check out Bombino.
Oh,
listen to
to
him.
it.
He's influenced by Hendrix and Mark Knopfler.
He kind of
Like,
looks like Prince
cool.
and Mark Knopfler.
Well, because he's inspired by them.
His style
So,
is
Look at that scarf, dude.
Capo's rocking.
I mean, I want to hear this person play.
I'm gonna put some on. I'm
Bombino.
sorry, we're being ignorant. We don't know Bombino.
No, we don't. Okay, so
Sorry.
we just got to keep going. So he probably deserves it. I don't know. Jerry Reed. What a bad son of a bitch.
I mean, that
Yeah.
photo right there looks
I
just
mean,
looks badass.
That looks like Sean's brother.
It does.
I mean, that reminds me of your brother right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's like that's not your family. I don't know. if you
Angry.
The youngest or the middle?
know.
You know what my family's main characteristic is? We all look pissed off all the time, and I don't know
Even
why.
Your gorgeous mother. She's,
Oh yeah, we
she's
just look
angry about
pissed. Like we
something.
look real pissed. Not like
Stop me from wanting
rest
to
in
go
bitch
over.
face,
Like-
just pissed. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
like-
like, what?
I think Jerry Reed should be
Nothing?
higher on
Nothing.
this list.
Like
He should be closer to number one. I mean, he shouldn't be 198.
I mean, but it's tricky. I'd still put Eric Johnson above Jerry Reed, but I think
You can do that.
Jerry Reed is phenomenal, and I think the list is completely foobar. But we'll continue anyway.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
fact that he's
he's just so. I think the people like think of him as like being funny and an actor, and they forget that he's like chilling on
Roy
stage in
Clark.
his socks playing with
Yeah.
BB King. Have you ever seen those videos?
no.
Where like he's sitting on like a hay bale or something, and he's got his shoes off. He's got his weird socks with like the colored toes.
Where those guys just
Yeah,
tore it
They
up.
just destroy it. Or all the stuff with Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins. Good God, it's so good.
Yeah, we got
Oh,
Nuno.
baby. We all know who
young
this is.
Nuno, right next to Jerry Reed. If I was Nuno, I'd be so excited. I'm touching Jerry Reed.
Well, and what do we think about this? Nuno above. I mean, really, any of
Andy
these
Summers,
people.
Eric-
Andy Summers, Eric Johnson.
No, and Nuno's technical prowess is earth shattering. He's a
He's-
phenomenal
oh
player.
yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I wouldn't say he's better than Eric Johnson as a guitar player.
Well, and I wonder too. I'm like, without without an Eric Johnson, do you get a Nuno? You know,
And I loved. I had the Extreme CD back when I was a kid. I had,
you brought me to the light
Brought
with
you
Get
to
the
the
Funk Out. I used to make fun of Extreme, and I thought they sucked. And I heard that solo, and it made me rethink guitar playing.
Like I think he deserves to be on this list.
Oh, definitely,
100%.
definitely on the list for sure.
Oh, no, definitely deserves to be. He probably could be higher.
It's weird that
Um,
his key tracks are Midnight Express and Kiss It Better.
I know.
I'd say More Than Words. That's his key track.
Well, they say they got it in the writing, but just not down there.
Get the funk out.
I mean, but yeah, we mentioned it. It's tricky. It's I think Yeah, and continue.
This could be okay if, just, again, it all depends on sort of the rest
Eric
of the list.
Clapton. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
Wow, he got really
You've
ugly.
got a
He was
friend.
ugly, but
This was at
I
the
love
high
James
hair at one
Taylor.
point. I love James Taylor.
James Taylor should be way higher on the list.
Yeah, but I don't think James Taylor should be higher than Jerry Reed.
It's
or
true.
Eric Johnson, or Nuno Betancourt, or
Oh
Andy
yeah, wait,
Summers,
or Eddie Summers.
or the girl
Um,
from Michael Jackson, or it's
I mean, I will say of all the songwritery, like I do love James Taylor's guitar playing, and I learned a lot of that when I was learning to play, or tried to learn a lot of it. I couldn't do a lot of it, but
His fingerpicking is difficult.
it is difficult, man.
Oh,
It is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Not as easy to do.
It's deceptively
well, he definitely
You
has like a
complicated.
it's a style thing, right? Like beyond anything else, style.
Well, I mean, the other day I had to learn. Someone called and asked if I would play at his funeral, and I had to learn "You've Got a Friend." And I was like, "Dang!" I mean, because it just takes a little bit. I mean, I could do it, but you're like, man, there's some really cool stuff going on. But anyways,
I mean, yeah, this list is completely random.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
Black Flag.
This is Black Flag. I was like, that's freaking my boy.
way better,
It's wrong.
way better. I love Black
I
Flag,
love Black Flag too,
but like, come on, like, don't get me wrong, especially like as they progressed and they got into that like jazzier, almost like more aggressive thing. Cool, that's awesome. But
because I am a Black Flag fan as well. Like I love Rollins. I think it's great. I mean, the fact that can in any universe can be above Eric Johnson.
it's kind of weird,
makes
right?
No sense.
well, that's the
like
trick,
as,
right?
and
It's
we're
like
not talking like your subjective. What do you like better? We're talking about who's
Greatest
a better player, like greatest
influential-
player.
Yes.
Not even influential, just
And I love like the Ramones are some of my favorite guitar. I love Lou Reed, and those guys will probably be in here somewhere. But
I hope Lou Reed's like
Number
the top
two.
50. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, what?
moving on, we got a lot to go. We got a lot of ground to cover.
Here we go. Brian Robertson and Scott Gorham.
Whoa, we got like a duo.
Oh,
I mean,
Actually, there's been lots of
oh,
them.
dude.
honestly, I missed all the duos earlier. I mean, these guys are pretty phenomenal.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I got into a Thin Lizzy thing a few months back, and the reason why I got into the Thin Lizzy thing had nothing to do with these two guys, to be honest. It had everything to do with,
Your boy,
yeah.
bass player.
when it says the key to Thin Lizzy's soaring 70s hard rock was singer bassist Phil Lynott songwriting.
Yeah.
I thought it was heroin. I always just assumed. I thought that was the key. But
That is
anyways,
true.
I mean, like Gary
Fuck
Moore.
it.
Gary Moore is what was like influential to me from this, from Thin Lizzy.
He'll be up there higher.
I hope.
Yeah, he will.
Uh,
He will.
it would be
not on
funny
the
if he's
list.
not on the list.
Who
I would
wants
be
to
like,
tell him? Who wants to tell him? Yeah, he's not on the
if
list.
he's not on this list, dude?
He's not on the
How do you
list.
know he's not on the list?
I know lots of things, Baxter. This
Dude,
list has been out for like a
If
month.
you go and listen to "Still in Love with You," that is the most influential Thin Lizzy
Of
solo
course he's on the list.
ever,
Nope,
ever.
Shut up, you're lying. Go on, move on.
I'm lying. I could be lying, but I could not be.
David Lindley.
What do you think about them smushing people together for the list? I don't like it.
I mean,
My argument was, I think there's guitar players who, on their own, don't even compare to what they were in a group.
Then you're not the 250 greatest guitar players. I'm great, but only when I play with Sean.
because
I would love that.
David's a great player too. It's just tough because now I'm sort of fixated on like Eric Johnson and Andy Summers
Sorry.
and Betancourt. Just the fact like this when you have guitar players of that caliber and Vince Gill who sort of sat right around 200. I don't want to be the grumpy old man the whole list. So
Well,
I mean, I do
David's
love
amazing.
David Lindley, and I love one of my favorite things ever is the slide on Running
Running
Man.
Empty.
Is amazing.
Wow,
And-
wow, 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 wow. I can sing it, but it's also, it's like,
Yeah, and I didn't know that was a Jackson Brown song until like way later in my life.
yeah. I do feel like this should be lower on the list, though. It should be like, in the 200 somewhere.
The whole list is completely ridiculous
Yeah.
so far. So.
I mean, but I love that David Lindley is on there. I like that a lot.
Lita Ford.
Lita Ford.
Well, I love
I-
if
I didn't have a penis between my
I think
legs.
Lita Ford's
It's less obvious these days. You never know.
Terrible this one. Well, for as woke as Rolling Stone tries to be, Lita Ford to be way higher.
Yeah.
For what she did at the time when she came out, like that duet with Ozzy Osbourne, Close Your Eye. I mean,
Close your
and she's a shredder of a player. Like Kiss Me Once, a huge hit single now, but as a female front guitar player that actually plays guitar really well. not just like a female guitar player. It's
Yeah.
not, and I love Joan Jett too, but like Lita Ford rips it
Oh,
up.
yeah.
You know,
Good in the
in a real way.
yes, in the
Like, she
guitar
doesn't have to
playing
play
way.
guitar. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
have to battle with Lita.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
There's been a few
Venus or
people on
not?
him like they'd bury me. Ugh.
Spanky.
If your name's Spanky, you probably deserve to be on here.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. Died from diabetes in 2008.
How
That's
do you
sucks.
say
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes,
That's how you say it. No, he's a great player. That's a tricky one too, though. It's you know,
But like I said, that kind of neo soul stuff, man, like the D'Angelo stuff, that is great guitar that gets overlooked a lot because
well,
of
I
the
think
songs.
that's what this list is trying to do, is sort of pull that in with like your traditional like speed and R&B blues that we're used to. Maybe
I think they mostly failed at that.
Afro-Cuban.
Well, like I said, I
They
enjoyed
mostly failed.
that they're like infusing things that it's like not on the note. Like this is one of those entries that I'm like, all right, I can see that. It's cool. It's cool.
Continue. Oh yeah,
Lightning
Hopkins, hell
Hopkins.
yes, all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, badass,
190,
dude.
I'd say that he should be at a higher point. on the list.
Probably higher than that.
And like
Yeah.
that means like a lower number.
Yeah.
It's Lightning Hopkins. That's it's one of the influential like keys to like blues.
All the stuff that you wouldn't have without
You were born in
this guy.
1912 and you contributed to like the blues and the fact that the amount that this guy did.
you're in
Yeah,
the
dude.
list.
You're
You know,
top 50.
because there wouldn't be guitar playing without guys like these. You know.
Yeah, not in the way that we know it, like at all.
Yeah. Here we go.
Jerry
Jerry
Cantrell. Let's enter the
The
grunge
man in the
world.
box.
Is there a first grunge person in here? Or did I miss some?
I think we had people who influenced Kurt Cobain so far, but this is our first grunge guy, like our first big four guy.
Jerry Cantrell is obviously, I guess, a better guitar player than some of the people from the other grunge bands. And he's going to be
He is
way lower.
He absolutely
you
is
know, his
because
number.
they, you know,
It's sort of fun because he could play. Like Man in the Box was the only grunge solo.
Yeah.
I remember that period. You know, besides some of like the Pearl Jam stuff.
I think it's him and McCready. You know, kind of carry the guitar
I mean,
through the grunge
well,
stuff.
Well, with the McCready
Yeah.
stuff, a lot of that is like it's cool, but sometimes I feel like it's almost so influenced by like the Hendrix stuff. And I'm kind of like,
It's
eh,
very just sort of derivative. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So you
Not that I
think
don't like.
Cantrell is maybe not as much?
I think he.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think Cantrell may be. You know, just because you can still hear like that weird glam rock thing, like that was him, and then
I
you
love
hear the
them
next
Bones,
thing.
Too, that they mentioned that riff is
Great
great.
song.
Move
But I
on.
mean, again, like he shouldn't be higher than friggin' Eric Johnson on a guitar players list.
No,
An influential guitar players list, probably,
maybe. Yeah.
but not a like 250 greatest guitar players of all time.
Keep it coming.
Look at
She's
that
playing
sweet
a bass.
picture.
Bassi.
CMJ Music Marathon.
Hell yeah!
I used to play in that.
Stern.
I remember that. I was not there at 2008. I was gone in 2007. That's so funny.
Was she really an indie prog math rock version of Eddie Van Halen?
No. Slater Kenny's cool, though. I like them a
They're
lot.
cool. I like Slater Kenny.
I can't see. She's great, but I can't see this being above Lita Ford.
I love that.
Like the
I love that
female.
they wrote her own sense of hammer on bombardment
See their
as a metaphor for emotional overload. Oh my god, that what a bunch of BS.
Move on.
Here we go.
Wait.
Mark.
For a minute, I thought it
Really?
was John Mayer. I was like, please tell me John Mayer's 187.
That would make my
so
day.
happy.
Playing a sweet ESP telly.
Let's see. So is that what that? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't know this artist.
I remember one verbal.
Searing tone and spare but kinetic attack that floated like smoke.
Tom Waits there.
I wish someone. I want them to describe. Well, maybe I don't. I don't know.
I'm gonna highlight this for you.
Play.
Play it like a midget's bar mitzvah.
Okay, that's funny.
I don't know what that means.
When there's supposed to be a session player who's great, but then I don't know their key tracks. I'm a little.
Well, it's not. I don't know.
you know,
That's fine.
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Thumbs down. You can't see my thumbs down. There it is.
Steve, look at
How is he 186?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not the biggest Lukather like disciple / fan. Like some people were
Some
all
people would
hot
say
and bothered.
Steve Lukather is one of the best guitar players in rock and roll history.
Right. And I don't know if I think that, but I think he deserves to be way higher.
well, you know what Jimi Hendrix said.
1000%. That the fact that he is at 186.
Kind of a travesty.
I mean, this has to be like a trolling list. Obviously, we're just going to spend hours talking about it. So it's clearly somebody did this just that contest.
Tim Truton says maybe it should have been titled "The Greatest Guitar Personalities." That was probably true.
I can see that. Oh,
That's a
personality, dude.
Talk about it.
Peggy Jones.
Hell yeah.
Look at her. She looks like a firecracker. I like that.
Calm down, Sean. Calm down. Sean's getting excited over there.
Peggy Jones is known as the Queen Mother of
I'm gonna have to in a minute. I'm gonna have to retire to go get my charger for my computer. My old vintage Mac can't handle these long live sessions.
Sizzle, sizzle.
When your MacBook's older than all your children.
That is funny.
It is.
Well, the fact that Steve Lukather is like not as high. I mean, Peggy Jones is great and had some cool stuff. I don't know.
She wrote Wiggle Wobble. You shut your mouth.
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be white.
Yeah, man.
I believe it. No, she's cool, man. It's like
cool.
it's Steve. We're talking about Toto.
I know, man.
Some of the best recorded, like sort of flat rock music. I don't know how they recorded that stuff. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Move on, move.
yeah. I know.
Oh,
It's just
Eldon
kind of
Shambles.
ridiculous.
oh yeah, he's
Um,
playing the ES5, baby.
Hell yeah, brothers.
We have one of those right behind us. It looks
No.
just like that.
Braxton's playing it right now next door.
Is he?
That's why I even grabbed it for.
That's
Oh,
funny.
nice.
It's, no, that I gotta see that guitar. And
Oh, okay, so
he
he's-
texted me last night. So yeah,
So this guy can play from Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. All that Western swing stuff is like legit. But yeah, nobody knows who.
but much better than Steve Lukather, right?
Absolutely.
Who?
More technically proficient. Baxter, come on. Did you see
Steve
that hat?
Luther?
Did you see that
He's
hat?
cool. He wears a cool hat.
Oh, Roy Buchanan.
God,
How many of you knew his name before the
dude,
thing
I didn't
went up there?
recognize him there. That's just
Listen,
crazy.
if you wear a hat like that,
Oh.
you should not be allowed.
Someone says we should do a shot after every 25 players. That's not a horrible idea.
no, I can't do shots.
Down.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying we could.
double,
We got
double.
it.
I'm not drinking any today.
Lies.
I'm drinking only today.
Lies.
Roy Buchanan.
No lunch, just whiskey.
Roy,
That's not a bad place, right?
Nah, he deserves to be higher.
he deserves to be higher.
Eh.
Sean, you shut your
I'm just
millennial
being
Gen
honest,
Z
guys.
mouth.
Like, you know,
Have you ever watched the whole Austin City Limits thing of him?
yeah,
Oh,
And you're like me.
yes,
it's just not for me. You know.
Look at this. You know, big good players. Oh, dude, Will Smith crushing it.
Earl China
Dude,
Smith.
The most
This guy
recorded guitarist of the
he
class
definitely needs to be
era.
on there just because of that style that he brought into the whole thing. It's
reggae.
there's some legit playing there, and just think, hey, if you like upstrokes, this is your guy. I mean,
That's really cool.
It's tough because the list is like I don't really think it's like guitar skills is obviously not why they chose this list.
You mean it?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean it by word.
I
What?
think it's like skill mixed with influence mixed with.
What's hip to the day?
Well, you know,
Yes.
there's some things that are like, I don't know. Like yeah, it's just weird. It's just a weird thing. There's just some objectively bad things.
Larissa Strickland. What a look.
That's like no, but that's God. That looks like the
Is that O'Donnell's?
So, like, go bottom up.
No, go back up. I want to see where that is. That a picture taken from a club in London, Ontario?
Let's see.
Where's that picture taken from? Do we know?
No, we don't know.
I didn't say.
It looks like
Interesting.
it looks like a venue I played once. Like it's freaking me out.
The great noise guitar stylists.
I mean, I love this type of thing. It's sort of my jam. It's tricky. I mean, better than Eric Johnson, 100%.
You just can't win.
Andy Summers. Oh my God. Look at that sexy beast.
Oh boy.
God, I've never seen Mike that young. Oh my Lord.
He's got sort of the Brian May thing going on right there.
Yes.
He does.
You know?
I could see him being
Or
like,
Boston.
yeah, no, I loved Queen, and that was his thing. Yeah.
Or I just like perms.
Yeah, I could follow that picture and would have never thought that was my
That's
favorite.
Really?
unreal. And like I think
He's
Mike
gone through some
Campbell,
looks, so.
He's I put him like a mediocre guitar player.
What's funny to me is they listed some songs on here, like they listed Breakdown and
You Got Lucky.
You Got Lucky and stuff, right? But they didn't list the fact that he did the Don Henley song. They didn't. I mean, there's a lot of great moments,
right.
you know.
Well, just as a guitar player, all of his guitar things are very recognizable.
Yeah.
He plays.
Oh yeah, when
Put him in
the
that Peter Buck world too.
Yeah.
It's probably not on this list as well.
one something to throw out there too is whenever it came down to Fleetwood Mac and Lindsey Buckingham leaving the band, this is who they called. Like that.
You know, some of
that's-
that is because they were close, anyways.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she's always been
For
close with
sure.
the Heartbreakers. Steve Nicks has.
Yeah,
But I mean, you know, he
that's a seat to fill.
from like
Yeah, well,
you are objectively a good player. You wrote some iconic parts. You're a great songwriter, and you're just recognizable, like the stuff you've put out there. And you're in one of the biggest bands ever. I would say
his slide work.
he should be up there.
Well, and I think
very tasteful. Not the best.
Super like George Harrison inspired.
Yes.
Yes.
well, you hear like "Boys of Summer" though, like that song alone. I'm like, that's rock.
My Campbell masturbator.
We can keep going. I was trying to abstain.
Ernest Ragland.
And then there's Ernest Ragland.
Hang on, let's hold here for a second.
They've said no X person, no reggae like 7 times now. Apparently, we have every reggae. creator.
No Ernest Ragland, no reggae.
And are we really better off? No, I'm only kidding. Reggae solved the world's problems.
I mean, yeah, he's good. Cool. Move on.
You just want me? I'll just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling.
Whatever. I haven't seen this name before.
Skip
James.
The devil got my woman.
I like that.
Okay.
Hard Time Killing Floor Blues.
Born in 1902. I mean, like all these guys who influenced and started the blues deserve to be up there, right? Like I don't think anyone is questioning that.
That's so cool. The comeback was in 1969. That's insane.
Unusual D minor open tuning.
Love it.
Cool.
Yes.
It's
Awesome.
hip, dude.
And well,
Okay. These cats can shred.
they can shred. This might be the first one that I'm sort of okay with them being together.
They can shred. No, these cats are shredders.
I remember them coming through Charleston.
Well, because we have to get out of our just like
You know what they say? Rodrigo y Gabriela.
I think they had a radio thing though for a while. They had an instrumental thing on the like mainstream radio in the early 2000s.
Look, because I'm gonna be curious if like Andres Segovia is in here too, like sort of, and like Julian Bream and
He's up there.
yeah, I imagine he
Dude,
should
look,
be.
they wrote "Stairway to Heaven." No, that's a key track.
And Weird Fishes.
Okay. You know it. And then
Oh.
Sadie Dupas.
is that how you say that? Dupois.
Dubois.
Dupois.
I don't know who this is.
Speedy Ortez, Baxter. Come on.
I'm American. I don't know.
She always writes parts that are a stretch for her. Like power chords and stuff, you know.
Let's just see. We're holding an F major
Oh,
chord in our
man.
photo.
I'm
No one
sure
judge
she's
her by
great.
this one picture.
I'm sure she's great, but
I like her. Her outfit is awesome.
I'm just gonna
It is.
keep circling that for a second.
No, I mean,
yeah.
you know, it could be epic.
Someone says, "Does anybody know if
Rory.
Brian Setzer is on the
Gallagher.
list?" I don't know actually.
I
How
hope
is Rory
not.
Gallagher at 175 and
That really is ridiculous.
It seems a waste to me to work for years. I love it. That was his opening quote.
I mean, Rory's especially let's just say you're from like Ireland or that little island over there or any of the UK's. He's probably top 10 for you if you're from that area.
Yeah.
And it's like Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, Rory Gallagher, Mark Knopfler.
Yeah, this
Have
goes.
that sort of grouping.
Yeah, it goes to the guitar player.
I mean, yeah, the fact that he's 175 is pretty rough.
Oh, look who's coming up next
Keep
though.
on going.
Oh, yes.
The man himself,
Yes, my friend.
oh Marty,
Marty
and the
Stewart.
superlatives.
Marty Stewart is so good. It's also frustrating.
You guys don't know what you're talking about.
He deserves to be up there, and that's not a horrible place for him. Probably, he could be
Yeah, he's
higher.
pretty good.
I just
I think about how much of like a back. Yeah, he's pretty good.
It's fine.
This is not really my thing, or something. Now, that'd be, obviously he's phenomenal.
He's
player.
great. Yeah, I mean, he's a
There
killer,
and
man.
higher, most likely.
He wears a lot of scarves.
God, he looks cool.
That man
today.
loves
That's an old picture,
scarves.
but now
No
he
scarf.
looks-
He's got Minaj.
I don't know, man. Look at that belt. That belt's pretty hip.
But it says in this thing how he is a historian as far as like the history of all these guitars and benders and like Graham Parsons and all those guys. Like it was pretty cool.
oh yeah. He's got
all
the
right.
thing, man.
He's a crusher.
Keep on
He's
going.
got the thing.
And he brought us Kenny Vaughn.
Paul
Paul McCartney, greatest guitarist ever.
You know what I really like is what he's holding.
That is a bass guitar, Sean.
Oh,
Shut your
sorry.
mouth.
Well,
Sorry.
Shut your
does
mouth.
Bass guitar count in this?
No.
Is it? Does it not?
I mean,
It says it's easy to overlook his 6-string virtuosity. But he played so many of the Fab's greatest guitar. He did play some of their coolest guitar.
Well,
lines.
Blackbird,
I think
you
he's a
know?
great guitar player.
that's why
The fact that Paul McCartney is this like not high on the list is sort of shocking in some ways because I don't know the riffs they wrote.
the psychedelic flash of Taxman, Helter Skelter.
Maybe I'm amazed. I mean, like, you just think of McCartney as more like musician, not so much guitar player, but he probably deserves to be on there somewhere.
I think for Blackbird alone, he should be up there.
Every guitar player has learned that, and that's their sort of opus of acoustic fingerstyle.
That's
oh my
right.
God, I
That's-
made it.
That's your beginning
Yes.
point. Is like
That's everything. Chrissy
Chrissy
Hind.
Hind.
I mean, she's definitely awesome.
Yeah.
It's just
Good.
I like her. I like the potential.
Go back down. Go. Scroll back to the picture, Sean. It almost looks like her guitar's coming unplugged.
I was like a pirate ship.
It does, doesn't it?
No, it's just the light.
Yeah.
I like to think she was never really
I
plugged in.
mean, she could be on this list, you know. It's sad whenever you see the other guitar players who were.
Well,
put-
she's obviously better than Eric Johnson.
And
She's
Roy
better than
Gallagher.
Andy Summers.
That's what I mean.
Like she's not known for playing guitar in that band. You know what I'm saying?
As her
Like
great song says, "Stop your sobbing."
And my favorite one of hers, "Forever in Blue Jeans."
I'm very influenced by Tattooed Love Voice.
Get the hell out of here. D Boone,
Dude,
Minutemen.
I mean,
I like the Minutemen.
I like the Minutemen too.
However,
I mean, no, I do.
come on, boys, come on,
I
be
do like the Minutemen.
call it out. I feel like I'm the only one being like,
Well-
oh, this sucks.
This is actually something for me that I am like, yeah, it's not, you know.
Punk's tricky. I love like punk guitar is like a big part of my like life and like what I love. It's just tricky. It's not really hard guitar though.
Now, I think the thing to look at here too is D Boone is above Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. What do you think
mean,
of that.
I feel like
Like, Steve Jones is good.
Yeah, I kind of went and slaughtered that earlier. I said that he was in the New York Dolls.
I feel like here's the problem, right? Picture like a very large, we're talking like 400-pound dude riding a Harley.
Right.
He's riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Then picture like a little dude like doing a wheelie on his front wheel and staying there and then spinning around on like a little crotch rocket thing. Both are motorcycle riding. One's better than the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're playing guitar, but it's not like Eric Johnson, and it has nothing to do with taste. Objectively, Eric Johnson is he's better at playing the
I would
instrument.
Put Eric Johnson in the top 25.
I'm just saying that's the problem. They're like, oh, it's great because it's it's punk.
Yeah.
Nah, screw. Eh.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I get why this is here.
Phil Manzanera,
Yeah.
Impossible guitar.
People love it. It's not my grandma. Like this cat, he's a great player, obviously, and people love his,
That's
love
funny.
his music.
Space Glam Flash.
I played that piece in college. That's funny.
Lagrima?
Yeah, not this one, but another one. Yeah, the classical.
He's good. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesse
Yes.
May Hempmill.
I need to read about her first.
Yeah, I was just looking at that guitar. I was like, oh, that's
That is
neat.
cool.
That's a
Yeah,
cool
little
guitar.
neat Gibson. Panther Twin.
Okay. Yeah. Again,
No.
born in 1923.
Top 100.
Heck yeah.
Move it. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Wait a second.
the original psychedelic guitar hero of the Haight Ashbury scene.
It's so crazy because these guys had to play like with just amps and not computers and toys and make it sound good. I love that they're getting.
That's why they suck. I'm just kidding. No Strymon for
I
you.
think he left. I saw the
Well,
television.
yep.
Jameson I saw Yellow Tango first though. No, this cat could play. It's kind of like the guys from like MC5 and stuff. It's.
We went past them earlier, and
Yeah,
no one
they
else
were in there.
agreed with me.
But
I thought they were
we've
great.
already gone through MC5.
Yeah, man.
They're.
Yeah, they were very early on, but I love the MC5. I was
They should
like,
be higher in the
I-
list. I think they're getting a
I
better
agree.
point
For-
this stuff.
in
Oh, that's cool.
doing punk rock 10 years before
we
it was
got this
done.
dude just coming up.
James Williams.
James Williams.
He wrote some really interesting parts and somehow survived playing with Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
For a while.
And he just looks cool in that photo. I mean, come on, leather pants, dude.
Like Lou Reed, the guy's like 20 something there. He looks like he's 45 because it's just playing with Iggy Pop wears you out.
It's drunk.
It's just no. He had some skills for like a punk player. This guy could sort of tear it up.
All right.
It's
I'm going to take your word for it.
it's no television like finesse what they do on the guitar, but it's
Search and Destroy. It was a big influence on me.
pretty riffing. Oh yeah, the Ghost.
Good old Johnny Winter.
What's up, Whitey?
Dude, those shirts, they're so confusing to me. Because as a young child seeing that, you're like, that's a weird looking girl.
You're like, this is hot.
I don't understand. The male version of my sister.
I mean, I kind of think Johnny Winter could be a little higher on the list.
Yeah, Johnny Winter's amazing.
Because Johnny Winter is a killer player. He's a killer slide player.
Johnny, I mean, his playing is radical.
This says Jimi Hendrix sought him out as a sideman. Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
All right.
Kia Traor.
I'm a fan of the guitar.
I didn't
Nice
know
country
this
club.
artist. I did not know this artist. I'm sorry. That's a tough thing of making this list, man. You got to find some artists these people making this list did not know these artists at first. There's no way you can know us.
I don't know.
I feel like I'd want to go listen to this to her, but
I like to imagine that the fair amount of people who work at Rolling Stone are hoity-toity, artists, like
where
hipsters.
they swirl their wine and
Yeah.
smell it and stuff.
Yeah. They drink coconut water solely, no actual water, just coconut water.
I remember going to the Rolling Stone offices once, and it was cool, but it was definitely a bunch of young cats walking around that don't know old music.
Here's an interesting point. Mayor McChee says anyone who is the player for any model guitar, like that model is associated with you, should be in the top 100. I think I'm kind of okay with that.
That's a good point too. I
Yes.
thought it was in the list up here though. That's actually a comment.
Let's comment.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm having to concentrate really hard because I don't know who these people are.
Dave Davies.
I'm a huge Dave Davies fan, so I'm a little bit jaded.
He's totally better than Eric Johnson. Way better than Andy Summers.
No, but the riffs, unreal. He's a great riff writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great riff writer. It reminds me that it has that Jack White ability. I put this is the Jack White of the 60s and 70s.
So maybe this is a pretty good spot for him then.
Yeah,
Dave
I'm
Davis.
okay with that. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, definitely deserves to be on the list.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that picture. Oh my god.
It kind of makes me happy too.
Badass Gibson.
Wow, Watson.
I can get behind that.
Now,
Let's get it
Looks like you need to start jingle.
He does it's kind of awesome.
Word.
I mean,
right.
when you play on Let's Get It On.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
pretty spectacular.
Great song.
Move on.
Yeah, so we're okay with that.
Wait, that's my grandma.
And then
It looks like something. Oh my god. What are songs? Pull down.
yeah, those. You've heard those.
I do know something like that.
Eric, give him the Grammy numbers.
I like the music of this period, like anything Burt Bacharach of the Southern Americas. I know some of that stuff. I just don't know this right now. So
I don't either. Yep.
I hate
Hey,
that.
once again, I'd love to check it out
Well,
and
let's
see.
check this out.
Yeah.
That's one to remember.
Ugh.
I
Listen, he should probably be on the list, but I don't want to look at him.
no, but I mean,
I don't wanna
Tim Henson
acknowledge
is
that.
A phenomenal.
I mean,
player.
from just I know we haven't. We haven't. Well,
Tim
we
needs to be
probably
up.
have talk trash, but from just guitar virtuosity,
We haven't said a bad word at
I
all.
probably have. He absolutely deserves to be up there.
He deserves to be up there.
I don't know if he,
He hasn't been influential long enough
no.
to be this high or higher than Eric Johnson.
Well, no, that's absurd. I mean, the fact, and again, we ran again. 250 was Andy Summers, correct?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Baxter, I'm going to plug my computer for a second and pee,
That's cool. I'll see how you.
and I'm going to give you my microphone,
But Tim
and I'm
Henson's
coming
a
back.
phenomenal player.
Yeah, I mean, he's
No.
good.
Listen,
It's just,
I don't want you guys to stop saying mean things when I leave.
I'll get mean in
I
there.
want you to say,
I mean-
I want you to speak your
You
mind.
should just leave on the microphone while you go into the bathroom.
I could.
your
You don't want that.
charger's next door. Then.
My charger's next door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep going.
Y'all keep going.
Yeah.
We're going to be at it for a while.
Oh Lord.
Tim Henson.
I'll
Mr.
be back.
TikTok.
Another hour and a half of this.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'll come and take Johnny's seat for a minute.
Kim and Kelly Deal.
Oh Lord.
Where are you?
Getting comfortable. Play some footsie.
When Kim Deal asked twin sister Kelly
Yeah.
to join her post Pixies outfit, the Breeders.
Breeders. Yeah, I mean,
Once again, a very high ranking for,
that doesn't necessarily make sense for the. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
pass on this one. Go.
Yeah. John Lennon.
No,
Great
it makes sense.
songwriter.
No, but I mean, well, that's a part of what this list obviously is. So if it is,
Yes.
he needs to be way higher.
Yeah.
It makes no sense that you have John Lennon and Paul McCartney sort of pairing in. Like, if we're talking about like influential guitar players,
There you go.
and George Harrison, like all these, and they'll have George Harrison way high. Obviously, they'll put him way up higher, unless. But yeah,
I love
it
that
has to be.
they use a direct quote from Lennon that says, "I'm not technically good, but I can make it fucking howl and move." Like that alone, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, that you could do that with a lot of the guys. Like, I mean, even like Chuck Berry's not technically good by Tim Henson's like aspects. God, like he changed, he broke down doors, not just like guitar wise, like culturally, like race relations wise. Like he
destroyed it to where
brought people into the white folks' living rooms of the 1950s. Right. It's pretty insane.
He gave us incredible music.
Dirty man, but
Johnny
Thunders.
Look
That's
at
a cool
that
freaking picture, though. Golly gee, like where they're playing.
Just ate up, dude. Look at him.
Yeah, scrolling down a little bit. It's
New York Dolls.
Yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I like Johnny Thunders a lot. It's tough to say like he's in the list at this point in a ranking. And I think the list has to, when we do our top 100, your technical proficiency has to somehow match your influentials of like what you did music.
It's got to be a combination. Yeah.
Yes, right.
And it seems like there's sometimes not.
With guys like Vince Gill, like they obviously had like such a groundbreaking like influence on pop culture as well, and and commercial success.
Yeah. And then also just great playing.
Because some of the best guitar players you might ever hear, you'll never know. They'll be like playing the subway in New York City.
That's right.
Move it. Oh, yeah.
Pat Metheny.
Yeah, I mean, he's considered one of the greatest. Yeah,
he's a 17-time Grammy winner, Derek.
Hey,
don't you dare.
Just saying.
Pat's he's considered one of the greatest guitar players. I'd put him and Steve Lukather like sort of near each other. And the fact that we've had like at least 20 spots in between is sort of funny to me.
Yeah.
And these guys should be further up. They should be in the top 100 easily.
Yeah.
Easily. It's that's absurd. Move on.
Yeah.
Is this? Oh, I thought it was Bill Haley for a minute.
Carl
I couldn't tell.
Perkins.
I love Carl Perkins playing. I love him so much.
Yeah.
So great. So Carl Perkins, like besides just his, he's blue suede shoes and everything. He's like he was going to be Elvis.
Yep.
But a great guitar player, writing his own songs too. Then he was in a car accident. His whole band gets killed, burned up. He lives, puts him out of the race for a minute, and then then that's when Elvis went. Dude, this guy was first on chart. It might have been a whole different thing. Luther Perkins' brother played with Johnny Cash too.
That's awesome.
All those famous licks you hear there, amazing. But Carl's a great player.
Yeah,
great player, and like he should live in the world of like even higher than Bill Haley in the comments probably.
Yeah. Well, a good Tom Petty comment here. If you want to play 50s rock and roll, you can either play like Chuck Berry or you can play like Carl Perkins.
The two are champs.
That's your option. That's pretty cool. Yvette Young. That was her name. That was the name we could not recall.
Why can you not recall the name?
She's on the front cover. She's the middle.
Really?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Funny.
Yeah. I like Yvette Young. She's great. Super talented, crazy talented, but once again, I don't think she's been in the game long enough to have.
I don't care if you've been in the game long enough. As an old, like I'll call myself the boomer of this group as the old guy. Like I don't care if you just started like last year. If you're like an amazing guitar player, pop in there, dude. I don't care. I don't know who this guitarist is.
She's great. I would show you. You would really like it. But it is once again.
I can't believe I don't know who this is. I'm sorry. I bet I'd like to learn more. So
she really is. She's fantastic. I do think she should be on the list for sure, and maybe even in this position as well.
Respect. Ooh, yes.
Bill Frisell.
Bill Frisell.
I mean, she definitely should be on here a little bit more than this guy. Look at this nerd.
No, this guy. You don't know who this is?
He's got a toilet seat for a guitar.
Oh, shucks. No, this cat can play. Guys, he's 72 now. He's 72. No, because this guy's he is one of the top jazz cats of like the whole scene.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So not like and if you're a guitar player, that's certainly like the guys that like Steve Lukather know who this is, knows who like George Benson, all those guys. He was like a little bit more avant-garde. Yeah, coming out, great player.
I mean, this guy did so much for toothpaste. Like, look at him.
Your teeth look. He's a cute looking guy, man. I like that picture. That's cute. I don't know if the guitar is. It's awesome though. Move on, rock on, dude.
Otis Rush.
Hell yeah.
Now we're.
I mean, just for being cool alone, I don't even need to see his specs. That guy is bad to the bone.
You got that right. I can't quit you, baby.
No, it's like just dirty R&B blues stuff. Otis is the king.
Yeah. I mean, he's the man. Yeah.
I was like, is that Ani DeFranco? Go back to her picture. Oh my God, I haven't seen like that young picture of her in so long. It's like straight up 90s moments. I dated a girl in high school who was really into her, I think. No, it was in after high school. I can't remember.
I did.
I think there's a little hair come out from the armpits.
Yeah.
But no, great, sort of like the pre-Lilith Fair, like festival type stuff. Sort of, I still don't understand how this could be above, again, Eric Johnson and those cats. And,
Yeah.
and Betancourt, sort of,
But definitely could be on the list, as far as like influence goes, I guess.
I mean, but I've never thought of Ani as like a guitar player. She plays acoustic guitar and she's good.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was like, I think it was like an amazing like songwriter, singer, like that plays guitar. But yeah, cool.
Yeah. Hey, what you gonna do,
We're gonna complain about it, bitch and moan like we've been.
That's right, baby.
The big Pete, or if they call him Side String Pete in his other name, this cat can play some sitar.
I know. I was like, they used a sitar photo.
So, I mean, God, this is tough. This list is too long.
I know.
It's just too many people. We've got load more. Get it going. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. All right. So
This is the list. Next list. 150, 126. We're rolling. I move like lightning. Huh. Wow. That is a cool freaking amp set up there, right though.
that is cool. Look at that sun up there.
I mean, look at that. The guitar too.
Where there are across screaming females, 8 LPs, or her solo work as noun.
Okay, so I just think Rolling Stone is just like making up names. I know what this is, but it's just like it's I mean, let's even throw everybody else that I've mentioned before a lot. Like let's just be like, all right, Vince Gill or Marissa. I don't know. And I love bands like Yola Tango and Luna, like Dean Warham and everything. Like I love these guys. Should they be like top guitar players ever? Probably not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the guitar player from Luna too is one. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dean's great too.
Yeah.
But that's tricky.
It just gets weird, right?
It's beyond weird.
Another Iggy Pop.
Ron.
Pretty cool photo.
Again, the Stooges. It's again, if you can survive the Stooges, you deserve to be on the list in some respect.
Yep.
If you survive that. But the Stooges wrote some great riffs.
I want to be your dog.
For punk bands, they're pretty darn tootin' good. It's my boy Ike. Come left hand, backhand Ike. That is I love that picture. That's one. That picture of him with that guitar is one of my favorite guitar. That's like my guitar.
Yeah, it is.
It's
like
very
much
Daphne Blue Sonic Blue Strat, like 1960. My father had Ike and Tina come play at his fraternity in college.
Awesome.
In Arkansas in the 60s. It's like 1962. Imagine this tour bus pulling up. He's like, they're all in the frat house. Ike and Tina. It's the best show he'd ever seen almost. But no, I think his rhythm playing, again, early Corey Wong type style. His funk stylings are really good. So he deserves to be on the list. He does. And a lot of these guys on this list are horrible people. And I don't think that makes you not be on the list either. Horrible things.
There's a sentence in here in their posting that just says he was a terrible person. And that's it.
Is that in there?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
I'll highlight it.
No. I mean, he wasn't. It wasn't like it was like Michael Jackson's father. Not a very nice man, apparently. But
you know what? You can beat greatness into somebody if you wanted to.
God bless.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Next thing, all right.
I love Tina.
Ike deserves. He deserves to be right there. And Tina
Ike
died on
deserves.
us too. I'm devastated by that.
If Ike Turner's not dead, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Memphis Minnie. Yeah, she definitely deserves to be in there. She is huge in the sort of their original sort of like pop commercial success of this style of music. And
I did not know that When the Levee Breaks was a cover.
Can you go back up to her picture again?
Yeah.
Gorgeous woman. And beautiful. Stunning. Like, the fact that this is being transmitted to like, America at this time when it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Cool guitar too. God dang.
So cool.
Rock and roll.
National.
Mm-hmm. Mike Bloomfield. I mean, I play a Bloomfield at Two Rock, so I'm going to say this needs to be definitely on this list. It's tricky. It's I think this is a decent number, I suppose.
Not bad. I mean, with like a Rolling Stone being on there, and Highway 61 Revisited in general.
If you have a signature amplifier that's been sort of made out, that becomes an amplifier regardless of your name, though.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the best amplifiers, boutique ones made today.
you definitely deserve to be on the list. Like this guy shreds it.
Mike always sounded like a salmon going against the current.
Wait, is that what the quote was?
Yes, that's a
I want
great
people
quote.
to say that about me. That's just funny. Yes.
Need,
Yeah, baby.
Dickie Betts, nah.
Dickie Betts, 145, just
I think I'm
in
back
time.
with
You back in?
comments.
All right.
Now I can have. I was trying to make it where my iPad didn't.
Is
you
that
know,
USB-C? You need a
No, this is 100%.
Oh.
Plug my computer in.
sweet.
No, Dickie Betts obviously needs to be on this list. Phenomenal player. He played with some small little
Came
bands.
back at just the
Just
right time.
my
Who's this?
friend. Getting closer to me. Let's sit really tight.
You
No,
want me to do the thing where I squeeze your leg?
a little bit. When we pass off. Like,
I just meant constantly.
has he
you know.
played with any famous bands?
No.
I'm the famous guitar player, the late Duane Holmes.
I love how his key tracks are both instrumentals.
That's really funny. No,
That
Yeah,
Elizabeth
yeah.
Reed song's pretty good.
no, Dickie Betts. Like, I would put him way higher than 145.
It is kind of weird, right?
No, it's not. It's just stupid.
That's
We're-
like
we're-
1981.
We're
This is
gonna
right
call it
when
a
I was being born.
crock
probably.
of bull molasses.
It's
More
wild.
shit.
I like the middle finger.
Where should
slide
he be?
action.
Should he be in top 100?
Top
I
100.
think so.
Top 100.
I think he's top 100. But
I think so.
Well, I do feel like there is like an injustice to some Southern rock that just kind of gets like blown to the wayside. You know, like it's like, oh yeah, they don't. You know, it's like no, they were
I
phenomenal.
think it's just done just to make us all feel better about ourselves.
I think so
Yeah, a
too.
lot of people are saying he should be top 100.
Odetta, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Odetta, some mean tunes as well.
Once again, without this, you got nothing else, right?
It's like this is sort of like the Bleecker Street scene of crushing stuff out. I'm gonna see if Richie Havens is in here later too. Don't tell me he's not. Oh, dude! Speaking of Yola Tango,
There you
Ira
go.
shows up. I love Yola Tango. Is he one of the greatest guitar players ever? I've seen Yola Tango 3 or 4 times in New York City.
Get it shaky
I
to your
love
core.
I love your band, but man, like above Eric Johnson,
A lot of guys.
Dickie Betts.
And once again, Andy Summer. Poor Andy.
Andy,
That's what they're going to call him.
250.
Poor Andy. Poor Andy.
And I feel like my phone hears me because a lot of Andy Summer stuff pops up on my TikTok feed now,
Yeah.
and like a lot of
Yeah, you're
Stuart
probably
Copeland.
He's phenomenal.
Just know that all these people are better than Gary Moore.
No,
Who didn't
yeah.
make the list?
If you haven't heard Yellow Tango and you're still watching us, you haven't tuned
Gotta
out yet.
listen to him. They're
Yellow
good.
Tango makes some great music. It's
All right.
sort of
Who would tune out from this?
He's phenomenal.
We're going. Continue. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Dang it.
All right, 141.
God.
Let's just do that.
Wrong.
Let's
Frederick
just do that.
Thornton.
Oh,
Dindal.
Meshuggah. Yes.
Okay. I mean,
dude.
yeah, probably deserves to be on here.
Yeah, maybe not this high, but
Demiurge.
maybe he does deserve to be this high, though. This isn't
But
my
I mean,
kind of
you
music.
think about it, this really isn't that high.
It's
You
not.
No,
know,
this-
141. Like, I mean, yeah, we have a ridiculous list of 250, but it's really not that high. And he is
I just
playing-
like how
he's got
absurd
2
that
extra
guitar is.
strings, so not fair.
I don't know how you play that many strings. It confuses me.
You just,
Well, you don't.
He's a great guitar player.
You
Continue.
just put him up there to look cool.
I feel like he was almost born in dissonance. Oh yeah. I'm
if
just
anyone
saying.
knew the song, they'd get it. They'd be like, oh god. I try to just go.
Steven Stills.
And
This
how
is-
I mean,
This is tricky too because I don't know.
he's good.
He's not above Dickie Betts.
He's
for
way
sure.
better than Jerry Reed. No,
I,
he's not. That
I,
was
I
so
sort of I love Steven Stills. I like
I do
Crosby,
too.
Stills, Nash, and Young. I put him
Steven
in the
Stills.
guitar sort of Ira from Yellow Tango. Like they're both they're
Good. but-
good, but they're not like I don't put them as like guitar players.
Yeah.
But God, he's a okay. We love you, Steven. Move on.
I mean, yeah.
You know what's it says such was his pull as a musician that he got both Eric Clapton and Jimi Hendrix to make guest appearances on his record. I'm like,
That was just people who were doing that though.
yeah, I'm like,
too.
what does that have to do with him being a guitar player?
nothing.
It's
Nothing.
Like
If
Rihanna,
anything,
Rihanna
they were
had
like,
such pull to have Nuno.
yeah.
Or, I mean money.
Oh, exactly.
Earlier in our
He
comments,
played lead guitar in Buffalo Springfield, though.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think of them as like a guitar like shredding band either.
I know, yeah. Like you
he's
got
good,
the
and
one,
he's
good.
good and like he influenced a lot of people. I'm okay with him being on the list.
Part on
You're telling me
I do
he
love
held
that.
his first finger
That's
over the B and E.
That's like the guitar solos from the Left Early Band. They don't really count. Nobody cares. Continue. Move on. Sorry, John.
Susan Tedeschi above Dickie Betts. That's insane.
I'd like to see Susan Tedeschi be on the list and not Derek Trucks. That'd be hilarious.
That'd make my life.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, Susan. I love Susan.
Or
And
Susan
she's a
Tedeschi above
great singer.
her above Lita Ford is questionable to me.
She's a fantastic guitar player, but to put her above like a Dickie Betts is so confusing to me. I'm like, what would you?
But I think she would be shocked at that as well.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like if we talked to her, she'd be like,
By the way,
that doesn't
that's a
make any
great
sense.
picture of her too.
This is a
That's
terrific
That's like
picture.
a happy picture, man.
Yeah.
I'm super into that.
You're lucky.
And I do love. I
Derek
think
Trucks.
Tedeschi Trucks, the band is one of the best bands
Oh, yeah.
on tour today.
Tight.
Just amazing. And then they frame the song so well around her solos. It's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
They do. It's a great. It's a musical opus. If you haven't seen them before live,
Yep.
you're missing out. You need to go see them.
They're phenomenal.
And she is a good player. But yeah, I don't know if she's
Arm here.
141. And then there's Teeny Hodges.
This guy looks
That
awesome.
dude is dope.
Look at those glasses.
Imagine the drugs you do.
No headstock, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You don't need a headstock when you're that cool.
All right.
Take Me to the River is awesome.
Take me to the
Correct. It is
river.
awesome. I'm still confused. The fact that he's above the folks he was doesn't make sense. So
I think even some of the blues artists. Even some of the
we would
blues
say the
artists, it
same
doesn't make
thing.
any sense.
yeah.
Like everyone. The fact that they're there.
Oh
makes
my
no
God! Is
sense.
it Liz Fair?
This one is ridiculous. I'm just gonna say it. Like I don't think she needs to be on the list.
But
It's dumb. It's stupid.
But I do have a crush on her.
Agree.
But I like some Liz Fair songs,
Go-
and I remember thinking like, okay,
Yes.
Liz Fair's cool.
Just because that
Um,
picture.
I mean,
And-
sure.
and yes, but
You know,
Look
we
at
all
her
kind
hand. You
of.
can't play that chord.
You
No,
know
I
how
can't.
we all like that one whole song. You know,
Do you not make fun of Courtney Love?
Courtney
Because
Love should not be on this list,
Is
and if
she,
she
is
is,
she on the list?
I'm gonna
She can't
throw
be on this.
something, dude.
like Liz
I'm gonna
Fair is here
throw
and Gary
something.
Moore is not here. That's she
George
is
Benson.
above Roy Gallagher. She's above.
So the list is obviously just bullshit then.
The list is bullshit.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
continue.
We've
Just like
stated
that,
that.
trash rag that published it. Oh,
Oh my
no,
God!
No, I love
Trash rag.
because I still read Rolling Stone like maybe I'm a sucker.
yeah.
I
Makes
love
you a
Rolling
sucker.
Stone.
Here he is, baby.
Are you shitting me? that
Mr. Joe
Perry's not in the
Ferocious.
top 100.
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be.
No,
I'm gonna
just as
say
far
it.
as like I mean, this is skills meets with influence. I mean, I would say if you have to name, this is a challenge. Anyone at home, name the top American rock bands in history.
I know. Yeah.
Aerosmith is probably top 2.
What's funny is that is
You know?
a great challenge.
It's hard.
Like
'cause you're
great
gonna be like,
American bands. You're like, oh,
the beat, yeah,
oh shit.
it's like oh,
Beach Boys, the Birds.
the Birds. I mean, they don't
All those
compete
bands
with
suck.
the other guys though. with the Brits, I'm saying.
I'm
With, like, the
kidding. I'm
greatest-
kidding. I just
The
wanted to say
Beach
that.
Boys, yeah, but I put the Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner, the
Tom Petty
Aerosmith.
and the Heartbreakers.
But I mean,
I think we can make a pretty convincing
it's tricky.
We could make a list. You know, that would almost.
It's
I
tricky.
think that'd be more of an interesting list. Is the best American rock bands, 100 great American rock bands, and 100 great UK rock
Let's
bands.
just do top 20.
That'd be
Too
nuts.
many.
100 is a lot.
Top 20. No,
We could get into some weird.
Roger McGowan
let me go
playing a
in.
12 string for God's sake.
The Birds. Well, but Derek, we've already admitted the list is bullshit.
Yeah, but
The fact-
I'm saying from American.
yeah, American.
yeah,
bands. yeah.
Top, like American.
I still,
I mean-
I don't know if I'd put the Birds as a top American band though.
But,
And I
okay,
love the Birds.
So does
too.
Roger McGuinn belong on the list though?
I put Creedence Clearwater above the Birds.
Like the Birds.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, Roger McGuinn on the list,
No,
off the list. You
I
would even put him in the 250.
I don't even. Not,
Get out of
There's
here.
very few people that really made the 12 string.
He probably should be in that
do some
like
cool stuff on the
100 to
12 string.
200
I'll give you that.
list, maybe.
I will give.
yeah, I'm
you
trying to think.
that.
As long as they say that too, I was like, yeah, 12. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Continue. 12 string gives them a little.
Bob Mold.
And then there's Bob Mold.
You know, a short little story here.
Yeah, the pictures
Whenever I
are fun.
started working at the guitar shop, might have been right before it. This guy came in and was pissed that I didn't know who Bob Mold was, and talked to me for 2 hours about Bob Mold, and I still couldn't care enough to go
a quick
look him up.
aside. People often get mad that we don't know about some random
Oh yeah,
sort of
you don't know so and
not
so.
mainstream. Oh my God, I cannot believe. I mean, like
He
literally
came from
mad.
the blank
People
and
get
blank
mad about
scene
that.
from
Yeah.
the blank and blank
Right.
time. I'm
And
like,
you're
I can only know so much, people.
I'm
sir, this
busy.
is a Wendy's.
Yeah, we're busy.
Sorry.
Rock on.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Robert
Robert
Cray.
Cray,
Interesting.
133.
I mean, I'd put him in the list because he was part.
Yeah, but
Influencer.
ahead of Eric Johnson and Rory Gallagher.
Yes. Yes, damn it.
No,
I mean,
no.
because even comparing like apples to apples, right? Like Eric
I know.
Johnson and like Roy Gallagher, I just don't think you put Robert Cray. He is great,
I put Robert.
He is
He's a better.
but I don't know that he goes. And I'm not even saying 133 is too high for him. I'm just saying those other dudes
I
need to
think-
be way higher.
This is a great listing for him specifically. I think like a great number to pick, but compared to where everybody else falls, no way it works.
And
No,
I'm not going to say anything crazy.
Because I remember him being out in the time of like Eric Johnson and Stevie Ray Vaughan, like when I was a young guitar player, and I was like, I can't wait. There's another guitar player. I went and bought a CD, and I was like,
Yeah.
ew.
Well,
I compared to like Eric Johnson, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Joe Satriani. That's who I was like listening to as guitar players, and then this I was like, I just didn't get it.
I also got to say, where it says, unsurprisingly, Cray has performed with a Murderer's Row of guitar royalty over the course of his
It's not
career.
unsurprising.
And there is no Eric Clapton mentioned in that list because Clapton kind of made him.
yeah,
Oh, because
brought him up.
he doesn't like Clapton anymore.
That's right.
Because Clapton didn't like the vaccine.
I'll
Oh.
bet Rolling Stone. doesn't
That's a
like that.
wild turn.
That's the whole way. Because he like disavowed Clapton after the vaccine thing, which is crazy.
Well,
Because Clapton made Robert Cray.
what I will say is
Surrender says he made a Guitar Center employee cry because he hadn't heard the John Robinson man. That makes me so happy.
I love Surrender.
It's also the
Surrender-
most ridiculous
I just want to
thing
hang out with
I've
him
ever
so bad.
I know.
Go on. We're
do you guys
fun.
think that like our lore is getting out there like that? That would be great. That'd make my day.
That's amazing.
Nils
Come on, Lofgren.
Lofgren.
I mean, yeah, he's great. The fact that some of these guys are living around like where he lives, Niels is pretty amazing. I mean, he's amazing. Like if you his work with the East, he was Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, no,
but,
I know that.
No, but he's but his
I just wanna-
his guitar playing is phenomenal. It's really weird. Like it's upsetting. Like it almost doesn't fit the band.
Yeah.
And where the band's great, but like then he's like
Yeah.
this virtuosic stuff. I'm like, what's he doing?
What I think a big part of this list for us, like going through it too, is like maybe get a little insight as to who for us personally it hits, and that's cool.
And I didn't appreciate him until I saw him live.
Yeah.
And
I can
was
see
like-
that.
And I was like,
And
oh,
that's
okay.
that's a cool thing too. How many people on this list fall into that same category? Like, even in Eric Johnson, that might not
Right.
be something that everybody can hear and be like,
I
wow.
don't know. I didn't even hear it.
But you see it live and you're probably like, whoa.
Well, I mean, what's weird is like live is the same as recording because his recording is so impossible to do.
Yeah.
For most normal mortal guitar players like us.
Yeah.
Can I just say that
All right, see what's coming.
what hell would it be to have to write these descriptions for 250 guitar players?
Almost different.
Switchblade sharp solos. Can you imagine how much you'd want to kill yourself?
You're like, I got to
You're
think
like,
of another
how
phrase.
Can I describe tinny tone?
There's AI.
Yeah, seriously.
I know they didn't write this stuff.
All right, a lot of people
Derek
are
called
gonna-
him out,
gonna be
baby.
Okay.
Scroll.
I imagine this is controversial. Dimebag,
I like that they chose that picture too. It makes me happy.
modern metals key figures.
I mean, Dimebag Darrell definitely has to be in the list.
Yeah, but should he probably be in the top 100?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, the fact that he's 131, I think the fact that he's a Confederate flag on his guitar is why they bump him 30 pieces back. He should be 101 at least. I mean, he's Dimebag Darrell.
Yeah,
I mean, like his
I know.
guitar playing is phenomenal, and his influence in the metal world is just insane.
I know. Huge influence. Huge influence.
We all know his name. He's like a
I just
pro
wish
wrestler.
they would have put like terrible person in his thing too. That's all.
Oh,
Did they put that in someone's?
Oh my,
Joe Walsh,
Ike
yeah,
Turner.
of course.
Oh, well.
terrible
yeah.
person.
Joe Walsh was in a small little band
Brother,
back in the
let me tell you something. If there is any other guitar player in the world who loves guitar, I don't know if they exist because Joe Walsh loves the guitar.
I think he just loves being alive.
He loves being alive. He loves
That's
the
a
guitar.
great picture too.
It's an incredible photo.
That's
That guy's just so happy to be playing a guitar.
I
like,
don't think people realize what an influential slide guitar player he was for a lot of guys.
I mean,
Because he really, really was. And I think this is kind of criminally low on the list.
He needs to be
I
top
think
100
so
as well.
too because of the
He should be up
influence,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
We might bite our tongues when we get to top 100 though.
Well, Max Drive looked ahead,
Okay.
and I don't think so.
See, I wasn't allowed to. It was part of the
I
deal.
mean, and to
go on.
to just say like the reach of like a Joe Walsh too. I had a student and it was great because she was a 13-year-old girl and heard Hotel California and didn't fall in love with anyone else in the band other than Joe Walsh and went and listened to all his music and we learned a bunch of Joe Walsh songs.
Keep
Great.
going.
And also, He was on The Simpsons.
He was on
Extra
The
bonus points
Simpsons,
if you were
baby.
on The Simpsons
I agree, I agree.
episode.
That's an
Simpsons.
award right there.
Thank
See,
God.
I'll get behind that.
So this, what was really disturbing about this picture when I first saw like the jaw and the nose, I was like, God, John 5 looks good. You know, because I just saw, because I saw the headstock like point,
Man.
and I was like, God, I was really confused with my own like just desires and things. Yeah, Nina Strauss deserves to be on the list.
It's like
That was good.
It's like
That
that
was
one.
good.
Despite having a penis, John.
Did we see Nina Strauss at
Yes, we did episode. We did, and you followed her around in an inappropriate way, probably.
I mean, she deserves to be on the list.
she does
probably.
100%.
Incredible.
She's a shredder.
Incredible.
She's great.
She's great.
Incredible.
Shreds.
Probably here, if not maybe
And
a
this
little
is
higher.
probably well.
This is a fair one.
Yeah.
We're gonna see who else is on the list, and then it'll be like maybe
we're-
Nina Strauss
oh
should
my
be up there.
Nina Strauss
Yeah,
is
100%.
top 50.
Oh,
Bob's good old Bob Stinson.
is that go scroll back up to the picture? Because that looks
That-
like that's at CBGB's. God, that's
I know,
weird.
right?
I can't tell. Anyway,
It's weird.
no, yeah, definitely on the list.
Stage almost looks too big.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely on the list.
I don't know anything about this person.
The replacements, Jonathan. The
Yeah,
replacements.
I stand with my initial statement.
I mean, great guitar player, like deserving the list. And I think that's probably about the right spot. Is that Steve Vai?
Oh, 127.
127 burned.
Damn, dude. Damn.
Steve Vai didn't crack the top 100.
No.
Oh,
Like, I don't even think we got to talk about this one too much because
I
it's
mean-
like Steve Vai did it all, man. He
I
did it
mean-
all. Like, he and Eddie Van Halen
What is this? In the
side
Monkees,
by side in
I
the
became
80s.
he of the Wawa conversation with David Lee Roth. He of the 10 hour. Why are they writing it like
because
that? He
it's
of the Monkees.
AI wrote it.
he of the
Or KG, the AI champ.
like they say all this stuff about him and put him at 127.
That makes no. Just
crazy.
don't even. They
Learn what the
guitar
word
player.
Phrygian means. Like, that's all we're going to.
If you're in the movie Crossroads, you deserve to be in the top 20.
Well,
He did lose.
just before up
He's
here,
a loser.
Nita Strauss said that
Second place,
she
the
saw
first loser.
Steve Vai in Crossroads, and that was it for her.
She saw Jack Butler.
Yeah, move on. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
That was the stupidest thing you've seen.
Don't
That-
worry.
That's
But Ken Thale's way better. Smokes him. Smokes him.
Mr. Soundgarden himself.
Hey,
not
man.
not
They went down
only
and cut heads, and Ken Thale came out on top.
he smokes, not only Steve Vai. You know who else he smokes? Jerry Cantrell.
I mean, he is a really good guitar player. Him and Jerry are in the same universe, I think.
Sure, but I think maybe it's
Maybe.
because I'm on the other side of that decade, and I see like how Drop D is like the most gimmicky thing you can
That
do
is
now.
that is a good point. That
I
is funny.
can't stand to see a guy drop to drop.
I didn't know that's what they were
Yeah.
doing because we didn't have like the internet
Yeah.
really, so I didn't really understand how they were doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I was like, oh, how their guitars sound so bassy. That's stupid. Continue.
Don't get me wrong. I
But if
get
he-
it.
if
I
he's-
remember learning about Drop D and thinking, oh my God.
If I was him, I'd probably like just walk off a bridge too after I saw myself.
What's
going to
be great is
Someone just said Thale over Dimebag.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
it makes no sense. Just move on. This is complete shit.
Ralph Macchio is greater than Nita Strauss.
Wait, Viv,
This is
Viv
why we need the comments.
all right, guys.
of the slits.
Sorry. What?
Oh.
Better than Steve Vai.
Yeah. hell
More
no. Yeah,
influential
look
than
at her.
Steve Vai.
Look at her.
More.
And she did it all on a record.
Because my wife doesn't play guitar. Well, she does a little bit now, but she would even know who Steve Vai is from the looks of it.
You would know Steve Vai if you saw him.
Yeah, he's even now like he is not aged in the way that most rock stars age.
If you saw Steve Vai,
Levi looks like 50% of the people at NAMM.
Well,
or
this is true.
50% of the people at
But
NAMM
hey,
look like
So
Steve
basically,
Vai.
you're saying Steve Vai influenced all those people.
There
All
you
the wannabe
go.
rock stars. Move on. I'm not even justifying that.
Mike McCready
See,
and Stone.
it
Gossard.
kind of pisses me off that they put them together.
I think Mike,
Because
you
Mike
give
deserves his own
McCready-
spot.
Yeah.
He definitely deserves his own spot. Stone maybe deserves a spot.
Yep.
Like he did some cool stuff, man. I mean, we're giving away spots like candy, apparently. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Mike McCready's like yeah, all the people that love grunge and love Pearl Jam like love Mike, and
Yeah.
he's a great guitar player. He's sort of the Jimi Hendrix is sort of like carrying that torch in a lot of ways, and it's
Yeah. Well, I mean, him, John Frusciante, all those guys coming through. That's where I feel like
I'm just
they messed up the grunge listings. Like they kind of just threw them up there.
Time
They're
for
like,
a grunge guy, guys. Put one in there.
Exactly. Yeah, they're just like
Just
throw them
put
in there.
McCready and Gossard together.
I'm
It's
trying not to
fine.
cuss much, but just move on. Steve, I think, has me thrown a little bit still.
It's okay.
Steve Howe, yes, 100% should be.
He should be top 100.
I mean, yes, like
I get behind that.
one of the best guitar players in rock and roll, and then to be able to do this again without computers,
Yep.
back in those days, and like it just
Yep.
and you go back and listen to Yes, it's clean guitar parts. It's really
Yeah,
weird.
it's tight, you know.
It's I just don't understand. Amazing player.
Yeah.
Amazing player. Yep.
King Sunny Addy.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've heard something where it's at is I get why I don't know. No, I don't.
Just
no,
say
I
you don't
can't-
know.
It's bullshit.
No, I know. Sorry, because I got really into this shit when I first heard like Graceland. Like I went through all this sort of like type of music and styles, and I got into
Okay.
guitar playing for a bit.
Yeah.
And I was like figuring out like Afro-Cuban guitar players because I thought it was cool. Then that's what got me to Johnny Marr in a weird way. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
I never studied any of this, but I did get into Graceland, and I sought out other things like this and saw.
and- but I think they're just putting this stuff on the list because I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Move on
I know.
Because
because
I get it. Dick Dale,
100% top 100 though.
top 100 for sure.
Maybe number 100.
Yeah.
But like for instrumental guitar music, he is the first one. Like those other guys, everybody else had to sing. He's like, you know what? Singing's for pussies. I'm gonna play guitar. And like, everything he did.
60 gauge and 50 gauge strings. That's insane.
Badass,
Jesus.
dude.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you listen. You've seen Pulp Fiction. You've seen Dick Dale.
If you've seen any of our videos, you know my Dick Dale quote.
What is it?
It's about speakers. You know, here, okay,
Go,
so my buddy Tommy met Dick Dale whenever he was a kid in California on a pier that Dick Dale was playing at. It was like concert, met him, and he had him sign this record because Tommy was a weird, cool kid.
Long quote.
And this was like just a few years ago, like 10 years ago, maybe more than that. I don't know. Anyways, he asked him, he was like, what's the secret to your tone? And he said, kid, don't listen to what any of these punks say. It's in the speakers. Get a 15-inch speaker. You know,
Funny.
that was this whole thing. It's
Cool.
something about it was crazy. He said some profanities in it too, but I didn't want to
Warren Haynes.
let it
Who is
rip.
this son of a?
That's a cool picture of him.
That is a cool.
Wow,
picture.
I've never seen that picture.
The Les Paul hanging out. They're in the sauna.
I think that's like a
He looks like
Sweat.
he's in prison.
or a subway. I like or the Staten Island Ferry maybe. Wait, fellow Jamrock travelers like Dave. I like these put with Dave Matthews for a minute. Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
they got a killer version of what's that song? What's the song that they do? They do the Neil Young song and it's awesome.
Warren Haynes is a phenomenal guitar player. Definitely deserves to be on the list. he'd be top 100 for me, unless top 100 just blows my brains
Well, I mean,
out.
like again, if the top 100 is packed with like legends and like guys, you're like, oh my god,
Which
yeah.
it will be, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, 100% should be there. It will be.
But Warren Haynes is amazing. I journeyman. And then
Danita Sparks.
totally better than Warren Haynes.
You don't know who L7 is, Jonathan?
Well, I know that L is a letter of the alphabet and 7 is
I mean,
a
I
number.
know all 7 is.
I
I'm not going to put the Nina anywhere near Warren Haynes in this one, unfortunately.
Slide
But
and
it's,
shove.
it's cute that they're like trying to mix it. It's just, I think the whole list might be AI generated.
But she's never played Madison Square Garden or Coachella. But our T-shirt has.
That's so funny. Continue.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
Adrian
Yeah.
Ballou.
Yeah,
Bella.
Sean's like,
Ballou?
yeah.
Great curve. Elephant talk.
He's one of those guys. I feel like people are like, "Oh, I love him," but you can't. Really
No,
think
like
of a song.
to be able to hang with the
That's
like.
what I was going to
from-
say. I was like, I know the name. I've heard him play.
to be able to play with the guitar players and the bands he's played with and hang with them, like not in the Stooges way, but technically,
Yeah.
just like to work with Frank Zappa and to be able to hang with the King Crimson for Christ's sake is like a near
Well,
impossibility.
to do all that, and then you go back to Steve Vai, who played with Frank Zappa, did a lot of these same things.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just odd.
I got to go back. Someone said Warren Haynes looks like he's going to tell me about diabetes. That picture.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Not wrong.
All right, move on.
Diabetes is very serious.
Oh,
Albert
Albert Collins.
Collins.
Hell yeah, 100%. He's a top 100 for me.
He couldn't be more. I mean, he should be top 100
Yeah, I mean, he's one of like he influenced all the guitar players we listen to.
every single.
Like
friggin'
from
one.
Clapton to Hendrix to Page, like the big three to Stevie. I mean, move on. I mean, obviously.
Someone said they forgot the last half of the headline in no particular order. Like that's what it should have said. I'm into that.
I mean,
We're just gonna throw them out there.
Uh,
We're just gonna throw it
Ana
out
de
there.
Silva,
I mean,
the Raincoats.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
I mean-
we're just gonna. Yeah, cool. You're a cool band, and all. I've heard your
Kinda.
band, but
No, I
no.
haven't.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Good old,
He looks like he's horrified. He's like, I don't even know what the
I
hell.
thought that was like a
that's a lot of acid.
that T-shirt reminded me of The one
The
from Logan Dukes, the
yeah,
one that I
Logan Duke
have.
shirt,
Oh,
yeah.
he's got a Logan Duke t-shirt. That's cool. You gotta check out
That's a
Logan
good
Duke.
Logan Duke design too.
Check
I
out-
like
yeah,
that.
that was what's his name? Did the
Mr. Romy
Romy.
Petite,
Sorry, I said what's his name?
Mort Petite.
Oh,
What's his face?
fuck. Yes, baby.
He's not gonna watch this. He might.
Man, I mean, this dude can shred, but
Free jazz and punk rock.
yeah, I mean,
I really like what he's done.
Richard Hell and the Voidoids and all that.
I love all that. You
No,
know,
he's
That's
great.
cool. Tom Waits, Brian Eno, Matthew Sweet. That's cool.
he's been on a bunch of stuff, you know, but it's
Yeah.
also like
No, I look,
he's above some pretty.
I'm curious what
impressive
the
people.
television cat's going to be. So continue.
I am too. This is gonna be nuts. Alan Collins and Gary Rosington.
It is weird that-
Squish together again. These bastards.
It is funny. It's a
Squish
funny
together.
squish.
Do you think their independent greatness should?
I know.
Hey,
Jesus.
I
like,
mean,
if the list was filled with like other great guitar players previous to this, like
it's like, yeah,
not the fillers, some of the fillers, I'd be like, maybe this is the right spot, but I'd still get them in the top 100 possibly.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely should be in the top 100. Like, that's guitar.
yeah, but Ryland S. Howard, way better.
Right, well, yeah.
Got
Way
Punk
better.
Mayhem.
Oh, is it gonna load? There we go.
The friend catcher.
No, the,
Junkyard.
Gotcha.
But he is Australia's most unique, gifted, uncompromising guitarist.
wait, what,
Screw that.
what do you mean he is? Is it a he or girl?
Well, said him.
That's Roland. I think it's a boy.
Hell.
Kind of looks like a girl though.
Yeah,
I'm not here to judge those things,
I'm
Baxter.
confused. Let's move on.
We already misgendered a few people.
Like Johnson.
It was all Sean. You would have expected.
I know. Yeah, it was me all
Sean.
day. Yeah. Kelly
the
Johnson.
fact that we're talking about these artists that a lot of us are not really sure who they are, and Steve Vai was well earlier than this. The Steve Vai might be as ridiculous as the Andy Summers at 250.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
pretty
Steve Vai,
ridiculous.
I would say,
Not in top
Johnson.
20.
Steve Vai is so close to being a household name. You know, he is.
He's like
in
not
that.
he's not Eddie Van Halen, but in some ways, yeah,
In some ways.
close. I mean,
Well,
like,
I guarantee you, back in the day when he was playing for David Lee Roth, like
That's what I mean. Like, yeah,
but
you
just
would
like
have heard the
but
name.
it's still like in the conversations, like it makes no sense.
Well, like Steve Vai is playing with these up and coming prog bands and stuff and mathcore bands or
I know
whatever.
he's with Tim Henson right
That's
now.
what I'm
Is-
saying.
Is Joe Satriani on this list at all?
I don't know. I have to pause. Girls' school shook the urn with her ashes like maracas, just so they could include her in the music. I mean, that's pretty rock and roll.
Okay, just going.
That is pretty
This
rock
is
and roll. I like that.
It is stupid.
The list is
I
lost.
No, I like that. That's
For a
cool.
minute.
That deserves
Oh, yeah.
it. Look at this girl,
Lindsay, oh my God.
Lindsay.
Dude, that is
That's really
yeah. Lindsay definitely deserves to be
Top
on this
100.
list. Top 100
I
for
would say
sure.
Yeah,
top
I mean, just
100.
Brianna.
Let-
Just that. Just
Go back to that
That-
picture of Lindsey Buckingham again. That is insane.
What a stud.
Dude, what a dude. Seriously, that guy is getting mad ladies.
They really-
And to think that he switched from that guitar to that,
to that
weird thing.
ridiculous thing.
It's better.
It's-
I don't care if it's better. It's no. Lindsey's he's some of the best guitar solos written too. He's
I mean,
great.
if you just listen to the chain alone, all those great
Oh,
songs.
everything, it's amazing. It's
Oh,
it
amazing.
all is pretty amazing.
Filthy.
Oh yeah.
Mick Ronson. I like some Mick Ronson.
Yep.
Sure.
Sure. 100%.
Sure.
No, Mick Ronson.
Yeah, just better than
No.
Leonard Skinner. Yeah, sure.
no. I think
Sure.
Mick for sure deserves to be in there.
Yeah, I like Mick Ronson.
I
a
love
lot.
the work that
Ziggy Stardust.
all that, like the guitar tones. It kind of, some of those tones live in that Derek and the Dominoes tone, like a little bit in that sort of glam style.
Yeah, I mean the
Like-
fact you right now.
I can hear that.
You know, that sort of overdriven, sort of crunchy, clean amp. That's just it's.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I'm a big Mick Ronson fan.
I'm fine with Mick
Except for
Ronson.
That's a good
City.
spot.
I just
Great
don't
city.
think. I think yes, it's a good spot for him, but a lot of the people on the list should have been ahead.
Much better than Steve Lucas.
Yeah.
People, Merle Travis.
Travis.
Hell
look
yeah.
at that guy.
He's got his own pick.
You would let him hang out with your kids, right?
No.
Picks.
Look at
I'd
that.
let Pee Wee Herman hang on the kids before that.
I'd beat him with a
Man.
pipe, dude.
Man in a onesie.
Man.
Dude,
No,
yeah, I mean,
no,
he's obviously phenomenal. He lives in that sort of, obviously the Chet world. And I think his
Obviously fantastic.
and we go to his Bluegrass Festival every year,
That's right.
which is pretty amazing. Amazing guitar player.
No, that's named after Merle Haggard.
And the Travis picking that we all
I'm
know and
pretty
love.
sure you're both wrong, but that's okay.
No, but-
He's right.
I should have let it go.
I thought about it. I was like, really? Merle Travis? Oh.
It's Doc and Merle, not Merle Travis.
I know it is. Doc and Merle. That's what it is.
It's all the Merles, all in one.
No, it's
Yeah.
amazing. He's
He's
an
good,
amazing
right?
guitar player.
Yeah,
I think he should be
picker.
higher than that though.
We're gonna go with it. Then there's
mean-
Clarence White.
He has a cape,
If you got a cape,
automatic.
I love how they all like whatever they describe in the top line of all these, they show a totally.
This makes no sense. Clarence White should not be 107 versus some of the artists we just saw.
He's a top session player in the '60s, Baxter.
He never played anything that sounded vaguely weak.
That is true.
I mean, he's important. He should be in the list.
Peter Buck.
I don't know if he deserves to be right there.
Yeah. REM.
Yeah, I do like Peter Buck.
Peter Buck.
I don't think he's a great guitar player. That's the trick, I think. But
Anti-hero.
I do love what he does. I love
Yeah.
the sounds. Like just
What the frequency can yeah.
just nails it. Like just
Whenever you showed me that made me think like, damn, I really need a tremolo pedal right now. Yeah, it's sick.
That is cool.
No, it's funny. Like I never, even when I was like a kid listening to like REM some, which I didn't like them until later in life. Really,
I always enjoyed art.
I didn't like him as a guitar player. I was never like, oh, REM's got great musicians. But then I realized they put it all together in great ways.
Yeah, it's the attitude. He's got like an attitude.
Or just
that
in the
screams.
composition.
Yeah,
It's really he's a great composer.
yeah. Well, that's what I mean too. Like with the
Lived
playing.
in there with
it's
Steve
just-
Malcolmus and everything.
Yeah, it's just incredible. Whoa!
Slash doesn't hit the top 100.
What happened?
105.
What happened? I feel like we're
Now we're just in La La Land.
man.
And the winner of the Academy Award this year is a documentary film and spoken silent word that no one's ever heard. Slash 105, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to my
There we
jungle.
go.
That's the stupidest thing on the list so far.
I mean,
God, Slash
for
is skinny there, Jesus.
the sake of influence,
Whoa,
for the
he's
sake
really
of
heroin
guitar
Slash.
solos, November Rain, the video.
I'd say Sweet Child of Mine. Sweet Child of
Guitar
Mine,
Hero.
Guitar
Sweet-
Hero.
Sweet
dude.
Child
He's
Mine's
on the cover of
one of the
Guitar
best
Hero.
guitar solos ever written.
Sweet Child. I mean,
Sweet
it's
Child of Mine goes up there with like Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven
You
guitar
know,
great
solo.
One
American
of
rock
my-
bands.
One of my students is working on that solo right now. And there's all these cool little things where you're like, he does the note behind and like bends it up to half step. So it's just so, I mean,
No, I mean, there's no words to the fact that he's not top 50.
Yeah.
Top 50 at least. I mean, he's probably top 25 again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Someone
Well,
said
whenever you
105 the
see,
Slash sounds like a radio station. It does. 105 the Slash. And then it would be weird music.
Well, that was just right. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it totally makes sense.
I mean, he is better than Slash. He's much more well known.
We're
Safari.
or I
I'm
just
sure
can't.
he's great.
I
I
can't.
don't know who it is. He's,
I'm
sorry, we're
just-
gonna have a few keep rolling after Slash. We might just have to roll for a bit.
Nancy Wilson.
Beats Slash.
Hell yeah.
Are you?
She's crazy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that is a great riff.
Crazy on you.
That's a great riff. Man,
That one riff, one riff, dude.
There's other
She has a
riffs,
few.
but
Sure, there's others, but Slash wrote albums worth, dude.
I know.
And I don't like Guns N' Roses.
Slash
Listen,
is Slash
I
is
don't
one of the
like Guns
best
N'
rock and roll
Roses,
guitar
dude.
players in history.
I could even
Hands down.
see Nancy Wilson being maybe top 100. Definitely where she is, but so many of these people should have been
Dude,
ahead of her.
Okay, move on.
Can't.
I'm
I'm
still sort of
serious.
Slash depressed.
Billy.
God, I've never seen Billy that young. Billy's like 22 in that picture.
He's skinny now.
Holy Lord. Yeah,
He's
Billy
still
Gibbons
skinny,
is top
right?
100, 100%.
Skinnier-ish.
I mean, he's not
Well, he got
skinny,
fat.
but
Yeah.
Billy
He's
Then he-
normally skinnier than he is.
He's not as frail.
So now the true ZZ Top fans like we don't like all that 80s stuff he did or whatever. But when he was the guy that broke through 80s MTV period and like made guitar like
Cool.
not like the shredder hair metal guys. Are like we're dudes that drive in a car and we like hot chicks.
I'm gonna
And we
spin my
play
guitar on my belt.
I
you know?
spin it, dude. I thought that was the
Badass.
coolest thing ever. When I was like 9 years old, I was like, oh my god,
That's right.
that's what guitar players look like. And I want a guitar that spins.
Yes.
And he's a phenomenal player.
Amazing player.
Phenomenal
Wrote some of
player.
the greatest
Should be in the
riffs.
top 100 hands down. Continue. I'm gonna start making fun of all the top 100s. John, why would they choose that picture? Just to be assholes?
That's
Playing a
amazing.
baseball bat, ladies and gentlemen.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
I mean, yeah, John Fogerty over
Over Slash, of
Slash and Billy Gibbons
Those are the
and
key tracks
Steve
I
Vai.
picked either.
That's really weird tracks they picked.
Wow.
This is AI for sure. So I'm just going to comment to
Oh,
whoever's the
God.
editor for Rolling Stones who went through this. It's fine that your list is all sort of fucked. Excuse my language. No, it's fine. I don't mind that. But
Not.
the fact
Remember I
that
said you're trash.
the fact that the key, well, they're doing it to get like people to do what we're doing right now. I get that. I respect that. They're getting ad sales and clicks. But
Sure.
the key tracks, they learn a little bit.
Just something, dude.
Just try.
Something.
Don't
dude.
let the AI work. And you have people that you pay money to write these things. That
Yeah,
matter.
like listen to their discography just for a minute. Like scroll through the greatest hits at least.
I just think it's great that Kerry King is ahead of Dimebag Daryl.
And Slash.
And
Yeah,
Slash.
yeah, the Dimebag Daryl one is
But like there, he's to me he's comparable to like Dimebag. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
I
they
put
live
him in the
same-
top 100.
Man, I don't know if I would or not.
I mean,
but,
it depends who's in the top 100.
right.
Raining Blood.
But judging
It's
from the
just
snot
crazy.
show of what we've seen so far, it's going to be a shit ride to hell. Let's go.
Shit ride to hell. I love it.
And here we are.
Okay, he's phenomenal.
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 I don't know how you play music.
Just
you
like
play.
Tim Henson, though, I'm kind of like, shake
I
it up.
And I don't care if you're new. You can still sit in the
I
top.
know.
You can sit in the top 100. If like I would put him in the top 100.
He's
I put Tim Henson in the top 100.
Yeah, I just don't like Tim Henson.
I just don't like.
I
his
know.
style doesn't intrigue me. I don't find it
Yeah,
enjoyable to listen to. But I put his playing is. I don't get how he does it.
Tim Henson's gonna make so much fun of me. He's like,
Yeah, well, that's why you don't have a signature, a little nylon string.
Link
I
Ray.
mean,
douche.
yeah, I mean that.
I mean, he's
God,
pioneer, but maybe not better than Eric Johnson.
no, it is. It,
It's weird. It's hard. It's hard to. It's how do you rank that? Like,
I
what
mean,
are the criteria? Right?
God, that picture of Link though. Look at the picture again.
Okay,
You
that's
hear
awesome.
the song, you don't realize how cool that bastard was.
That is cool.
I mean, that's cool.
I mean,
as
he's cool
shit.
as shit. Yeah,
That's
I,
cool.
I
He's
feel
up
like
there.
he could like 89 Volt had some cool Link Ray vibes almost.
Well, and this
this
goes
picture.
into like what created
Eddie ain't
real
quite
rock
there.
and
We'll
roll.
see. We'll
you
see if
know?
we can get there. Maybe.
I'm just saying.
I'm hoping you get there, Eddie.
I just said vibes.
I know. I'm messing
Eddie's
with you.
pretty cool.
Eddie's pretty damn cool.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, and he deserves to be in the list.
He
But
should definitely be on the list. I don't. It's man.
oh my god, really? I mean, Steve Malcolmus is above.
Thought it was Jim
Slash?
Bonamassa, didn't you? Yeah.
No, I knew who that
Yeah, well, I
was.
did.
He's above Slash.
I absolutely love Pavement's one of my favorite bands in rock and roll. It's one of my favorite bands. I would never put him as one of the top guitar players.
You
As far
know,
as, like,
he has
and I don't think he would do that either.
Fluently
Well-
emotional ripples.
And we did that thing a while back. One of our friends' place with one of the guys in Pavement, and I got to see them rehearse at the Rooster and stuff. Is awesome, right? Their guitar player. What was great about him and the magic of it was he just did not care, and he played it like he didn't care in a great way. That's the magic.
Not
Not great
Pavement
guitar.
didn't rehearse
Exactly.
on purpose, and they had this unabandoned sound, but it was great songs and a great vocal lead. And
Yes.
they didn't have a bass on one of their most slanted and enchanted record. And it sounds fun. You're like, why is this record so good? It sounds different. No bass.
No bass.
Awesome.
That's right.
Awesome. Phenomenal band, but weird.
Yeah.
Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler.
96.
Honestly, should be in the top 25 in my
Yeah,
opinion.
top 25.
I would put him there.
Sultans of Swing.
He might be in the top 10. Once we get to the top 10, we'll see. Ooh, that's a nice ad. Get rid of it, Sean. Get rid of it.
It'd be amazing if they shut us down. Like that's all you can see.
Subscribe.
Man, they put Romeo and Juliet as one of his keys.
I know, right? Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking?
There's
I
no
mean,
guitar
so
solo on this.
No.
Not even the one. The
So
big
who's above
riff-
Mark Knopfler? Give me this.
Mary Timony, of course.
Wild Flag.
Yeah,
So
one of my greatest influences. Oh wait,
I mean, the guys that did this article, though, they're like having so much fun. If any of them end up watching this, they're like, haha, a bunch of boomers. We're technically not boomers. I'm Generation X, which we're the ones who really don't give a shit. You're not a boomer.
I'm a
what are
punk
you?
ass dude, and
Well,
I
how old are
don't.
you? Because you're a baby. You're 25 or something.
25, man.
so where are you, Z?
What does that make you? I don't even know.
I've never really been into that stuff.
Mark Knopfler, just go. Yeah.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sorry, Mary. you
Sorry, I'm driving.
keep going.
There you go. That's what I was
Is
about
that
to
Joe
say. I was like, it's like,
Satriani?
dude, I'm a
Joe
place with
Satriani is above Steve Vai. And I love Joe Satriani. I had Surfing with the Alien. But Steve Vai is a household name.
guys. I would never.
Stop creaking the chair.
Well,
Sit
look,
still.
they even
I would
say,
never.
even if he was only known as the guitarist who once counted Kirk Hammett and Steve Vai among his pupils. So his claim to fame is he taught
Keep
Steve
scrolling
Vai.
down. Let me see what else they say about him. I'm just curious.
Bald. Glasses.
I remember seeing
Summer
him.
Song.
He played with he played on the same MTV Unplugged as Stevie Ray Vaughan. Not together. They shot him in different things, and you sort of want to get through his acoustic set to get to Stevie Ray Vaughan's because it was just on fire. I thought his was really cool because I like that, but he can't sing really. And the Stevie Ray Vaughan was just like, what is happening? I love Joe. I think he's a phenomenal player.
You guys are obviously forgetting Chickenfoot, his seminal band
Oh god.
with
You done.
Move on.
You're done.
Move on.
yeah, Leo Nelson Telly.
Just kissed my
I
baby.
mean, Sissy Strut is awesome.
I mean, but I feel like at this point the list is just made up.
No, but this, I don't know.
This is great. Yeah, he's
good,
great.
Good job, Leo. 90. I'm gonna get top 90.
Back there's done.
Uh,
Scroll. Keep it moving.
What are we
Get on
doing?
the road. Wada. I need a buzzer.
I mean, it just
Cat core.
I mean,
Steven
you
Cat
redefine the
core.
heights that reggae guitar could soar to.
no. This is just,
You know what they say?
No, he
no cat
didn't.
core, no reggae.
No cat core, no cry.
No,
I just feel like this should all
But the
stop
fact
and
I know
pop
some
out.
of this music. This should not be in the list. This is just ridiculous at this point. From what we just saw, too.
It is because we got these people are all ahead of Steve Vai, just like Johnny.
And I get they're trying to do like a sort of worldview thing.
That's dumb.
Yes.
When you make lists, you should make the lists correctly. You can't. You can say, "Here's 250 guitarists you've never heard of that you need to go check out because they're cool." You can say that, but you can't say like
this is
these are the
actually-
best.
That'd be a better way to
and,
say it.
And then
Yeah.
say, well, what we really wanted to do is elevate these people. That's like the dumb basketball league where they don't keep score for kids. I don't believe in that.
Talking about the WNBA.
It's not
Yeah.
wrong.
You like that joke, didn't you?
It's not wrong.
Dude, did you see?
Canceled.
Did you see the guy that just like offered $1 million to? He said like, if any high school, the top high school team in America can beat any WNBA team, he said. He's offering $1 million up
There
for the
was, somebody
challenge.
was talking. I read a
Remember.
bunch of that. And they were talking about those McDonald's All Stars high school boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would crush them.
Those guys are
Because
insane.
they'd be dunking on them. Someone asked if they. I'm
Continue.
telling this as Leslie West. Leslie West.
Is that my boy Lou?
Yes, way back there.
Is that Lou? Is that Lou coming up?
I'm saying something.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's good.
That's
But yeah, Leslie West was way. It was like he
Oh,
was in
yeah.
the 200s.
Way back, dude.
Which is a travesty.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lou Reed,
Mr. Noise himself.
He's one.
virtuosity.
He's one of my heroes. Like I moved to New York partly because of the Strange Person. Now, would I rank him as one of the greatest guitar players?
But Baxter, he had a noise opus that took feedback further than Jimi Hendrix could have.
Listen, Metal Machine music was a joke, and he got all of us. And all of you at Rolling Stone, who is right, you think that you're in on the joke. You're not. You're a fool.
No,
Ouch.
I used to put Metal Machine music on when I worked in a cubicle at MTV VH1. I'd put it on my little computer speakers quietly, just to like. And my cubicle mate would understand the joke, but we just want to see who would come
It's
over.
a joke.
It was fun.
He is quoted as saying on this record, and I'm a big Lou Reed fan as well, where
I love
he said
Velvet Underground.
he said directly to an interviewer, they said, what do you think about people not understanding Metal Machine music? He said, I think all those pot smoking hippies can get effed. It's a joke.
All right. Well, I do love Lou Reed, but
I love Lou Reed.
above who we just talked about, above Slash, is just whatever. Continue.
Not so much.
Strange.
He was a fan.
So Kurt Cobain has been much higher on this list before.
I
Much higher.
kind of argue that, well, I'm not going to say that.
I think Kurt
I was going to say
Cobain,
it should be, but
well, influentially, what he did, he changed music.
yes.
He
But
changed
as
music.
Jonathan's argued throughout this as well, is like, does that matter whenever it comes down to guitar playing? I
Let
think
me
to some
summarize.
degree.
No.
I think it should. I think it should.
I think it matters. It matters some.
It
But
does
it
matter.
doesn't on the list of the 250 greatest guitars.
Whenever I think of like how many times we've gotten in the Jags thing and people just
Or just
lust
when young
after it.
kids want to learn guitar, they want to learn Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yes.
They want.
but you-
I know. It
But
doesn't.
you can't. You don't start with the best. You know what I mean? Like if you want to learn to build a friggin'
I think
engine, you don't go learn to build a Porsche like straight. You just don't. I mean, you don't.
No, I hear you. But
You know,
But
I
you know
think he
what?
needs to
We
be in
all
the
love a
top 100.
Camaro.
you learn
You
Roll
love a
on.
Camaro, dude.
Mary Had a Little
Roll
Lamb.
You
Not great
love a
music,
Camaro.
but you learn it.
Is this from?
Hell yeah,
Holy cow!
Should we?
she was great in Batman too.
Should we? Or-
I mean, above
no, he didn't.
Steve Lukather, Eric Johnson. I mean, so now it's just influential guitar players. No, the list should be called influential guitar players who did stuff.
They did things. They held guitars. They played them.
But I don't
And
even know if influential is right because
Oh,
who is influenced by Human Flying Dukemon?
God. Nobody anymore.
Yeah,
No, it's just some college kid that wrote that, or AI college generated.
Sonny Chirac
no, I
wanted
feel
to be
he's
the
gonna
next
cool,
John
but I don't know.
Coltrane.
Yes.
Yeah, but over some of the guys we've seen, yeah,
Exactly.
he is great. But like even like Albert Collins and stuff, like let's talk about we're living that blues world. I mean, no,
Kurt
not where he
Cobain.
is.
I mean, even over this.
Go,
I mean,
go.
come on.
That's it. Larry Carlton. Yeah, he definitely deserves to be up there. He's
85 is probably right.
He deserves. He's in the top 100 for
You
sure.
know how much you love that band he was in.
Muddy Waters needs to be in the top 25.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
Influence
for everything, and like
Manish Boy, come on.
I don't even know how you play like he plays. Like to really play these guys that are all like
Yeah.
Tim Henson couldn't play this.
No, and what blows my
I
mind
couldn't play
too
this.
is he, like I always tell my students this when we learn songs like this. Whenever you're learning something, try and put yourself back in a time period where no one did that.
Right.
No
That's a good
one
point,
did
Sean.
that. That's insane. And he did that. And he was like, no, it sounds good against all odds. You know, somebody in
try
that studio said this isn't.
It's
Okay.
really that's really That's
You need to
insane.
play the chords.
Phenomenal. 84 is a crime for that too. Oh, this is a cute picture. I mean, yeah, I like that they're together in this picture.
Yeah.
I agree with them being together because I mean, it's Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden should be. This makes sense where they're living.
Nerds.
You guys heard my thoughts. I'm holding to it.
Oh,
Wes
yeah.
Montgomery.
Yeah, of
Why is
course.
82 though?
I challenge any of you watching this to go try to play a Wes Montgomery song and really play it. It's a freaking nightmare. It's so hard.
It's in that Chet Atkins realm of like, you almost are afraid to try.
Chet Atkins
it's
is impossible.
So
Wes
good.
is, you think it's possible, but it's not.
No.
Chet, you just know it's not possible. Go on.
No way.
And
Bert?
then there's this guy.
Hang on. Let's just Wes Montgomery.
Isn't that weird?
I thought that was Shane McGowan from the Pogues for a minute.
Nosferatu.
Oh Lord. I mean, that makes. I mean, yeah. I guess we're trying to be culturally inclusive of like sort of deep UK folklore.
Yes.
I don't know, man. That's just
Who
move on.
cares?
Oh, here we go.
Way back in number 80. Oh my God.
Well, it's deserved.
That's a good picture. Derek Truck looks like Jesus in that picture.
I mean,
Go back to this picture.
They made him like
I'll
a
save you
saint.
all.
So that is redneck Jesus right there. I
That
love
is-
it. That's
yeah.
no, Derek Trucks is one. He's probably the best living slide guitar player ever. I might put ever. I might put him better
Well,
than.
I think if you add up all of the collective influence that he was raised within, he is kind of the arch. He's the peak of that as it comes to.
Do you think
right?
he's a decent guitar player?
I think he's okay.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I guess he deserves to be on the list. It's fine.
He is the top of the mountain of the sort of like the jam, blues, Americana, rock touring type stuff. He's like they're the top. They're
He's
it.
sort of like he grew up in that, right?
That's what I mean.
He's
royalty.
He's like, bam.
Yes, he is. I think it's all of that added up. The Dickie Betts,
It's
the
sort of
Warren
like
Haynes,
when
the-
Leto becomes the sandworm
Yes.
and takes humanity down the golden path.
But just to
Kind
be,
of like Paul was.
but just to become that. I know it's great. I love that. Just to become that technically proficient,
The fuck
but
are
also
you
have
talking-
outrageous soul is
Yeah.
insane. Like, move on. He deserves higher than that.
He should be. God, maybe he's top 10. Should be. And
Isley Brothers here. All right.
I mean, that is cool.
I mean, he's definitely cool. I'm not. I mean, I can see him living that. This is a right number, in some
Yeah.
ways. It's tricky, you know. Definitely more influential than Slash.
He did say his secret weapon was Jimmy one time.
Cool. Move on.
I like Ernie Isley though.
Charlie
And then
Christian.
there's Charlie Christian.
Phenomenal guitar player.
He's got his own pickups, Baxter.
No, it's like revolutionary in that
fair.
sort of jazz way. That's fair. That's a proper
Would,
spot.
would you have put him or Wes Montgomery higher?
Probably West, just
I
because
think I
of
would too.
just 'cause from fame, but yeah,
I mean, obviously,
that's tricky.
Both
Who
awesome.
we got here? Who we got coming up? Willie Nelson. I'll put Willie in. He's a phenomenal guitar player, actually.
He could have been hovered around 100 for me.
Yeah, I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, a little bit. Not much.
But his jazz chops are
They-
shockingly
They are
good.
very good.
Crazy.
He's
Yep.
no, like to play the solos in
I'm
his song.
crazy.
He walks those melodies out like no one's business.
Has anybody played one guitar longer? You reckon? Where they
No.
didn't switch? I
No.
mean, that's
That's a
really
great
kind of
point.
cool.
Yeah, it is.
Since 1969, that's kind of amazing.
He's amazing. Move it.
Oh yeah.
Joan
See,
Jett.
like you said,
Now the list is just like now it's just famous and
famous people,
Yeah.
but not necessarily.
Joan Jett's awesome.
She is awesome.
She's an awesome
Yeah.
rock star. That's like putting David Bowie is like a great guitar player.
Yeah, he's
Like
just
one
a
of the
rock
greatest.
star.
He plays guitar,
Yeah.
but he's not a guitar
No,
player
he's
in the
a
same way.
rock
He's like
star.
Joan Jett is awesome.
Yes,
She's a rock star.
that's right. She is definitely a rock
One
star.
of the best. The fact that
wanted to be
she's
she-
Keith Richards.
Now,
instead of Dwayne
don't get me
Allman.
wrong. She should be on the list,
100%.
but the The crimes
again,
against humanity that
I
have
will
been
say
done.
she's awesome. I don't know if she should be on the list.
Her key tracks are pretty funny too. That
Cherry bomb. Do you
they,
want to
those-
touch me?
that yeah. Oh my God, really?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I mean, because Richie's one of those that's way up there too.
Way up.
Should be away. That's absurd.
Higher than this, yeah.
Yes, but I mean, we've already seen some like
Smoke
go
on the
to third.
water. Forever.
Right there, Joan Jett touching tips. Jay
Damascus.
Oh my!
Just to drop a
Oh,
little
my.
stink bomb and everything right
Look
there.
at that gear slob right there, baby.
I knew
Ladies
Rolling
and
Stone
gentlemen,
loved Squires.
do
I
you
knew
want
it.
gear? Because Jay Maskus owns it.
I love Jay Maskus. I think Dinosaur Jr. is great. And I think more people buy his guitar and don't know who he is.
Yeah,
Because like he has a great guitars that he makes with Fender.
he's another one of those guys. Everyone will say, "I'm a Jay Maskus fan. I'm a Dinosaur Jr. fan," but they cannot picture or think of one song.
They can't name one
You know,
song.
you can't think about what it's because I'll be honest with you, I cannot
How
think what is
influential
Dinosaur
can
Jr.
you
sound
be
like.
when nobody knows your songs?
If we had Jay Maskus sit in our guitar shop for a week, some people would notice, but I think a lot of people would be like,
Well, I mean, that's
There's a
what
guy.
most rock stars.
Someone
I know.
just said over
Well-
Derek Trucks.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's the only comment. Like Jay Maskus over. Now, if he were someone, absolutely put him up there.
yeah, top 100 maybe.
But yeah, he's not like a
Maybe.
great, amazing player. He
Yeah,
just,
but
he
yeah,
just
yeah,
was
yeah.
a-
Top 100. Yeah,
was
I'd put him
there.
top 100.
he was there.
He's a
was
great
there.
player.
He was, you know,
He was there.
the source material.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. Like he set us up. He's the golf tee.
John
Yeah, John
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin. Yeah, I get it. God, it's so weird seeing a young picture of him.
I mean, he was badass.
I'm going to be honest. If I had to talk to that guy, I would.
I don't think it's real.
He looks like Christian
Yeah.
Bale in American Psycho there,
Yeah, exactly. I'm
which
like,
I'm
oh,
not a fan of. I like that look better than the new look.
I'm going to murder
He's
your
a
family.
great guitar player. He should be on the list, top 100.
We've got some folks hanging out. They're hanging for the whole thing.
That's awesome.
Archer
Dude, thanks
says
for hanging out, man. We're almost there.
There to the bitter end. Thank you, Archer.
We're approaching.
Thanks, guys. This is awesome.
This has been fun too. It's like I
Franco.
and again, if you're just joining us, I was not allowed to look at the list. So this
It's
John.
true.
He's
sort of
fresh to
previous-
this. Yeah.
I sort of made it the rule so I could be sort of completely incensed and shocked. And the fact that this is above Slash still is pretty
Andy
ridiculous.
Summers.
This man had
Andy Summers.
84 albums in
Did
a
he?
31-year career. That's
Jesus.
kind of nuts.
That's great. How many bowel movements have we had
It's like
today?
it's
Yeah.
like Buckethead. I've got 900 albums.
All right, Buckethead. Let's move on. Oh yeah, yep.
Yango.
Of course, top
Probably be
Yango.
top like 50.
top 50,
I've
100%.
never seen a man do more with less fingers
Yeah, I mean,
than
I don't understand.
He's only got 3 fingers.
And looking at that dude,
On his-
I know, and that's a sex symbol right there too. That's what I love about that. No, it is. This dude was like getting mad ladies,
Crushing.
crushing the.
So
the
for all
loving.
you great grandmothers out there watching,
Well,
you know
like-
what you
like
want.
legit gypsy jazz.
We
is
got
like
it
a
right
buzzword
here.
because of this dude, right?
And he makes like
We got
shitty
a
sounding
mustache.
guitars sound okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like he's one of the best
It's
guitar players.
amazing. Like, go just with these 2 fingers, how fast he can play.
But you can see the scar on the back of his hand where it was burned. You know what I mean? And yeah, he can only
Yeah.
use this too.
Amazing.
A lot of those jazz voicings people use now come from his
Amazing
music
guitar
as well.
player.
So
Yeah, so obviously on the list. I don't know where it needs to be, but
I would say he should be at least top 50.
we're gonna do our own list, Mitzi. Robbie Robertson, I put him on the list. I
I don't know. He definitely doesn't need to be above all the. And I
No.
love Robbie.
I do
Robertson.
too,
I
but-
love the band, even though.
So
I
you're
think he's
telling
best.
me
But-
Slash should be above Robbie
I
Robertson?
mean, Derek Trucks should.
Derek
absolutely-
Trucks should
What
be.
a loser! I mean, I
Robbie Robertson lives in that Keith Richards world to me. Like, you know, like as far as like chordal masterpiece, rhythm, great playing,
Yes.
right? Straight. I
he's a
love
great
him.
Style.
guitarist too,
Love
but
style.
it's just like
Love him.
good. It's not like wow.
But
that's
he
bad.
shouldn't be number 69.
The shape I'm in. That's a great song.
Les
Les
Paul,
Paul.
obviously. He had a great signature Squire.
Who's he?
God, it's a weird picture of him. Go back up. Jeez.
I know that downward
That's a
shot.
scary
It
picture.
looks
It looks like
horrifying.
he's about to eat your liver.
Les is one of those guys.
I ate his brain with some fava beans.
I just had to chill for a minute and enjoy that. No, but Les, he actually got better looking the older he got. I feel
He
like
did.
in a weird way. Like I like him as an old man. Like he did more for guitar than almost anybody on this list. In some
We all know what Mary Ford saw in him.
God,
that lovely glare, that loving embrace of a
She saw that
fucking
look a
stare.
lot.
Jesus Christ. Imagine you open up any door in your house and that's on the other side of it. Holy shit.
Who'd have thought it wouldn't last?
oh, go on, Jill. Man, look at it. It's American Psycho.
We're horrible people. We're horrible.
Once again, like Dinosaur Jr., it's.
I mean, I do like My Bloody Valentine.
I do too, but it's
I know this is that
Derek Trucks.
this ain't Place and Soap. He might be on the list, but
Uh,
not with what they put in before.
Who's our other
Yeah,
boy?
I mean, there's room with 250, but
Andy Summers.
67 is way up there when Andy Summers is 250.
I know. I'm like some of these guys. I'm like, do you have a Kevin Shields without an Andy Summers in
Why
it?
did they choose 250 number? What was the point of that? Just to fill space?
Who knows?
Okay, let's go.
Jeez.
Yeah, Riker.
is amazing. Pretty amazing. Not a lot of folks
That was an
know this.
amazing picture of him too. That's a really cool picture. That makes
He
him look
couldn't
cool.
be more bored.
No, I mean that's a good guitar
I
player
know.
and deserves to be in the top.
Everybody wants a cooter caster. Hey, it's a thing. You shut your
I know.
mouth, son.
Who we got coming up here?
T-Bone Walker, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. That's a bad mother right there.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's a great quote. When B.B. King heard T-Bone Walker, he thought Jesus himself would return to earth playing electric guitar. That is a great quote.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, if you
he's
get a
mean
quote,
player. I'd put him in there.
some of the quotables make it for me. I'm like, this.
And he
is it.
deserves to be that high.
Oh.
Now, then there's Carrie Brownstein. I don't know who she is. I'm sorry.
Slater Kinney.
Sure.
I love you, Carrie, and I love Slater Kinney, but
Slater Kinney.
come on, dude.
Yeah, it's that doesn't make any sense. It's
Come on,
yeah, we're
dude.
gonna call that a pass. Mitch Thompson. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, here we go. Watch that.
Ouch.
Peter Green.
Peter Green.
Just
Much
for the
deserved.
tone circuit alone.
He owned a guitar.
This man had a guitar.
He owned a guitar that a guy who was
Is
a little
that
more
it?
famous than him bought, and then a guy that was a little more famous than that guy bought that guitar. And
Don't worry.
now,
They didn't put those guys on the list either. It's fine.
No, Peter Green deserves to be in there. I mean, he's like, who wants to follow Clapton and John Mayles either? It's like that's a nightmare.
But Peter
well, that's
Green-
why we
Peter
always
Green,
talk about that record.
If it wouldn't have been for some of his personal tragedy and going crazy
Yeah, the
and stuff,
sadness and stuff.
he'd probably be a name like.
I hope Sid
Clapton,
Barrett's
guys.
on here because of that.
No, Sid Barrett doesn't play
I'm a
guitar
big
enough.
Sid Barrett guy.
Oh my God. Number 61.
Playing his acoustic.
They could have at least put him the same year as his favorite.
If Gary Moore truly is not on this list, and John Mayer is.
Well, you knew
Okay,
John
okay,
Mayer
well,
was
I mean-
gonna be.
I know,
John
and
Mayer
it's
has to be on the list.
disappointing.
No, John Mayer, he definitely deserves to be on this list.
Great shoes,
Yes.
John. Great
You think he
watch.
deserves to be this high?
Hell no.
Maybe.
I don't know.
How do you
He's
really
done a
feel,
lot-
Sean?
He's done a lot
Maybe.
for guitar in
Yeah.
the last 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
He's if you put all stuff, it's tricky. I'd say yeah. I'd say 61 seems right. Let's go.
We got calls for a Casino Guitars top 50 list. Wow, we might do like a top 100. I don't know if we want to do a top.
You know what I think we do? I think we do a podcast where we're making the list and we're getting drunk and doing it, and then we publish the list. Scotty Moore.
Scotty Moore deserves to be up there, man.
Yep, Scotty Moore's amazing.
You hear all those British rockers and like the Beatles and those guys would talk about how they weren't buying Elvis records; they were buying Scotty Moore records. They wanted to hear what Scotty Moore was playing on. So he influenced a ton of folks.
Which is
like,
pretty cool.
Him and Buddy Holly, like sort of the influence they put over in England
Yeah,
too.
man.
God, it's
and that's all right, Mr. Train. I mean, that is pretty amazing.
Robert Fripp.
And there's
yeah.
Robert Fripp. Another one of those guys. You're like, he's amazing, but
Yeah.
you know,
Sex symbol.
I mean, that's a cool picture.
It is.
It looks like Chris Evans a little bit.
Yeah.
Not Chris
he's
Evans. Chris
fantastic.
what's his face from Jurassic Park and Guardians of the
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
He has that look a little
I
bit
mean,
right
yeah,
there.
like a really ugly
It's
version.
Chris Pratt. Thank you.
Right.
Not Chris Evans. I confused the names. I'm
I just wore
sorry.
That shirt tied in front.
Sean
of
has that shirt actually.
Yeah.
it.
My girlfriend has it.
I mean, obviously a good player.
Yeah,
Like,
he
like,
deserves to be on there.
a
I mean,
good player.
King Crimson's
okay,
phenomenal.
like a
I mean,
virtuosistic.
to be able to play,
virtuosic
no, he did. That's the people that should be on this list.
Yes. Yeah. Especially like you can listen to In the Court of the Crimson King and be like, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
here we go.
21st century schizoid man.
Oh, brother.
Alex Lifeson, obviously, yes.
Great stuff. Alex Lifeson. Yes.
You know but I'm gonna say you got Alex Lifeson there. I would put Andy Summers right there with him.
I
would
would
too.
I'd put Alex Lifeson in that.
And I'll tell you
to be
what,
honest, I don't really ride on
Steve
those.
Vai should be above an Alex Lifeson,
Of
in my
course.
opinion. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of those guys.
Freaking Eric John. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, but Alex Lifeson is great. He should be in the top 100.
Finding his own take on Andy Summers' echo and reggae approach. See, I mean, like it's ridiculous.
Why the guitar? Because if you like Rush, you don't like Rush. Like guitar is not what you go to Rush to usually for.
No.
Like whereas like you listen to the Police, like there's a lot of you not like normal traditional guitar lead stuff. It's different.
Well, I read a quote from somebody who said the reason why they look at Alex Lifeson as being one of the greatest guitar players of all time is because he sounds like he's from a completely different planet. He doesn't sound like he's been absolutely influenced by anything. He kind of comes at it from this weird ass angle that you're
It's
like,
the whole
damn.
band.
I
you
mean,
don't understand.
that is
Those,
the
those
whole
guys,
too.
they're such good music. They're so good. It's unbelievable.
Thurston Moore and Lee Ronaldo.
I like
There
that.
we go.
I
Put these
love
together.
Sonic Youth,
I love Sonic Youth too.
but the fact that this is above some of the greatest guitar players that have ever lived.
What I'll say, and this goes back
Ever.
to like a personal point, the Diamond Sea as a song, which is on their key tracks list. Go listen to it. It's like a 16-minute thing. That did inspire me as a guitar player. It made me feel like there was hope that I could be.
I
You know,
mean,
Almost as much as Liz Fair.
it's tricky. That's tricky. And so like where the sidewalk ends inspires me like as a book, but I'm saying like as a children's book, but then like as a guitar player, like you go on and you learn and anyway,
Yeah.
I love Sonic Youth. I'm into that weird stuff.
Well, in that same example, I feel like, we would put so-and-so, whatever his name is, up on the greatest
If
list.
Noel
of
Gallagher's
authors.
not number one, I'm just gonna burn the list down.
He's not.
Johnny
Johnny
Marr.
Marr,
I'm surprised
56.
Johnny Marr's this high up. Well done. I'm thrilled with that. Johnny
I
Marr
think
the
it's
Smiths.
deserved, dude.
I love Johnny Marr.
Johnny Marr, he gets so much of just
I mean, the fact that he's above like Slash and
Yeah, I mean,
Steve Vai
it doesn't make any sense.
and Andy Summers too is tricky. Like he deserves to be in that sort of 50s range. I put him in my
Yes.
top 50.
I would have put him. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
back in the 80s, 90s, maybe.
For style, for not giving a shit, the whole thing.
I think he's amazing.
Mick Taylor.
Sure.
I mean, yeah. It's
But
funny. We're
maybe
also
not
like,
here though.
yeah.
I mean, he's great. It's just,
I mean, it's like I feel like at this point we're just happy that we've heard of them. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, great, cool.
no,
well, I mean,
know.
even over like a
Guitar
Johnny
player.
Marr, though, it's like, what? Like, I don't know.
No, I mean, I get that. I get why he'd be over Johnny
I can
Marr
understand that too.
because like the stuff he did is heard by like billions of people.
Yeah.
No, I just know like
I
billions
mean,
of
it's
people.
entered a
think about this
greater
guy playing with the Rolling
lexicon,
Stones,
yeah.
playing with John Mayall.
Like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles are like the bands we'll talk about in history classes.
Yeah. Yeah, they will be our Beethoven and Bach.
Yeah,
Mozart.
that's exactly what they'll be. There you go. She
Bonnie
definitely deserves
Raitt.
to be in there. That's my girl. Gosh, she's so beautiful too.
I always said she would kick Steve Vai's ass.
I feel like she would in like,
Very.
real life. She'd be like,
In
shut
real life.
Uh, Rory Gallagher. Like,
I'd rather listen to Bonnie than Rory. Like listening, like just it's
I
not even
agree.
not even the singing, just
I'll
the
agree
guitar
with that.
solos. Like no, it's just for joy because they're soothing.
I know what you
She
mean.
has a great.
I just,
They're always
Yeah.
short. They're always very brief.
yeah. I like the out of control
How I
Rory
Make
Gallagher
Love.
thing where he's
I
like,
like
on the
that.
cusp
Appreciate
of
that.
flying off the rails. He's just,
I make. Oh yeah, here's my boy Trey made it.
Languid document right here.
Oh, it's the
what if I
guitar.
just did one of these?
Languid.
No, Trey definitely deserves. He'd be in my top 50.
Nah.
You know what I mean? I know not for you, but I think like
But he did. He's in the top 100.
he he kept like an entire like jam rock music like alive.
Yeah.
Like like
some people would say
I know.
that was not the
Single-handedly.
maybe should have shot that horse, but no, he kept it
best.
going.
Fluff
Man.
heads up there, Baxter.
Thank
But
God.
look, the
They get-
826.89 version.
Well, because that,
That's what I like
Why
to see.
no? Whoever put the 82689 version that's AI because that's a bullshit version because the best ones are like in 97. You guys
The
are full of
fact that
shit.
you know that.
I do that. There's a sequel to anyway. Whatever. Stupid.
That's
Fluff's
what I love
revenge.
about you, though. That's what I love about us as a
Fluff
group.
rides again.
Fluff's travels.
Our viewpoints and
John
takes on
Lee
this.
Hooker, top 50, 100%.
Yeah.
God, why would they pick that picture and make him look that bad?
I know.
You guys are sons of bitches.
There's
at
so
Rolling
many
Stones.
classic photos of him looking like a badass.
That is a horrible
It's a good
picture.
thing I hated Rolling Stone already.
That's truly a horrible picture. I'm offended by that picture. He created like the sound of the dirty blues.
Once again, go back, drop yourself in
Yeah.
1949,
Boom,
and you
boom.
hear boom, boom.
And you're like, oh my God, what is happening?
God,
Yeah.
that was
World is ending.
49.
I would have
That was
thought,
49.
yes.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
far
God,
out?
I see that.
Yeah.
Boogie
Yeah.
Chillin'. Yeah, classic Boogie Chillin'. No, yeah, that was Boogie Chillin' was okay.
49.
Yeah,
Boom,
but-
boom, boom might have been a
A
bit
little bit
later.
later, but still,
But it-
pre-55.
Still amazing.
It was in that period.
Oh, here we go. Here we get my boys.
Just,
Tom Barrel Lane.
dude, if they did what I think they're about to do, I'm gonna be
And
kind of
leave
pissed.
Lloyd out.
If they leave,
Okay, so Rolling Stone, if you do leave Richard Lloyd out, you're a complete piece of shit magazine. But
yeah,
just saying that. It's Tom
kinda
Lane passed
fucked.
away this year. It's a bummer.
it's
sad.
terrible.
Great duo. Those two. That should be a.
If they
team
were going to
together.
put anyone together, right?
Well, that's-
why not put those?
Well,
guys
that's kind of what I've alluded
know?
to whenever we
should be.
talked about those. Is like in this situation, Tom Verlaine is fantastic, but Richard Lloyd was the
He's-
rock and roll to that band.
He was the guy who like did the solos that ripped.
Yeah, the stuff that rocked your mind.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love television. Got to work
Yeah.
with those guys. They're phenomenal.
Yeah, man.
God rest his soul.
Oh, gotta
Gotta go up. Sorry, got excited there. Oh, we're closing in, man. We're closing in. Oh,
Top
Jesus.
50, baby.
Top 50 starts now.
Someone asked, "Was Billy Strings on the list?" I can't believe we actually made it this far.
Not yet.
I'm so angry.
Billy Strings is
We
not there. Elmer
usually
James.
quit by
You have
now.
to feed me quick.
100%. Elmer James in there.
Yeah, we're hungry.
Hey, I'm not even eating any food today yet, or at all. I can't eat food today.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, I got to think I'm a boo. Fun time for Baxter. So
Yay.
Fuck.
I'm gonna you guys get some fun food so I can smell it.
Elmer
So-
James.
Elmer James, yeah, I think he does. I don't know where he needs to be. I'm sort of
He definitely deserves to be here.
top 100 for sure. Oh, who's next? Come on.
Mm.
PJ Harvey.
Polly Jean, have some respect.
I know.
Damn it.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Where's she from? What does she do?
It's just PJ Harvey. She's her. She's
She's
an artist.
her own thing.
Yeah, and I know that, but I don't mind PJ Harvey. I listen to some of it, but it's
But
like
Baxter, she wielded her guitar like a jagged weapon.
She's totally influenced way more people
'Cause-
than Slash.
because even let's just go back to television. That's like one of the most influential art punk bands ever. Like, that's the only punk band that should be on the top sort of list.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm glad.
For, like,
I'm
what
glad
it
where
did.
they are was right.
Yeah.
That was cool, at least. You know.
Yeah, especially television in the
That's
sense of like what they did. Like I showed kids that record, and they're like, "Oh, this must have come out a couple years ago." I'm like, "No, dude, this is like
Like-
50 years old."
I feel like we really got to be hard on if we don't know you and you're in the top 50. Curtis Mayfield definitely
Beautiful,
pretty awesome.
love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think
I love Kurt.
I mean, I don't know if he's ahead of a lot of the folks we're
but ahead of Slash
talking
now.
about.
Just move on up. Yeah,
Moving on up.
Mr. The Edge.
I put him in there. I might put the edge in
Mr.
there.
The Edge in there.
Someone said PJ Harvey 200 spots above Andy Summers. I mean, yeah. I mean,
That's a
seriously,
great quote.
If you're Andy Summers, if like Andy Summers mysteriously dies the next week, I blame Rolling Stone.
I feel like
They'll
Andy
come out
Summers-
with a new list and they'll put him higher up
They're gonna
because
crucify
that's
him
what
on
you do,
something.
Rolling Stone.
Well,
you
'cause-
pander.
Because he's having like sue to get his copyrights for like or his royalties for like every breath you take. He's getting shit on him. You can put 250 on this list, which is absurd. Andy, if you're ever watches, anybody knows Andy Summers,
We
yeah,
love
we-
you, Andy.
We love you.
we think you should be like top 10.
We've listened to the Police a ton in the shop over the last
I've
month or
been
two.
police heavy lately.
Yeah.
I mean, the edge is.
You call us, we'll interview you.
We'll interview you. Dude, we'll just hang out. I'll buy you a
I
beer,
don't
bro.
care,
Come
man. That's
hang
my
out.
hangout. I think you're one of the best. The edge
Fuck
is.
that.
The edge is
Jealous.
also. He is phenomenal. I forget
I mean, like
what he did.
should
Sunday,
he be-
Bloody Sunday.
I mean, like I actually I will say this.
Where the
It's not
streets are.
popular.
Go.
I'm a U2 fan.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I am
you
too.
I
fan.
love the Edge.
I put him in the top 50.
I maybe put him in the top 50, but
Yeah.
man, there's a lot of folks he shouldn't be ahead of that are on.
No, I agree. But what?
As a musician and a writer, yes, as a guitar player.
But the Let's Get Loud, like with him,
I,
Jimmy Page and Jack White. Great movie.
He catches a lot of hell for that too because people say he shouldn't have been in that movie.
No.
I have a friend.
Little lunch tip, boys.
Hell yeah,
What?
thank you.
That's
What?
beautiful. Thank you so
Who took
much.
for lunch?
Thank you. What was the name?
Janari Minor.
Janari Minor. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Even though I
much.
don't get to eat today, I appreciate that.
We'll save some for you.
Thank you. Save it for tomorrow.
That's right.
I'll be
All right, who's
Yep.
next?
I'll be
Mr. The
plenty.
Edge should be up there though. He
Thank
gets
you
way
for the
too much
check.
Should
hell.
be up there.
Oh, Frank Zappa. Yep, he should be in there.
He should be in there.
Frank
Crazy,
Zappa-
wild, and weird.
Frank Zappa's addition to like.
Jen Rye minor. That's how you say it.
Oh,
Jim Ryan.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank
Sorry.
you for that tip again. That was beyond nice. The art rock that Frank Zappa contributed, and the people he launched out.
You want to know something stupid?
Fire, go.
First song I ever played with in a band was
Frank
Willie
Zappa.
the Pimp.
Really?
Willie the Pimp by Frank Zappa.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. I had never heard of Frank Zappa until they said this is what we're going to cover, and that was
What
the
band
first
was
song we
this?
did. This was my very first band.
What band?
It was
Oh.
like 10, 15 different names. We went through
Okay.
so much junk. Yeah, I mean, we had
Willie and the Pimps.
the Vagabonds. I remember
Okay.
talking to Johnny. He was like, I
Captain
love that.
Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
That's Jack
Captain
Germany's
Geach and the
band.
Shrimp Shack Shooters is what
Here we go. Here,
There
roll
we
it
go.
up.
called.
Yeah. Some Steve
It
Cropper.
hurts. Who?
Steve. Oh my God.
That's right, guys.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
cares.
I've been called an old Steve Cropper before.
Steve Cropper.
Definitely deserves to
He
be on
played on Sitting on the Dock in the Bay.
here. He played all sorts of stuff, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
Booker
mean,
T and the MGs.
I'm gonna have to check him out then.
yeah, no, it's
You don't know about Steve Cropper, really?
No, seriously.
no, his
Yeah,
influence is
no
pretty
clue.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's you don't realize it. It's like we're talking about old Uncle
Uncle Larry.
Larry, like that. I was gonna say Uncle Lefty for some reason. Uncle Larry, yeah, a little bit like that and I love Otis.
And I mean, you know, there's a lot
Soul Man is unbelievable. Like guitar work on that is unreal.
I'm a soul
It's not as easy as you think. Oh, look at this. Go, baby.
I'll agree with that.
I mean, I love Johnny Ramone. I absolutely love the Ramones. But
Get Johnny on kit. There
But-
you go.
no, I mean, like it's kind of insane. I mean, it's like again, but let's go above.
How are his knees so hairy? There's very hairy knees.
No, that's photoshopped in.
So being in New York, I won't say it.
That's from Joey's hair. Is
You
down
know
there.
what I'm thinking.
I love it,
Jonathan.
man. I think he's great.
They came from space.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I thought
Squish them together.
I
Again.
thought they should be in there. I'm glad they put them together because oftentimes Ed O'Brien will get left out.
Yeah, it's always Johnny
It's
Greenwood.
like Johnny Greenwood. I think Ed O'Brien's work is unbelievable. What he does.
Well, and what's strange to me too is that they will put these two together, but they separated Verlaine and Richard Lloyd. And
Maybe Richard Lloyd will be in here. Maybe he'll be
we're
in.
at number 43, dog.
He ain't gonna make it.
That would be
Well, he should be above them.
He
I
should.
am totally against grouping. I'll say it.
Okay, maybe I'm okay with that. Vernon Reed here, is that who we got?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Reed.
that's a funny picture. I love that.
Look in
Rolling
my
Stone shows
eyes.
some funny pictures.
What
I
we
do. I
see?
like Vernon Reed a lot.
He's a phenomenal
That
player.
song rips, dude.
I
That
went-
guitar
Talking
playing.
about the club, you know what was wild for me is when I heard that solo, I was like, "That's just fucking noise." And then I heard like him do it live. I was like, "Whoa!"
But let me throw a hot take on this maybe for a minute though. They have one song we know about by him though. Cult of Personality. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
and he's
it.
a great guitar player and all, but one so I don't know, questionable. Like, and he did lots of stuff at the Knitting Factory in New York and the jazz scene.
Well, it's kind of like the Link Ray thing. Right?
Yeah.
Who can name a song other than Rumble? You know?
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. You know, it's tricky. Like I think that's part of what Derek was saying earlier with like when we were at Vince Gill. It's like 864 Grammys gives you a little bit more spread and influence. If the price list is obviously influence,
Well,
but I do love
yeah.
Vernon Reed. I grew up at that time.
Oh, yeah.
1999 from Uncle Left Eye. Somebody go get Baxter a shot of whiskey.
Do it. Take a nip back.
I don't think he can do it today.
I
You
mean,
can do it.
He's got a
It's
oh no, I can do
dude.
clear.
Okay. Oh, you knew? Okay.
I'll do something. Is this what's open?
Baxter gets shots of whiskey?
I think we should all.
I wouldn't drink that. That's,
This thing. This is
That
gross.
looks
Well,
not
none of these are open yet.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, we've been live streaming for 19 hours.
Yeah, it's all brown. It's fine. It's gonna.
Those are all too nice. Let's
They
let's open
say
this
if
horse
it's
one.
brown,
yeah,
wash
whatever.
it
I
down.
don't,
Horse
I-
one's good. Let's
are
open-
they nice?
Let's open this thing.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know what nice is, guys.
I don't know.
The people send us gifts. We got a piece.
We got. A
I got
horse
bottles
soda
at home
there.
that people keep
Gin
giving me,
Rice,
and I just
leading
open
the
them and I start drinking them whole.
I can drink this.
You can totally drink that,
I
Baxter.
can drink that. I don't care. This is
Not
my
what I
food
was
for the
drinking the
day.
other night.
So you
There
got a
you
knife. Somebody open that for me. Open that while we keep talking. Keep
Wow.
moving. Keep moving. Go to the list. Keep going to the list.
Okay. Oh, I polished off that
$20.
Wagon Bow you brought me,
$20 tip.
Johnny.
I'm drinking a shot. 100%.
Hell yeah.
100%. Even though I'm supposed to get like a surgery tomorrow.
Bo
Bo Diddley. Yeah,
Diddley.
100% on the list.
Yep.
My
Bo
favorite song. I
Diddley
hope they
Bo.
said Bo Diddley is crazy is his song.
Yeah.
No, Bo Diddley's crazy. It's terrible. It's a horrible song. I actually love it.
Who do you love?
I guess should I pour it in a glass or just take a shot?
No,
Nah,
just
drink it
Drink out of a
straight.
bottle. Yeah, I'll go
I mean,
bottle.
unless you want to just pour us all in glass, that's fine.
I don't care.
Just drink it up.
I'm gonna take a
I'll drink out
big
of a bottle. I'd
old
rather drink out of a bottle.
bam.
Wait, what?
John Fay.
Yeah, that guy.
Who tipped us that $19 first?
Uncle Left Eye.
Uncle Left Eye, because I was thinking Uncle Larry, and I was thinking Uncle Left Eye. So that's really funny. You just did that. Thank you very much. I'm gonna take this is my only food for the entire day.
Someone said that maybe you should do it off camera because of live stream
Maybe
rules.
do it off camera. Here, I'll go.
I won't drink this. Never mind.
There we go.
There you go. Do your.
Do your shot.
You can't drink on camera.
No.
Maybe not.
I think so.
I think it's
Let's
got to
go
be in a
also.
different cup or something.
Okay,
How was that? Buffalo Soldier? Is that what it's called?
it's actually good.
Is it good?
Really smooth.
That's supposed to be a really good one.
Wait, so like, when you're watching Rogan podcast, and you
Yeah.
don't really see them ever drinking it.
Well, it's always in a different
It's in a
glass.
Yeah.
We gonna do this?
Yeah, we're doing
it.
it.
We all doing it? Okay, here we go.
Someone says they drink over on Tom Talk all the time. I feel like that used to
Hit
be a
that.
thing. I don't know if it's a thing
It's
anymore.
not bad.
We'll find out.
It's got like a
It's good. It's smooth.
got a weird mid.
Nice little start. It's a rare afternoon. We can drink.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Well, Thursday
Who
more
cares
fun.
what
Like,
time
yeah, let's move on. Let's go. We didn't talk about it. Doesn't matter.
Chet
Check
Atkins.
is a 39.
Thanks, Jen Rye.
That was awesome.
Thank you, Uncle Left Eye.
Uncle Left, that was really cool.
You're
Thank you.
cheating
No,
hard.
obviously, Chet Atkins,
Chet.
one of the
Dude.
greatest guitar players of history.
Okay.
Trying to emulate any of his music is near nigh impossible.
You try and play his version of Mr. Sandman. Oh my god!
You can play the first chord, then you're out.
That's it.
Or
Angus
his
Young.
little yakety sax thing where he's playing guitar.
This is a cute pairing, actually. don't
Angus
mind
Young
this
and
pairing.
Malcolm Young.
I think the pairing.
I
kinda
know.
sucks.
Well, because Angus is obviously one of like the great influential
But
rock and
Malcolm
roll.
deserves his own spot.
Malcolm's the hidden one.
Malcolm deserves his own spot.
That's right.
God, they're cool. Yeah, I mean ACDC,
Such
amazing.
wee little lads.
I know, 5'2"
I love
and
it.
5'1".
You can find. I went down a rabbit hole the other day watching like interviews where he talks about being small and how that plays into his playing style. Pretty interesting stuff.
I can get
I'm
that.
just a tiny boy.
Whole lot of Rosie.
Oh,
That's
Pete Townsend at
Pete
37.
Townsend.
Interesting.
See,
I don't really appreciate his playing either.
I
We
put
did
him
this-
way back there. He
we
deserves
gonna-
to be on the list, and he's great, and he creates something great.
I'm with that too.
But he just needs to be back on the list.
We all talked about this the other day. We are not Who fans.
That's
Unfortunately,
funny, isn't it?
they're great. They're fine. They're great. But
They did some
Awesome
awesome
stuff.
stuff with synths.
awesome synth
When you
stuff.
started the synth
Yeah.
stuff,
I can appreciate it. I've never in my life thought, damn, I'm gonna put on some Who.
I don't think we've ever listened to Who.
He's a pinball wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I
that
get,
might be my favorite one. Though.
I get Elizabeth Cotton being in here. It's I think number 36.
Yep.
You know, so she's like a good 100
Great
spots above
train.
Slash.
She deserves to be in the list. I
Yeah.
just don't know that she deserves to be 36.
Yeah, that's tricky.
But she is a North Carolinian.
Okay,
I
thumbs up
love
there.
that
Then.
stuff.
Who we got here? Wait a minute.
Who's this guy?
Who's this little guy?
clap.
Throw this loser out. No one's ever heard of him. No, I think 35 is kind of. I'm gonna say it.
Listen,
That
It's a
35.
travesty.
Eric Clapton apparently over Slash. Eric Clapton apparently over.
I put Clapton over
80.
Slash,
You
100%.
can make an argument for that.
No.
Ugh.
I put, no,
No, Sean.
Yeah.
You know what my role is.
I
here,
know
boy.
what
You
your
know what
role
I'm
is,
doing.
but You're
No, but-
wrong.
no,
Clapton should
Clapton
be top
should be top 5. Top 5. Top
You heard
5.
it here, folks.
Eric Clapton, it's absurd. And I don't
We
care.
were listening to it yesterday, and
And
we were like, "Oh,
and
God."
no, but if you hear Derek and the Dominoes and you don't realize the perfection that was, and I think Rolling Stone is doing this partly because of his political stances. You know, just to sort of like they know they have to put him on the list, but they're like, we should just say, we'll put him back here.
Wow.
Just sort of, I'm going to do a hot take on that too.
These days, nobody really considers Clapton God. His COVID comments clearly rule out anything
Exactly.
being all-knowing, but that doesn't stop Carson Worth.
That I didn't even read that.
Insane.
I didn't read that. So
They put that.
I think they've let their political bias
They got
interject
a lot
into
of blues
this.
on there, though.
Well, you know, the fact that they put Ike Turner on there and they were like, he's a terrible, terrible person. And they also do this too. It's like, you know, I think we all know that. I don't think we need to like blast it all the time.
I will say, there's a big difference between beating the hell out of your wife
Oh,
and having
huge.
an opinion.
I agree,
Huge.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I think his opinion
one
was
of those
valid.
things is absolutely wrong.
Totally different. Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
And you know,
Went to the same
when you can't have an
sense.
opinion to speak
Well,
out.
what's funny
Yeah.
too is then when he has his opinion spoke out, and then we find out later like he wasn't speaking out what a lot of people said it wasn't wrong. You know, like he could say it wasn't. We were
It's
all
just, yeah.
we were all
Which
shoving a little bit
I
of
don't
shit
think
there.
you should be persecuted for having an opinion ever, you know.
Jerry Garcia above Eric Clapton, huh?
A sucky song.
Interesting.
That song did suck.
And that's where the song did suck.
This house gotta stop.
Well,
I was wondering if Jerry was going to be on here or not.
I mean, he obviously needs to be in there. Is he? If I love the Grateful Dead, but
But
Jerry
I like
Garcia
the
should
Grateful
not
Dead.
be above Eric Clapton. That's insanity.
There's a lot
That's
of people.
insanity. That's
Yeah.
pure insanity. Oh, but he didn't say anything that offended the people. at
Well,
Rolling
he
Stone.
died before he could be too offensive.
Yeah, thank God he died before he could offend any of
What
the
would he have
editors.
thought of this
at Rolling
whole?
Stone.
It'd be interesting to know where some of these folks were.
I bet he wouldn't have. I bet he wouldn't have taken it.
He would have been pissing in jars and drinking it, guys.
He was like, whatever, I'm good.
Hey, that's good.
No, I love his playing. Brian May.
Brian
We're
May.
getting into the gods right
Well
now.
deserved.
These are all
33.
gods. 3 gods we just talked
well
about.
deserved.
Brian May
is
is top 25.
fabulous, dude.
One of the, as far as written out parts, no one's
Written out
better.
Parts, the
No one's better.
style,
And
the
guitar
look,
building.
everything.
No one's better.
Never had a neck
Jack-
adjustment on
Jack
this
White
thing.
above Eric Clapton. You've smoking too much crap.
Yeah, no, dude.
I love Jack White.
above Brian May.
Yeah, but
is kinda
to me,
criminal
Jack
too.
White lives back there in like the 80s of the
He's
list.
definitely a top
Yeah.
100.
Oh, yeah, he's
Top-
a top
I'd
one.
I'd put him at top 50.
For modern day
Put him in
guitar
top
players,
maybe.
he does some nuts stuff.
He's not like he's a great player, but he lives in there with like the edge.
Well, it
You
goes
know?
back to that old thing of like, can you sing the song? And it's like Seven Nation Army. You
Yep.
can talk to 5-year-olds that could be like, bum, 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 bum. You know,
I don't think that necessarily makes it better guitar playing though.
oh, no, but it's definitely like that.
It's good. It's
George
great.
Harrison. I thought it was George
I
Harrison.
wouldn't have put him ahead of Clapton.
No, definitely not. That's because Rolling Stone is biased and they're not smart sometimes. We all love George Harrison. He should
I love
obviously.
George. Come on.
We hate George Harrison. The guys at Casino hate George Harrison.
No.
While my guitar gently weeps.
Hey, you know who's
Mid.
playing on that song? Eric Clapton.
Who?
Eric Clapton.
Never heard of her.
No, it's he wrote some of the best guitar parts in history. I think he deserves to be up there.
I think his slide
You know who else
is
did?
fantastic.
Invented.
You know who
some of
else
that.
did though? Andy Summers.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
That's strange.
Weird. You should talk about him, Baxter.
Neil
He barely
Young.
made the cut.
God, young Neil Young is not.
I don't put. I mean, I like. Yeah.
I don't
Neil Young-
view Neil Young as a guitar player. I view Neil Young as an
I mean, he is.
artist, as
He
a
is- he's like the
writer.
birth-
I know he's a guitar player, but you know what I
He's
mean.
just
I know
not
what you mean. I'm
You
with you
know
on
what
that.
I
I grew up
mean.
during a lot of that too. I
But
agree
it's
with
cool.
Sean.
I know
And
you
so
do.
I agree with you on that
I'm just
one.
saying, you know.
I
what
agree.
mean.
100%.
Nobody cares if you know how to play scale, as Young said. Nobody gives a shit if you have good technique or not. It's whether you have. I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. But there are some folks like Steve Vai who are better at guitar.
Time for another shot of whiskey.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, who?
Tom Beatty.
Take camera off. Go to Neil Young's picture, or whoever's next. Go to the next person.
Yeah, let's see. We'll
Sean,
talk
who's
about
next?
him while you're drinking. Oh, Eddie Hazel. I
Oh,
got some hard
I'm with John
opinions, dude.
Washburn.
Jesus Christ.
Gladly offend anyone.
All right, baby.
Who's tipped us?
Tom Beatty.
Tom, I'm going
Bless
first.
you, sir.
Eddie Hazel is a gem, dude. Eddie Hazel is a god. Eddie Hazel and Jimi Hendrix should almost live unanimously. I love Eddie Hazel.
We're putting a little dent in it, boys.
That's good. Wow. It's
I'm
actually
glad
really
I practice
smooth.
drinking a lot.
Scroll it down a little bit. Let me read some more now.
We need to drink more at work.
It makes work fun.
I do drink at work a lot.
Let's go. Let's go, kids.
All right.
Let me see it, Sean.
Bam. Eddie Hazel.
Um,
Legendary. Maggot Brain. Funky Dollar Bill.
top
I
20,
mean, Maggot
top
Brain,
30. No,
Maggot
though.
Brain is kind of it's amazing, honestly.
I
All right,
mean,
guys, we're treading on load empty on the microphone here, so we guess
okay, we got to
Go
speed her
fast.
up.
Speed it up,
All right.
speed it up.
I got so
no one
much
cares
to
about
say
these top ones.
about
David
that.
Gilmour, yes, of course.
Oh, my God.
He could
Beautiful.
be higher.
He
should
could
be higher.
He should be.
Shine on, you crazy
One of
diamond.
the best guitar players ever.
Ever.
Solo's best thing ever.
Buddy guy.
Buddy guy, I love him, but not at this place. Not at this place.
Over,
I mean, it just depends on the list, right? But
No,
but,
this
I
is
mean,
wrong.
there's a lot of
over
people
Eric
I could
Clapton
put-
doesn't really
It's
make
wrong. This is
I'd have
wrong.
put a lot of people ahead of him.
I love Buddy Guy. One of my
I
first
love Buddy
concerts
Guy,
I ever
too.
saw. Love
And
it.
I love Buddy Guy too.
What a guy.
Always got a
Roll it.
So sweet.
St.
Oh,
Vincent.
She
Oh,
doesn't
Oh.
deserve to be this high.
no,
I love St. Vincent,
no,
though.
that's a great picture.
Okay,
Oh.
the next one we all know and love.
That's bullshit.
Get ready. I
Better
know
on
this
guitar
one.
though, Baxter.
Baby.
Shot for shot.
Boom.
I don't know if I
Not
put him
top,
here.
not top
Suck
25.
it, Clapton.
He could
Suck
be in
it.
top 50.
Yes, 10 points over Clapton. That's insanity.
That's right. Eat
He could be
it.
top 50. I mean,
Eat
like,
it,
obviously he
nerd.
deserves to be on here.
I don't even know if I put him.
Come
I
on.
don't know.
You know what's way cooler than cocaine?
Heroin.
Heroin. Good point. That's why I wear long sleeves.
Have you tried them both? How do you know?
James Burton. Yeah, but
What a sweetheart. He's amazing.
Chicken picking?
you did okay.
Chicken picking, but also like the whole the pedal steel bends. You know what I mean? All the Elvis stuff. I mean, like
He's
just-
top 50.
He
He's
should
in
be
there.
top 50.
Yeah.
Top 50 for sure. No, no.
I believe Jonathan wanted a buzzer.
How about so?
I mean, they're
no,
great. They just can't be 23. They
Since there's-
can't be together.
No, they put them together and make it. If they're 23, they're 46. I think that's fair.
That's
Scroll on.
If a 6 was
Screw that.
9, yeah.
Albert King.
He's great. Top
Yep.
50.
I'm fine with him being there.
I
Yep.
love
I
Albert.
love
God, he
Albert
looks
King.
cool
Love.
as shit in that
He is.
picture.
I mean,
God damn.
Who
pipe
smokes
and
a
beat.
pipe on stage?
Who's
That's
your favorite
fat
King?
ass.
Best King.
I mean, I'm a BB King guy. I'm a BB King.
I'm an Albert King guy.
Albert's pretty high on my list.
Freddie King is the most
I
punk rock out
love
of the.
Freddie.
BB's
He's
just who I
badass.
like. I'm
I
obsessed with BB.
love
They're
Freddie
all
King.
related?
No,
No. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I mean, we're all really related, Derek.
Randy
All right,
Rhoads.
Yep, in
I'll
there.
give you that.
Trust.
Yeah.
I'm still. The numbers are off entirely here.
It's.
I mean, at
skewed.
this point, there's no sorting it out, right? It's like,
but Stevie Ray Vaughan at number 20. Okay.
God, but
Probably
should he
one
be
of the,
higher.
Yes, he's one of the greatest guitar players to ever live. The
He
fact
just
that
looks dangerous there, dude.
Top 10.
he's top 10.
He
100%.
looks
He's top
dangerous.
5.
Might be top 5. Yeah.
He's top 5. No one's ever lived to do the blues the way he's done the blues.
Love struck, baby.
That's all.
Freddie King
Freddie.
over
I love
Albert.
Jesus, that
Going
picture.
down.
Face.
What
I
a
do love
badass.
Freddie.
Oh my God,
But
Don't
dude.
you just want to hang out? Like, I wish we were drinking with Freddie King right now.
But you can't.
Except then he might kill us.
But you can't put Freddie above Stevie Ray Vaughan.
No, you can't
You
put
can't.
Freddie above
I guess.
You can't.
Stevie or Albert
can't-
King. It's
or-
weird they put those three together
Or,
like
or
that.
above Eric Clapton, honestly. The only reason Eric Clapton's where he was is because Rolling Stones doesn't like what he thinks about politics.
I just,
No.
God, I just love Freddie King and I love Albert
I
King.
don't do. Yeah,
Eh.
that no.
Over those three guitar players we just
I
went
mean-
over, I'm like, you should go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, I like Rage Against the Machine. They're awesome, and Tom Morello does cool things with the guitar and Kill Switch.
He does, and I love that.
I
And
love
he's top 100, but he's not top
top
20.
He's
not top
Hell
20.
no.
Don't Call Me Angie said there should be a list of the top living guitarists. That would be an interesting list.
That would be an
What
interesting
though?
list.
Hell yeah. Maybelle Carter. She used to have a
David
slide.
Alexander.
What a great picture.
Oh, no. Brother.
Freeze it on Mother
And
Maybell.
$20 too. Hell yeah.
Keep it on Sean. Keep it on Sean. I'm drinking.
Everybody drink.
Brother.
They're like, we're gonna get
I've
you
been
guys
doing a lot of
trashed.
drinking lately. It's been a month for Sean lately. I've been feeling it.
This will help cleanse me.
Going
you're up.
down a dark path.
Come on, Sean. Drink it up.
Here you go, D-man. Let's see.
I love the Carters. I have a guitar that was rumored to be owned by the Carters at one point. Rumored. But top guitar player, top 20?
Hey,
no, sir.
You boys are not gonna like this.
Oh no, they.
Another 20.
What?
Who did it? Who did it?
Sander. They're gonna all
You
call
son
for
of a
deals.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
They're
Give it
gonna
to me.
call for deals.
Give me the
Hey
booze.
guys,
I go first.
that's the best you can do for me.
Camera off.
Pass
There
it
you go.
by.
Thank you.
There you go. Oh, pass it. Oh,
Get it.
surrender. I thought we were friends. Mother Maybelle Carter.
Damn. I shouldn't have gone so liberal in that last shot.
The first one was so smooth. Okay, Robert Johnson.
Robert
yes, obviously
Johnson.
top 20.
Number 16.
That's a weird picture.
Start
choose
to
right there.
burn.
All right, Derek, swap it around. Not on me. Go the other way. There you go. I got a mullet now,
Robert
too, guys. Y'all
Johnson's
didn't see that.
he's one of the most influential of blues guitars of
He's
all.
got to be up there.
Top 20, hands down. No problem.
Robert
He went
Johnson.
down to the crossroads.
I mean,
Rock and
without.
roll. Derek's hurting. Keep going.
I'm hurting, Linda.
I love him.
Keith Richards,
How do
number
you feel about this?
15.
I think Keith Richards above Eric Clapton is a travesty.
I would have put him in my top
Top
25.
top 25.
Brown Sugar.
I love Keith Richards.
I love Keith,
He's
too.
famous too. I think his rhythm playing is some of the best in the history
I
of
love this picture. of him.
rock and
Keith
roll.
Richards
That's a great
is
picture.
like,
Quality.
he's like
Yeah.
mine and Baxter's
Look at that ass.
grandpa in a way. Like, whenever I look at him, I see that, I'm like, that's us.
Take another drink from Serena.
Just Sean, though. It's just Rashawn.
A big drink this time. I'm
Oh,
getting a picture.
God.
I'm getting a picture of you drinking it too. Hold up. This is
You're
for
right.
surrender.
You're right. It's more wolf cut.
Whatever. We're doing some damage on this horse soldier
I
here.
know. We hadn't opened it. when
Hey,
we
somebody
had-
open the door. Is somebody at the door?
Screw him.
I think it's James. Maybe check the door.
Oh, I hope it's
Check it
James.
out.
Yeah, catch that and then I'll drink. Here we go.
Hold on, go.
You ready?
Take it
Oh,
easy.
God.
Hold on, let me get the picture ready.
I needed this.
Yeah, Sean, go. Where's
Was
James?
James
Check
coming?
Is he at the other door to the studio? I don't know.
James, you
It
there?
was 6 minutes ago. I think he texted.
That's fine.
All right, next one, number 14.
Prince?
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Not
agree.
not at this number though.
No,
I
I would
am-
make him like he'd be in my 25 though, maybe.
He's a deep
Maybe.
cutter because like I went back and learned a bunch of Prince stuff recently that I'm like, damn, that's the magic.
No, he's an amazing musician.
Incredible.
Sorry.
Ah,
He's above Clapton. Hmm.
Yeah.
Someone wants us to hold up the body up, but I don't think they think we're drinking enough.
Oh, dude, if you don't think we're actually swigging that, slide over further this way, Johnny. Towards the other way, towards you,
It's
towards you.
backwards, it's
There
all
you go. Yep.
backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna keep talking. Tommy Iommi, great, but not at number 13.
Yeah, I mean,
No, God,
he's
he's
a
top 50.
he's a riff wizard. He's definitely a riff
Yeah,
wizard.
but like maybe 50.
Yeah, no. So that's no.
50.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Nolan.
Nolan.
And then there's Jimmy Nolan.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You know, guys.
How could we
Papa's
forget?
got a brand new bag. Don't sweat. I mean, it's from James Brown, so it's cool.
listen,
So
I
But
love
he's not
this
number
part.
12.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that. So obviously, the writers at Rolling Stone have never heard rock and roll music before. They haven't heard like music like that is like that young or old people listen to that has rock and roll attached to it.
I would love to
But I mean, like-
make a time machine and take them all back to like whenever, like 1970 when Rolling Stone was popping off, and be like, all right, guys, what do you really think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, back when the writers actually had like nuts and balls and like
Yeah, they were like, no, this
You
is.
mean integrity?
yeah, and,
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
and they
like-
knew what rock and roll was a little bit more, and they
There's
were
a-
not drinking and doing
Yeah.
all the horrible drugs.
Like cocaine.
Well, there's only been a few listings on this whole list that I've actually seen that I was like, damn, way
Who
to
we got?
go,
Who we got?
Rolling
Go.
Stone.
I mean, but I think you do list that guy. He just doesn't need to be top 12.
Santana,
No,
yes.
exactly.
No, I wouldn't put Santana this high.
I wouldn't put him this high, but
I
I'd
mean,
put him in
God,
there.
he doesn't belong
Top 50
above
for sure.
Clapton and Steve
No.
Vai and Eric I don't know.
Once again, the photo they used.
I know,
Like
horrible.
he's playing an L6. Are you serious, dude?
You guys
You
did
shut
him
your mouth,
dirty.
Sean.
Like, get the hell out
Yeah,
of
I mean
here.
he's great.
This guy's, he's like, use the Woodstock photos or
Let
something.
me see what the songs they chose from. Let's see what. Yeah, okay.
Black Magic
Is
Woman.
the door at the front door there?
Maybe it is.
I hear somebody knocking on the door.
Here, I'm
somewhere.
going to scroll to the next one.
Go to the next one.
Dwayne Allman.
Okay, number
Jonathan, hit it.
He's in. He knows the code.
James is good. I was wondering where you are. James,
What?
get in here.
Get in here.
We're drinking.
I mean,
Get close, dog. Get close.
okay,
We've been
how do we
drinking.
feel about him being number 10?
He's on camera
You should be in frame.
Really, huh?
now. Yeah, it starts. Can you
What do
drink
you
your own
mean,
liquor?
Here, I'll scoot in this.
Dwayne Allman, top 10, yes.
But
You should in
should Dwayne be ahead of Derek?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, I think so.
Just for legend.
James Fallon.
James Malone.
Yay!
And so just so you know, James, people have been tipping $20, and every time they tip $20, we have to all take a
drink.
shot.
It's
So-
A
been,
normal weekend for me.
Yeah, so
I love this
Wouldn't get
jacket.
paid. I've had
Yeah.
this forever, man. I've
Dude,
had
that
this
looks
since high
hip.
school.
You need to wear that motherfucker all the
we
time.
gotta keep going. Mics are dying.
Anyway, sorry. Dwayne Allman.
100%. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
down with that.
Oh,
my
is this
God.
the Rolling Stone?
Oh,
year?
we're
we've
almost
done
there. We're at number 9.
Joni
Oh,
Mitchell, no.
but
No. No.
Does
What do
she
you
deserve to be in the
not,
top
as
100?
like, not as a guitar player.
That's
I mean,
what this list is.
You know,
She's great,
very
but
good.
should
yeah.
she be in the top 100?
No.
No.
Maybe top 100, but no.
I-
no,
it's
not
top 250. The list.
Oh, wait a minute, guys.
The
We're,
list-
we're drinking again.
Oh, Jesus.
$100.
Holy
drink.
shit.
Guys, we're
Who,
drinking.
who
a lot.
did that? Who did that?
Surrender for 100.
Jesus
The
Christ.
only man that brought
Courtney,
sunglasses.
20.
Holy shit.
Liquid lunch.
Yeah, you gotta take the camera off. Scroll to the next
Liquid
person.
lunch.
Scroll to the next person. Scroll to the next person. That's two
Keep
shots
going,
each.
Sean. Keep going.
Oh,
Do a
Joni
piece.
Mitchell.
Double it up, boy. Let's
Here we
take
go.
a round.
BB King.
He can be in the
Oh,
frame.
you
That's
think
we
you're
off
going to
camera
throw
now?
up?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm drinking.
do it. And then
Me?
James has got an extra one from Jen Rye. So two for us, 3 for James.
Yeah, 2 for us, 3 for
Go,
James.
Sean. You're next.
I've been training for this for years, boys.
I'm finishing the bottle.
Wait,
I was
that's
gonna
our
say.
2? I've been drinking 2 this whole
Come
time.
on.
And James, I'm not supposed to eat food or drink anything for the whole day because I have this thing going on tomorrow. But I'm. This is for the channel. For the
It'll
channel.
absorb into the body.
This is fine. I don't care.
I
James,
love all of
James,
you
go again.
guys.
No, James again.
BB King.
BB King should definitely
Yeah.
top 10 to me
I'm
probably.
fine with it. I love that
Something.
Derek, you're drinking too. So
Ow.
if it goes off the rails,
Ow,
it's back
right?
there drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
but-
drink again, and then
Yeah,
James
drink it
gotta
in.
drink double.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
drink
no.
it.
I drank my 2.
No, you didn't.
That's what you would say, Sean.
Should not have shown up.
BB King, 100%. One of my favorite people in the world.
This is our best live stream ever. Keep going.
Roll
we
on.
love BB. No,
BB's the
no
best.
qualms there.
BB's great. Niall.
No.
Right.
No.
Guys.
No.
No, he's good. He should be on the list.
Top 100 maybe.
Top 100, but not number 7.
Not
No.
number 7.
We love Niles Rogers.
He's up all night to get stoned. Some.
I'm up
I
all
don't know
night
what the
to
word is.
get
We can just go on. I want to see the top 5. I'm
Keep
curious now.
Niall Rogers, I love you. You're in my top 10. Sister
Like
Rosetta Tharpe.
totally top 50, not number 6.
Yeah, it's
What do you think? James has got some hot takes, baby. Come
Yeah,
on,
I
get in
mean,
there.
I-
We're all out of hot takes
she's
at this
great.
point.
She's a great guitar player.
She's
great.
Not familiar with her catalog as much as I should be.
that,
We
that's
have
the problem.
cursed
That's part of
Rolling
it. We think.
Stone.
Right.
You know who number 250 was?
Who?
Andy Summers of the Police.
That's really
Why does
funny.
she only have one key track?
Guys, another round. Surrender.
Oh no!
Surrender hates
Guys,
us.
surrender.
Surrender, I'm getting drunk here.
I'm gonna start saying ungodly
Surrender.
things if you keep making us drink.
I have surgery tomorrow, sir. I'm not supposed to be drinking or eating. Give me that bottle.
I
You're
can't-
gonna bleed
I can't
out.
Be unresponsible.
Jeff
Number
Beck is number
five.
Hey, we
5.
drank half this bottle.
Number 5, you think, for Jeff Beck?
No.
Yeah, not in a million
No.
years.
Top 25.
Listen.
Top 25.
Man,
I'll
that's
give you
blasphemy,
that.
boys.
Rolling Stone, you're pandering so hard right now. It's
blasphemy.
depressing.
He's dead.
Because he just died. Like it's
They are. They're
depressing,
being like,
dude. Like
super-
get it
They
together.
gave Eric Clapton number 35 because they didn't
All
like
right.
his COVID stance.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's Rolling Stone.
I know.
you
They're the.
I mean, you know, and Clapton sucks. Like, come on,
Oh,
get
you're-
on board.
You're
If I
ridiculous.
don't
Hey.
get some lasagna,
Like, he's a
pizza
bad
after this-
guitar player. Like,
Oh, you're the worst.
Hell yeah, dog. It's
That's
about
so
time.
stop. This is the best picture of Jeff Beck.
This is a beautiful
That's
photo.
I do love this picture, and that's
fun.
a sweet telly.
That
a
makes
phenomenal
me.
guitar player.
That makes me want to just like go and give that guy a hug.
in those high tops he's
dig
wearing. No, I love
He's
Oh, James, you would
He's like
do
sitting in the train.
anybody.
That's right when they were doing like him and
Love
Rod
him.
Stewart were doing.
Okay, we got.
People
Oh
get
yeah, Eddie Van Halen, number 4. Okay, I'm down. He's top 5.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
fine
good
with
with
it.
that.
Top 5.
Top 10.
Let's
Get
let's-
that.
Okay, we got to all vote. Should you be a top 5 on this last top 5? So Jeff Beck, you say no, James.
I say
Yeah,
no. I say
You
no.
say
as well.
no. You say no.
No.
It's questionable for me. Eddie Van Halen can totally be number 4 in my book.
He
Maybe
could be in
5.
the top 5.
He's 5.
Yeah.
now.
He's top
damn
5.
it, surrender.
No, he
You
didn't.
son of a bitch!
How much money?
I don't know, but
If it's not 20, I can't.
It is 20. Boys, it's like being on Broadway. I'm gonna start pouring this shit behind the couch.
You showed up just in time.
Trainer.
Surrender, I gotta ask you a question. Do you even drink? I don't think Surrender drinks.
Clearly not, because he doesn't understand the repercussions of what happens.
All right, swap us around there, Derek. You got us.
It's starting to hit me. I was fine until right now.
We're gonna go into the guitar shop and be like, you guys smell like food. I said last time I was like, oh,
None of my students are watching.
let's go. Go. Next one, Eddie.
hold on.
Scroll it, Sean.
Keep
Scroll it.
scrolling, Sean.
Van
Scroll,
Halen.
scroll.
Number 3,
Okay, 3.
Jimothy Page.
Yes, he's one of the tops.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not
Think
top
about what he did for
Top
teenagers,
5.
though.
No,
He's top 5.
No, he's just straight up like not good enough to be top
No,
five.
he's top 5.
Okay, listen, I
He's
watched.
literally
Wait a
not.
minute. I'm
As a guitar player?
Listen.
Yeah, he's the best. I might even put him in.
I
As a
watched-
producer, as a performer, as a writer, sure.
Well,
I'll
no,
give you that.
if you've seen the list,
player.
one of the guitar players from Boy Genius was 100 points above Andy Summers.
That's
So-
insane too.
And
Lucy
that's why this whole
Dacus.
list is insane.
Lucy
That's why-
Dacus
that's
made no
insane.
sense. I was
I'm
like,
glad
Julian
James is
Baker
here.
should have been the one.
I'm not talking about Julian Baker or fucking.
But
or
Lucy
me or any of them.
Dacus was.
Yeah, she shouldn't be on the list, but he shouldn't be top 5.
Oh, he should be top 5, 100%. That's your opinion.
I recently.
I love that someone had the balls to say it.
How about Jimmy?
He's not a good enough guitar.
Listen, I watched the
kinda think he could
Madison
be top
Square
5,
Garden
but-
All
show.
I
the
just
better
love-
guitar players.
I put him right at 5.
Damn!
What?
Well, I mean, 2 of us are. Go to number 2. Let's see number 2.
This is the best live
Now
stream
your
ever.
job is to guess which two.
Dan, you're stuck on these forever now.
Jesus.
Chuck,
Chuck
fucking
Mother-
Berry.
Get out of here. This was
Mr. Sorry, baby. Mr. Oh, did I toot? Did I fart? If you don't know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about.
Chuck Berry.
Message Jonathan Robinson Music on
I
Instagram.
love
and
Chuck
ask.
Berry.
Why they gotta message me?
Chuck Berry.
Because
No,
you
stop,
got the
stop,
link,
stop,
bitch.
stop,
Probably,
stop.
yeah, you're
Chuck
right.
Berry taught me everything I know about sex, so I appreciate him. But this
I got
is
this phone call.
this
did I
is
get
insane. Good lord.
Oh, oops. I'm sorry, baby.
I wish this was only because we were drunk. But
Let me- let me-
rock and roll.
Let me, Sean,
Perfected it.
Sean,
He
scroll me up.
perfected it.
Guys,
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, that's it.
number 1.
$50.
2 shots.
Two,
No.
everybody.
I gotta go first. It's the rule. I go first.
Five.
No, you go first.
Surrender's putting us in the ground.
Sean's
Surrender, I knew you were my favorite.
I'm
know
gone.
that Sean is very
James
rough
was
right
like,
now.
Sean, we had a meeting today and we had to talk about some
Yeah.
recording stuff.
That'd
And
be
I'm
really
like,
funny if you forgot it when I was eating.
Don't take your turn
That was
now.
why
I'm
I
gonna
was
pass it
here.
again.
you got it on the computer screen, Derek?
Scroll a bit more.
Yeah.
Keep going. So Chuck Berry. So who thinks Chuck Berry should not be number 2? I think we all agree.
Yeah,
We all
probably.
agree.
Should he be top 100?
No.
Yes. Top 100.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you
I
that.
give him
top
top 100.
50. Top
Yes.
50.
Yes.
Top
yes.
50
Top
because of the
25.
video.
Top 25.
Nah.
Questionable.
Top 25. Yeah, not top 25.
The fact that Buddy Holly was not in this list either, at all.
Oh, that's a great point.
I mean, like we got no Gary
Insanity.
Moore. We got a lot of
No
people
Richard
that
Lloyd.
No Richard
Buddy
Lloyd.
Holly.
No Gary Moore. No Richard Lloyd.
David Gilmour?
Joe
Tom Verlaine was
Steve
on
Vai
the
He
list.
was up pretty high.
Steve
Okay,
Vai
wait.
didn't get top 100.
Oh, look, you know,
Which
he's not my
is
favorite
sad.
We gotta go again,
player,
don't we?
but he's way better. Than
Oh, yeah,
all
we
these
gotta
guys.
No, we'll save it for number 1. Hold up.
All right.
Hang on, we'll save it for number 1. Here we go.
Save it
I
for
feel
Okay.
my influence has
Number
actually
one.
rubbed off on everybody.
Good.
Here we go.
Number 1.
Jesus.
We all know who the fuck number 1 is. We're fucking
Give
rich.
it to me. I don't
Of
know.
course, it's Hendrix.
Duh.
The man,
Drink.
the legend.
Sure. I'll take it.
I'll take that.
Have a swig. I mean, like, yeah.
I can't believe
This is
this.
like good whiskey.
This
too,
is
isn't it?
great.
Listen, like, so okay. So we got no George
It's not
Benson.
even 3 o'clock.
We got no. Yeah, I know. We got no Gary Moore.
Getting all sorts of good deals this afternoon. at
Call
Casino
Casino
Guitars.
Guitars if you want a guitar.
Surrender.
It's the day if you want a deal.
God, I've been-
What do you want to buy, Surrender? 'Cause
Okay.
I'm going to hook
Yeah, a
you
little
up
bit.
today.
I don't.
No, we'll hook Surrender up.
Okay, so stop for a minute. We got to talk for a minute.
I'm down with.
All right.
Jimi Hendrix, 100% number 1. That's who I would pick as number 1
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, but okay, hold on. Let's stay with me here for a minute. Stay
Top
with
5. I'll do it right now.
me. You know I love Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah,
Like I do. I really do. And I hate these people who are like Jimmy's underrated. Fuck those people.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
hell
dumb.
no.
That's dumb.
He's
But-
underrated.
We're talking
Jimmy
about
Page is overrated.
Yeah,
are
I'll
there
give you that.
guys who are technically better?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. But you know what? There's not guys.
It's a weird devil.
There are not guys in this world who did things that were as monumental as mine.
Number one comment of the day, and the biggest surprise that has remedied all of Rolling Stone's screw-ups on this list. Joe Bonamassa's not on this list, boys.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Back it up.
But Joe is better than like
All-
half the
like, pretty
fucking
much all of
people
them.
that- you know, like
Like
Let's talk about
technically,
who was not on the list.
Liz Fair beat Joe
Joe's not on the
Bonamassa.
list.
No.
There's no Gary Moore.
Let's go. That's
Daniel
nice.
Donato not on the
No
list.
Richie Kotzen.
no Richie Kotzen.
No
Oh,
strings.
oh, that's
CeCe
good.
DeVille on the list.
No CC
No,
DeVille
no,
on the list.
Brian Setzer's not on the list.
Brian Setzer.
Oh my lord!
I mean,
dude.
there's
I would've
there's a
predicted
lot
Kevin
of
was
folks
anyway.
not on the list.
No,
You know, like Alan Holdsworth, those
So I
guys,
go
you
back
know
to
what I
my
mean?
point that I made 10 minutes ago.
George Lynch.
The people that work at Rolling Stone obviously do not listen to music.
No Eric Gale.
No.
So
No Corey Wong.
they had
No
Yeah,
Corey
they're
Wong.
like-
Yeah,
they're like
damn.
modern-
That's a
Gigi
weird omission.
Smith.
they had Kingfish though.
Did they put any anybody? They're like bass players or anything? Or is it
No,
just
just
guitar
just
players?
Can we
Six
all
string.
agree that Rolling Stone's a piece of shit?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
I'm still not there yet. I still want to believe.
Baxter.
I have faith that they will be good one day.
Right, they won't.
One day?
One day. they'll
How
be
many
good.
days do I have to wait?
All right.
Okay.
Naivety at its best.
Surrender just tipped for no Joe Bonamassa. Just for
Drink it up. Watch the camera. Don't drink yet. Don't drink yet.
Not on camera. Not on
Let's
camera.
do
You
it.
can't drink on
We
camera.
can't. We gotta wait
You
till.
don't even have to drink it, Jen. He's just tipping. Just
Oh, okay, never mind.
Tipping the
But we
dip.
should just drink.
Surrender. You gotta.
No,
You
you're
gotta
off
give me
camera.
a break. I am personally gone.
Sean, have a drink.
I'm feeling it, but I feel good.
I thought I was drinking, but now I'm drinking.
I'm glad I got a gig tonight.
Worst day at the guitar
You
shop
guys
ever.
are
We didn't sell anything today.
Oh God.
I'll be there. I'll be at the
You gonna
gig.
come to the Bell Treat? Hey,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
At this
Start
point,
Are you
Now.
playing
You're
tonight?
playing the Beltry?
You know I
You're
am.
going to be hungover in like 3 hours.
Listen, I'm a professional, James.
Yeah, that's true.
You see
This
the size of
man's
his
lived
arms?
in
He can drink.
Nashville.
His arm's bigger than your whole body.
Yes. That's why you need a man like that on your
I
side.
know,
I mean, there's gonna be like 3 people at the gig. It's gonna be fine. It's Wednesday.
Beautiful.
We should all
It's
go.
40
I
degrees.
will
I'm gonna
say,
be outside. Y'all should catch.
I think this is
I'll
unanimous.
play.
Emmanuel either.
Tommy
No Tommy
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Wow.
No Billy Strings.
I said
So,
that.
so can we
Said
pause
that.
for a minute?
You
Can we
said
pause
that.
for a minute? We want to give a thank you
No
to
Henry Kaiser.
to everyone that stayed with us the entire time. Surrender, thank you so much for being outrageously fun and ridiculous with
I
us.
love
That
you
was
all.
Everybody that has
And all-
graciously tipped us for
the
drinks.
tipping was beyond. Like staying with us was beyond because this has been hours.
What's that dude, Julian Lynch?
Hours.
Yep.
Should have been on there.
Julian Lake should have been on there.
That doesn't
Dude
matter.
rips.
It's
Yeah, I
a
feel like he's
no
in Rolling
shh,
Stone's lane.
shh.
Yeah, he is.
Who's the guy that just got? No.
Rolling Stone has spoken. The
No, like we
truth is
should be
out now.
holding
Hold hands.
hands.
Hold. Everyone hold
We
hands.
gotta hold it.
Hold hands. And it's want to thank you all. We're all.
This is about friendship. This is about live streaming. Derek's here.
Derek's here.
Scroll. You gotta roll in.
Now.
And,
We're in
You
it
gotta roll
together
in.
now.
We're in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
together, baby.
I
Here
think
we go.
should
Get in the
know-
shot. This is what I need.
This is just our normal.
this is casino guitars that you're
This
seeing.
is
This is the core of
friendship.
casino right
This
here.
is love.
This is us.
This is
I-
everything you know.
It's the core. It's just
This
us.
is I call
This
this
is
acid
us.
reflux.
This is us. Reflex.
But thank you everybody for joining us. It was a blast. I had a great time. I'm so glad James showed up at the end to get drunk with us.
You know, I gotta go and do photos and inventory now. That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
The day's over.
I am gone.
Sean can't drink like this.
Dylan's just over
I'm
the
so
shop.
glad I did the email.
Just raw as hell in the shop by himself.
We're all gonna walk over and be like,
He's absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm glad I came over here.
This is way more fun. Thanks for joining us, guys. Click like, subscribe.
thank you.
you.
Hit the
And-
bell.
Oh, the bell. The
Hit the
bell.
bell.
And then Jimi Hendrix, number one still.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
It's kind of boring. The Jimi Hendrix one.
Yeah, I
No,
agree.
I want it to be Liz Fair, number one.
It's tradition.
What a bitch.
Or Mitski wasn't on the list.
Well, she keeps playing us off.
Shut up.
I love Miss Keegan.
Whenever I saw Lucy Dacus, I was really like, not Jillian Baker. She did all
She's
the
a better guitar
solos.
player,
At
yeah.
Boy Genius,
Jillian
she
Baker
did
was
all
better.
the solos. I was like, are you serious?
She's
Stop!
good.
Don't talk about Boy Genius.
All right, party
I love
people.
Boy
We're out.
Genius.
Party
I
people are
kinda
out.
dig it.
I'm
God
sad
bless
it's
America.
over.
See you guys. We're gonna
I love
do it
y'all.
now.
Goodbye.
Stay hydrated.
Chick-fil-A.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Surrender.
deeply.